But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Good fucking morning, everyone.
Hi.
Who can hear us, by the way? Seems like a lot of people don't have electricity. They don't have power.
Yeah, a lot of people out of juice.
A lot of people don't have the juice. They're hearing us in the rest of the country, though.
Yeah.
So we probably shouldn't even talk about the storm at all, because the people listening to us probably don't give a fuck.
They're like, I don't know.
I don't give
a
fuck.
What happened?
This storm's a motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't know. When Katrina was going on, people liked hearing about it, regardless if they were affected.
It was a joke.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay. It's a joke. This thing is crazy.
Insane.
Crazy shit.
Yeah, this is fucked up. Well, no power. I don't even have an estimate of when my power's coming on. They've been talking about New York City, 3-4 days, and then outlying 7 to 10 days, and Long Island, I haven't heard shit.
Well, because you're dealing with LIPA. They're a terrific company.
Yeah, LIPA is known to just be fucking
forever.
Pricks.
Forever. If there's a little breeze in the air, your power will go out, and it'll take days to get it back. So,
What are they? Long Island Power? What is like?
Long Island Power Authority.
They're the authority.
So good luck to everybody on Long Island, because that's going to take a while. Jersey's at least 7 to 10 days, at least.
Yeah.
So
there's a snapped telephone pole. Yeah, snapped right up the top with my transformer, just lying in the Chinese guy's yard behind me.
Really?
Yeah, because one of his trees came down on the wires and just snapped the pole. So not only they got to fix it, they got to come in with a new pole. It's like, I'm just looking at, I have no idea when. My neighbor, a giant tree fell in his yard, knocked out a bunch of wires, and he came over my house like yesterday, knocked on the door. Like, could you charge my laptop, please?
Oh, nice.
I wouldn't have. That's your tree.
Yeah.
You should sue him.
Yeah, you bastard.
You know what a bad neighbor you look like if you sued him for the tree?
I just wanted to paw through his computer for kiddie porn, or put some on it.
He left his computer there?
Yeah. He's just like, here, I'll be back later.
Wow.
That's a great one.
Man.
That's a giant root system of a tree.
That's the beauty of everyone now having a video camera with them. Just watching tree after tree falling over on Channel 7 right now in New York. You've never seen that before.
No.
It's hard to capture that stuff.
Now it's...
Not anymore, obviously.
Now it's everywhere.
Damn. And then
amazing.
Then this old lady being dragged out of her home on CNN.
Hope he copped the feel of her ass a little bit.
She's fucking 80, man. It might even be a guy. It's that age where it could be a guy or a girl. Let's look. I'll go girl or woman or a very old woman. Now you got the rowboats on CNN.
Yeah, they're looking at the recovery. Getting everything back to normal. Boy.
Kenny doesn't have lights for 7 or 10 days. He said he's waiting on lines for everything, and people are sort of already fighting.
Really?
Yeah, because Ant doesn't think white people would fight over shit.
No,
I remember I remember we had this conversation. I said, dude, the power goes out for 2-3 days. Everyone's fighting.
Oh, absolutely.
Everyone's fighting.
Kenny's
saying there's close to fist fights in Jersey already over gas and just waiting at restaurants. Mm-hmm. Just waiting for anything. There's lines everywhere. So
yeah, I definitely believe that. But one thing I did see,
I don't trust humans. I don't give a fuck what color you are. Power goes out for a few days, it gets ugly.
That's when people can cooperate. The races get together when it's about looting and sports celebrations, things like that. All the races come together.
Fucking love Governor Christie.
He's great, right?
I fucking love Governor Christie. I've turned the corner big time on this guy because someone was trying to politicize it a little bit. He goes, I don't give a fuck about politics.
Yeah.
And he goes, and this is not why I love him, but I love when they could agree on some shit. He goes, I like what Obama's doing so far. And he doesn't like Obama. He goes, but right now, I like what he's doing. I got to worry about, the people of Jersey.
Right. Yeah, he wants.
Someday we'll go back to fucking politics, but right now, I don't give a fuck. I want to make sure my people are okay.
Yes,
he looks like a real leader. Some of these mayors they've been talking to, they talked to the mayor of Hoboken last night. She's got crazy eyes. Like, I don't know. I just hope they send the army.
She's just
panicking.
No leadership abilities whatsoever.
I talked to a family. They got 2 7-month-olds, and I don't know. I don't know. I wanted to ask the stupid reporter, did well, did you drag him out of their home or you just talk to him?
Yeah.
But you could tell she's in a panic. Then you got the mayor of Atlantic City like, just stay home.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Governor Christie gave him a fucking lashing yesterday, going, why would you say that? And then, of course, I got to say it that the Bloomberg is looking pretty good through this whole thing.
Yeah, I kind of like that he told Obama to kind of stay away. It's like he can't spare. Obama wanted to come to New York City and kind of look around and see what's going on. And Bloomberg said, nah, look, we can't spare the cops. We can't spare the...
Unless you want to just come by yourself.
Yeah. You
Go
want
old
to come alone.
school. But, when the president wants to come to your town, guess what?
Yeah, it's a big pain in the ass, especially for the limited police that are already spread a little thin.
Bloomberg say that? Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good for Bloomberg. This is Christie basically talking about how he doesn't give a fuck about politics right now.
At the end of a half-hour briefing, someone asked what effect a weeks-long cleanup might have on next week's election.
I will tell you, this administration at the moment could give a damn less about Election Day. If you hear the things that I just talked about, and the devastation that's been visited upon this state, I am sure that while the national election is obviously very important, that the people in New Jersey at this moment would really be unhappy with me if they thought for a second I was occupying my time thinking about how I was going to get people to vote a week from today. So I don't give a damn about Election Day. It doesn't matter a lick to me.
Around 12:30, the governor...
Yeah, I like Christie, too. It's hard not to like him when he's saying exactly what I think
pretty
he should
dedicated to the Jersey cause right now.
He does love those dumb people in Jersey.
Oh, does he ever?
It's hard to not like him.
He was wandering around the Jersey Shore looking at all the places he used to get sandwiches and stuff as a kid.
Probably plenty of them.
Yeah, exactly. Every 10 feet. Yeah. I used to stop here and eat.
Here, and then here, and then here, then here, then here, then here. But fuck, Jersey Shore, as the older people know it, is gone.
Is it really?
Have you been watching any of this
A lot
stuff?
of those places just went.
This doesn't interest
you? Me, yes, but I just watched 3 episodes of The Office yesterday. I'm tired of the same coverage. It's like they're showing me the same thing.
Yeah.
We're here talking to, and they're trying to get people to cry.
Yeah,
I'm watching it yesterday, and there's old people, and they're like, this guy in Staten Island is describing the people who were killed in the house next to him, and it was sad.
Right.
And then the reporter, go back to him. There's a black woman. She's really hot. I forget what network. I think ABC. She said, go back to and ask if, she asked for the follow-up question from the studio.
Right.
She wanted to see if she could get a cry.
I got a good cry question.
No, yesterday was fascinating. All the video finally coming in of what the fuck happened down the Jersey Shore and all over Long Island.
No, you see the Jersey Shore. I haven't seen it.
Oh, my God. Just like they showed an aerial view of it had to be almost 10 rows of homes completely just destroyed.
Wow, that's a side-by-side shot we're looking at. Wow, that's something.
Yeah.
It really is just
amazing. The roller coaster in the ocean.
Yeah.
The Seaside Heights roller coaster in the fucking ocean.
That sounds very dangerous.
There's a carousel in I think the East River. This thing was a motherfucker. I guess it made that left turn, huh?
Just as I predicted it would. It made the left.
There you go. There's the before and after of the roller coaster. That's Seaside Heights, right?
Yeah.
Seaside Heights, the roller coaster's in the
roller coaster's in the drink.
And I guess that roller coaster's been there a while. People know that roller coaster for a really long time. That is bye-bye.
Where's all the white trash going to go?
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. I'm certain of it. Yeah, Jersey really took a fucking beating. Long Island took a good hit, too.
Yeah.
A lot of the people I know on the South Shore, boy, all their houses flooded. 4 feet of water in the first floor. Like right up the walls. Not even like, just, it kind of crept into the door and flooded the basements. It came up first floor, 4 feet high in there. All of Keith and Angie's stuff is just fucking trashed in their house.
And they had no idea it would be that bad, right? They knew it was coming, but they had no...
there's really nothing you could do. There's really no...
They didn't bring it upstairs?
Yeah, a few things.
It's
like,
I know.
What are you going to do? Start moving couches and...
Right.
All that shit. So, that boardwalk's fucking...
Yeah, most of the boardwalks on the Jersey Shore are definitely gone. Huh?
This is the Rockaways.
Oh, that's the Rockaways.
Yeah, that's also where Travis and Lisa are, and... that got it's just, the amount of sand.
This is Travis's building.
Huh?
Yeah.
That's Travis's building.
For real?
Building. Look at the cars. The amount of sand.
What floor is he on?
He's up on 5. So
Oh, okay.
Everything's all right.
No water damage up there.
5th floor. But the electricity out, the elevators.
Why do they park so weird over there?
I know. Look at that. They're all parked.
You got to get what you can.
What, a lot of drunks over there? That's a
you.
little strange, man.
Why would that guy park the car on that other car's hood?
Yeah, how is that guy going to get out of his spot with you parking all willy-nilly? Why would you park your boat in the middle of the road?
Oh,
that's so stupid.
that guy was just dumb.
That's very selfish.
Yeah.
Does the post have to be the post? Like, does every page have to say Frankenstorm on it?
Yes.
And they have a picture of a bunch of water, and it says Drown Town, New Jersey, like instead of down.
Yeah.
Drown Town. Oh, boy.
Yeah, sometimes you don't have to do all that
yeah.
shit.
We see it.
The story is the story.
We don't need your
On a boring
sensationalized
fucking
headline.
news day, have fun with your dumb headlines, but this is a real fucking situation. You don't really need to pump it up.
Oh, there's fucking puns in this stupid paper.
Yeah, you don't really
Holy
right?
shit.
You don't have to pump it up, you idiots.
Enough.
Yeah, they're a joke. Most people know they're just a fucking joke at this point.
Yeah,
so.
they really are embarrassing.
They really are. So New York City, I guess we could start there. No power south of 39th Street, I believe.
It's weird driving in, looking down downtown. It wasn't there. You know, you see all the lights of New York City.
Yeah.
And coming over the hill, and you look over, and half of it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's just black.
Yeah, and that's going to be out for another, I think they said another week probably, yeah.
When you listen to some of these guys, the Con Ed workers, the subway workers and everything, and how they got to pump all this water out of the subway tunnels and whatnot, you realize what a daunting task it is to just get the water out of there. And then you realize, like, that salt water and electrical equipment really do not mix very well.
No.
And they have to be sure that all that shit's dry before they try to turn any power on. And that alone seems like an impossibility.
But they're saying up to 5 days for the subway system.
Yeah.
I kind of said yesterday, I would imagine by Monday, they'll have most of that system back and running, which will be pretty amazing if they pull that off.
Amazing.
Because it, like you just said, it doesn't seem possible.
Yeah, to get all that shit out.
And then they said the battery tunnel still has water right up to the roof.
Yeah.
Because most of the water, water has, receded, but not in the battery tunnel. It's still fucking... what do they say, 10 to 12 feet or something like that?
It was
so
amazing.
Maybe not up to the roof, but,
Watching a video of the water pouring into the battery tunnel. It was waterfalls coming off of the sides in and then straight down into the tunnel. What else? The Holland Tunnel's closed. The Midtown Tunnel, unfortunately. A lot of traffic there.
Does that get water in there?
Apparently it did because they closed it. Yeah, look at that. That's the water going into the battery tunnel. It's just flowing straight through into the tunnel.
It's a river.
How fun would it be to take a little raft down in there, though, and just ride it into the tunnel?
There was some local guy on the news, and he was describing the scene, not necessarily here, but then he goes, "It was like a river of water."
A river
yeah,
of
really,
water.
no shit, dude.
Well, yeah, that's
It is a river of water.
we can see that.
Good thing the Daily News is doing a better job, though. In each corner, they have like a little red circle that looks like a hurricane.
Yeah.
Apocalypse in New York.
Oh, God,
Really?
all right.
Really, you guys? You're fucking just embarrassing yourselves.
That is fucking douchey.
How about just hurricane damage?
It is
Hurricane.
That's what it is.
Unbelievable, though.
Yeah, so New York's going to be without power downtown, for quite a while.
I've never seen this shit before.
No, this is like unprecedented.
I've never seen this shit before,
is
man.
what they were saying.
So
Fucking crazy.
Imagine if this was a Category 4. Like, it was a terrible storm.
Yeah.
But can you imagine what a Category 4 is like when it hits you? Fuck, man.
Could not even imagine
That
the
would,
devastation.
Aren't there 150-mile-an-hour winds, stuff like that?
Yeah,
over
yeah.
100, easy, yeah.
The
well over 100, yeah.
The 90-mile-an-hour gusts were ripping the shit out of Long Island. Long Island had a lot of strong gusts and just took trees down everywhere. Apparently 90% of Long Island's out of power. 90% of the people on Long Island out of fucking juice.
Yeah, might be a little lower than that, but whatever.
Yeah, that's what they were saying on the news.
Might
So
be
yeah,
a little
you got
lower.
it.
But at one point, it was 90%.
Who has it on Long Island? Like, what place in Long Island wasn't affected?
Danny.
This is the silliest thing. My place actually does have power, but because of the MTA and the no subway stuff, I'm driving to this kid's house so I can get to work in the morning.
Kid me.
And I have power.
Yeah,
and I'm driving
power,
to
nice.
a place that's generating with
Yeah.
like one major light in the house.
Yeah.
Oh, you had the one light hooked up?
I have a couple of lights now. I have the big fucking like 500 watter that's hooked up and reflecting off the ceiling in the kitchen. That lights everything up. And then I made sure I hooked up my cable box and my router and a TV. All that. So I got internet. I got TV, refrigerator, shit like that. Just so I can, live.
I was talking to Jess. I forgot that her and Sam are still staying in the city. So I asked her if she wants to get home, and she's like, "Yeah, we have our food in the freezer." I'm like, "Oh God, that's right. The food rotting."
Yeah,
that sucks. You got to get the food out of the fridge. Yeah.
Well, I have the little fridge plugged into the generator, but the big fridge is starting to get a little warm. So I think that's all going to have to just be tossed out.
Where's Kenny? Because I want to talk to him. He was telling a pretty good story on the way in today. He threw out all his food already.
He did.
Right? And he's just sitting in a cold house doing nothing.
I could just see him sitting in a chair, staring at a wall.
He goes, I went to bed because there was just nothing to do.
And the lights turn on, he doesn't even notice.
We are really dependent on electricity.
Oh, man.
It's almost embarrassing.
It's crazy. It really is.
If the people that came before us saw us, they would laugh. They're like, oh, fucking idiots.
And then the gas...
Look, we can't even figure it out. We can't even figure it out for a week without power.
The gas station is another treat because a lot of them are without power, so they can't pump gas. And then other ones, it's just they haven't been able to get gas deliveries, so a lot of them are out. There's one kind of near my house that has power and had gas, at least up to last night, and I went to fill up my gas cans and stuff, and everybody there just had this same look on their face as they're pumping gas into their gas cans. They kind of look around like at the corner of their eyes, looking at everyone else, see what situation they're in. It's a very I don't know why, but it's a distrusting look.
Oh yeah, you become animalistic.
Yeah, it's very like, this is mine. I know I need this to survive, so stay away.
Right. Like walking through a bad neighborhood.
Right, yeah.
A little too late. That's what's happening in your just regular neighborhood now.
Yeah, everyone's got like a weird look on their face, and you get your gas, you throw it in your truck, and you just drive away real quick.
You're a dog, you're eating, and all of a sudden another dog just came up to your bowl.
Coming up looking. Hey, what's over here?
Right.
What's over here?
What do you get, a gallon at a time, a couple gallons?
I get quite a few. I got a 10-gallon thing. I get about 10 gallons of gas at a clip, and the generator runs pretty nicely as far as burning gas. It doesn't burn that much gas, so I don't have to make a run. Maybe once a day I got to make a gas station run, fill up all the cans, and then that lasts overnight. And,
The amazing thing is not many people died.
No, I guess from the warning, the
pretty
advanced
amazing.
warning, they say total of 50 or so.
That's horrible for the people that know them, but you would imagine it could have easily been way the fuck higher.
Oh, hell yeah.
Way the fuck higher.
Yeah, but you gotta say, they really did hit the fucking nail on the head with this one.
They did, yes.
It wasn't overhyped. It took a path exactly like they said.
Well, we were saying yesterday that, they had to even admit that on all the news stations.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, look, all right. we
you
all
know
that we know
Yeah.
that we kind of exaggerate a little bit, but we're telling you we're not exaggerating right now.
Right.
They said that more subtly, obviously, but
yeah, but that's pretty much.
They kind of gave you the look on TV, like, all right, look, this is real.
We always fucking say shit like this,
Look,
but
we might pump up some numbers here and there, but this shit's real.
Come on.
They said buses are getting ready to go.
Buses are ready.
Good.
Buses are running today. People were walking around Manhattan just with nothing to do.
Yeah.
Just bored.
Really?
Most people, north of 39th Street, people were not affected.
And you
like
should
people, in the outer boroughs and on Long Island and Jersey and Connecticut.
We got lucky. We got no issues.
Go about your business.
He was almost right. It depends. I said it yesterday. It depends where you live. He was right.
Yeah, right?
If you live in Midtown, he was completely right.
Your business.
Although it was pointed out, he did suggest going to the casinos, and that's
that probably wasn't.
All you need to know about human nature is all you have to do is look at Atlantic City.
Yeah.
The casinos all have generators and they're lit up.
Oh yeah.
And the shitty area where the casinos are
devastated
and in pitch darkness.
Yeah.
Do the casinos? Do they have people in the hotels? I know that they cleared out the casino.
No,
but
they threw everyone.
The hotels are even empty. Okay.
Yeah.
This guy did a whole story from the dark streets of Atlantic City. Like, I don't know how the casinos are going to fucking, come back from this. They're losing $5 million a day. Yeah. But he's in this completely dark neighborhood.
Yeah.
Pitch dark. Like, yeah, I'm going to worry about the casinos. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's going to be my first priority.
They lose like 5. What is it? I can't remember the figure, but it's a fuckload of money each day they're not open.
I just said it. $5 million
Is
a day.
it $5 million? I thought it was more.
I've been watching the news.
I thought it was more.
The
Yeah.
Irish casino down there is making $5 million a day profit.
Oh, profit, right? Oh man,
They're losing the $5 million a day.
$5 million.
And the whole fucking, local town is just in darkness.
I'd love to see an aerial view of New York, like with the total split. You can see it in the paper.
They've had
as a
it.
photo.
Yeah,
They've had it all over the news last night. It's creepy.
Wow.
You like cross over, I think it's 39th Street, and everything is working. So that they get pictures in the paper of people like trying to charge their cell phones on the big electric strips. People are pulling those out. So people are walking past 39th Street to try to charge their phone somewhere.
Oh wait, are
go.
stores doing it for them? Wow.
Just people are being cool too.
And that's such
wherever
an
they can find an outlet.
That's such an odd thing, like these days, where you get a power failure and people need chargers. They need to charge things. Like it used to just be, I need batteries for my flashlight and maybe for my transistor radio. There wasn't any charging. You didn't depend so much on your phone.
We can't even figure out the sun to just charge our dumb phones.
Yeah, right.
Can't we start there at least? That doesn't seem like it would be that difficult.
Big solar charger.
I don't know.
In the middle of the city.
But Kentucky wants to check in.
Kentucky got snow, I hear.
He's just saying, when we had our ice storm, insurance companies were willing to pay for your food you lost.
Oh, well. You know what? Look at all these guys. New Jersey residents waiting more than an hour for gas for their generators.
Wow.
This is why I want
the gas cans.
This is why I want Kenny to come in. He's experiencing all this. He says people are getting ready to. He said fighting.
Andrew Musella.
I don't know what he means by fighting, but I guess he's they're pushing and shoving a little bit.
Yeah.
Where is he? He went to get food, I guess.
You probably the search for food.
Mm-hmm.
I've been waiting, probably 2 hours for gas.
Even a mile back, I've been just sitting there. Maybe like a half a mile, over an hour wait. So almost there. Can see the finish line.
You see him smiling and laughing a little bit, but I would love to go to that guy 2 days from now.
Yeah, if he's still got to do the same thing. Yeah.
People are cool for about 3 days.
3 days?
That's about anyone's limit where they're like, okay, I understand. I'll deal with this shit. 3 days, tops.
And the government facilities know that that's probably the limit, and they need to repair a certain amount of things to get enough people
the clock's
at least
ticking.
getting better before there is complete and total anarchy.
And I think it's only 3 days.
Yeah.
I think people know that about me, but I am not going to play politics with this issue.
All right. We pointed out yesterday, the one thing I don't like about Governor Christie, he wears a fleece that says Chris Christie, and then under it his title, Governor.
Yeah. There's Rockaway Beach. That got
everything in its path. Cars that were here in this parking lot are now toppled on top of each other. I talked to one resident who stayed here through the storm, and she said at the height of it, she saw a bunch of cars just kind of floating down the street here. Now this whole area is covered in sand from here all the way to the bay, and we're told there is even a piece of the boardwalk all the way at the bay. We also want to tell you some news we just heard of a possible...
Who stays for that storm there? What are you doing?
Right?
I don't know. Locals that think they know it all at this point, I guess. I mean, I'm loving the news coverage. Usually I don't love this shit because I think they find one little thing and then focus on it and blow it out of proportion. But they can't cover all the stuff.
No, there's a bunch of shit going on.
Every 100 feet they could be filming some crazy thing you haven't seen in a while.
I wonder how Laszlo's doing. He's in Long Beach.
Yeah, I tried texting.
I texted him, too. I didn't get any answer. I know everybody was worried about Pat from Moonachie.
He's fine.
With the whole Moonachie levee breaking.
Remember Amy's mom's place? I was thinking of that, too. Where was that?
Man, that was right on the beach.
Right on the beach. Was that, where was that? Was that Long Beach?
Long Beach, yeah. That was Long Beach, right on the fucking beach.
Yeah, they got hit really hard from what I was reading. Yeah, Long Beach flooded all the way to the train station. So that's like a half mile.
Amy's mom's house, I think, was the ground floor or first floor, right?
Yeah. What are these fires burning?
I don't know.
These can't get to it. They can't access this by land. They might try and get some boats out here, but right now you can see little bits of fire all over the place. It actually looks like there was some sort of an explosion down here. No homes at the moment that I can see. Well, I'm going to take that back because it looks like we have fire up here in the streets as well. There will be some homes damaged here. Actually, now, as we look at these first live pictures, Newscopter 7, it looks like several homes have been destroyed by this fire. So we're really getting overhead.
You know what I thought we were looking at?
Live.
I thought we were looking at like a campfire close up.
Yeah. No, it's giant.
It's giant. They were in a helicopter. That's the sand.
Yeah, they can't get crews in there, I guess.
But that's all sand that has covered up, the roads and whatnot.
And that's live right now. Imagine you make it through, your house makes it through, and then it just burns up like 2 days later.
Here in Mantelope, New Jersey, this location inaccessible by land. The gas main continues to burn. They can't shut it off. And as you can see, at least several homes have already been destroyed. And we're live over Mantelope, New Jersey. John Del Giorno, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
John, the way it's looking, though, with the amount of gas streaming up, it's almost, in a sense, better that the gas is burning off, right, than if it weren't burning. And
makes an explosion or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
Unbelievable. God, you don't even know what to do with
crazy
this shit.
Just watching a picture of the looters.
Looting hasn't been that bad so far, though.
Well, Coney Island, apparently. Boy, there's a surprise.
Yeah.
Coney Island, had some issues, but I guess they made 13 arrests for looting, which isn't that bad if you really think about it.
Old school, man. It would have been widespread.
Yeah. The cops
What has changed with that? Old school, when we were growing up and this shit hit the fan, like the lights go out or ice storm, I mean, it was like, say goodbye to your business.
The communication with the cops now, the way they dispatch the police these days.
Yeah, because I don't think people are better.
No, people aren't better. It's just there's more better trained cops. The communication system's so much better. The access is better. They know how to distribute resources better these days. I think in the old days, they just had their little radios. Right. And it's like, Hi, Clancy. I think there are some people starting a little trouble down there at Coney Island.
And then they all go to that one spot.
Yeah, and then they all go there and open something else.
Right.
Like, there's just such a better way of distributing their
They learned the you stay here.
Right, you stay here.
You stay here.
I'll go there.
Right, I'll take a look.
Yeah.
You stay here. We didn't have phones at all yesterday, and today's definitely a phone day because everyone is like fucking. Everyone's got a story, so we're here, we're live. Give us a call.
There's a million stories in the Naked City.
The phone the phone number should be on the pad data.
Sure.
Yeah,
it's. Do you want to talk about what a fucking zero I am? And this is the truth. For a half a sec, I just read that Taylor Swift was single. And I was like, that would be... And I'm like, what are you thinking about, fucking loser?
She would eat you alive, man. She has that fake innocence, but she fucking eats men alive. You would get destroyed by Taylor Swift. You really would.
But I also like Kristen Stewart. I'm like, what the fuck's happening to me? Am I becoming an unreal... I love her.
What do you sit in front of Entertainment Tonight?
Dude, I'm becoming a fucking 44-year-old weenie.
There's nothing wrong with liking these women, but you're convinced you have a shot at them.
No, but I know I don't but there's that part of me that's like,
Maybe, if in a perfect world.
She's 22. She likes an older guy.
All right. Maybe if the power's out for another week or two, she might get a little desperate.
Yeah.
I got a new one. So what's going on with LaGuardia? It's like it's completely underwater.
It's so underwater.
I can't imagine they're going to open that up anytime soon.
They've been trying to pump it out.
But what happens after they get the water out of there? I hope they constructed that shit properly.
Yeah, it really is amazing. They're pumping water. It's right on the Flushing fucking bay, so I mean that just completely flooded.
Maybe it's now part of the bay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what storms used to do. They
would just eat parts of the land, and that was it. Okay. Well, I guess that's gone.
I learned through this whole thing in 1938 when that storm came through. We lost an island.
Yeah.
And none of us were born, so we just never knew that. Like
it was never there for us.
There's old people out there that remember this island that completely washed away in one of the big storms of 38.
Wow, that's LaGuardia, huh? Yeah, that's. I saw them pumping water out. They were trying anyway. It's It just
maybe that should just become part of the Bay.
That's it. Forget it. No more LaGuardia.
That's a shitty airport anyway.
Stinks.
To try to
maybe nature's basically telling everyone, look, why don't you get rid of this stupid airport?
Oh man,
no flights at all.
Send people out that jetway, just falling off into the water as a joke.
How do you get the water up?
Is it made? Look at how far
it almost looks like it's part of the Bay now.
Yeah.
When the Bay decides to take over and go, no, we want this area.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you prevent that?
Taking it back.
Like LaGuardia flights are going to be fucked
for a while.
Yeah, they said
the other
Kennedy
two
and
airports
Newark
are
open for limited service. And
Oh, they are.
LaGuardia is just where they have no
opening today.
Yeah.
Yes.
They have no clue. Again, that goes with part of the keeping anarchy from happening. You got to open up the airports just to tell people.
Just enough.
If they're opened, we're gonna and you send a couple of planes up. Makes people feel like
see, this
back to
plane's in
business.
the air.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, we're on the clock.
Yep, on the clock.
3 days. When did the storm hit? Monday?
You got 3 days.
So
holy shit.
Tomorrow, Friday, it's going to get way uglier. I would say.
Yeah.
I would say. And then we got the crane.
Oh, the big crane that's been dangling precariously. I've never heard the word precariously used more on the news than the past couple of days with this fucking crane.
They had a guy in CNN last night because they have a plan, and so they talked to this expert.
Yeah.
And the guy goes, that's a horrible plan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's the plan?
The plan is to disassemble the building from the bottom floors and have it lower the entire crane down.
Oh, see, I heard they were going to dig a ditch right next to the building, lift it up with a forklift, lower the building and the crane, and see, yours makes more sense.
Yeah.
Whatever plan they have, this one expert that knows about cranes is like, oh, that's a bad one. That's a bad plan.
And that too is great because that had a camera on it when that thing went.
Yeah.
Like all these little moments that usually you just see the aftermath of.
There's a camera on that?
Yeah, there was a camera. You could see the crane go and just fall down.
Oh, I want to see that.
Yeah,
it's pretty
CNN's
cool.
been running that a lot. It'll pop back up.
They're going to build a giant crane next to it and lower it. That's the only thing you can do.
No way will they do that.
They have to.
No, that would take forever. You're joking, right?
No, they're going to build a crane on the other side of the building and lower it. It's the only thing they can do.
No. They can't do that.
Have to.
No, that's impossible. Rich Voss wants in. Rich?
I say they just dropped the crane.
Yeah.
Why am I getting feedback? God damn it.
What?
Driving. I'll come call you back.
Well, you're fine.
You sound fine here.
No, I can hear an echo. I'm not fine. I can hear a fucking...
All right, then call back. What do you want from me?
Your Voss is driving.
Oh, there it is.
He's driving home from Florida.
Yeah. Well, that is some heavy fucking winds that were hitting that crane, and then it just tips over
because
backwards.
the wind shouldn't have pushed it that way unless, obviously the wind real strong.
Whoa. That's it.
Bam.
That definitely could have just fallen down.
And then pulled it away from the building, possibly,
Yeah.
right?
The fact that it fell backwards is probably better.
Maybe.
For some reason. But they have, the only thing they can do is, like, when they have two big cranes, they use one to lift and lower the other. They're going to have to build up right next to it and and lower that one down.
That thing.
And we got to all wait around for that?
Yeah.
There's no way they do that.
How else can they do it?
I don't
Why
know.
was the boom up like that? That's a weird thing.
It's way too heavy to helicopter. There's no way you helicopter that. That's a massive
I don't know.
piece of equipment.
Maybe they could take it apart piece by piece and start lowering
up
it.
there.
I don't know. I don't think they build another crane.
But is there
that
another-
would shut down the city for a month.
Is there another crane there to lower
The city would probably demand, let's cut this thing loose before we do that.
it? They have to
Take
lower
our chances.
Is there another crane on the building, though?
I don't think so.
I don't
Then,
know.
then how can they lower the pieces? Even if they take it apart, they couldn't lower anything.
Just go, look out down there.
Yeah,
And
drop
just
it.
Drop
Yeah,
it.
maybe some big airbags. Let's go back to Rich Voss. Rich.
Hey, Rich.
Hey,
Rich.
I'm driving home from Florida, and I'm losing my mind.
Why?
What's the matter?
I feel like John Cusack trying to get back to the ship or something.
What's that?
I'm breaking up again. Hey, listen, it was a real
movie that is.
pleasure.
Yeah?
So when are you getting home? I know you're driving back. When are you getting home?
I still have 500 miles.
Wow. Oh, jeez. Yikes.
How's Bonnie and the baby and stuff?
I haven't called. I don't know.
He doesn't.
It's not about them. It's about me getting home.
Of course it is.
Yeah, you've been inconvenienced by this storm.
They're like I called the airlines, and I was supposed to fly out of Fort Lauderdale. Hold on. Fuck. I was supposed to fly out of Fort Lauderdale.
That was a tractor trailer.
Right? And so that was canceled, obviously. And I'm driving, and I call, and I want to fly out of Myrtle Beach, because, I'm towards South Carolina.
What is that?
What is he doing?
What was that? What was that story?
I don't know.
Where was he going?
He was telling us all his options.
Yeah, what?
What's he doing? There's people out there with real problems today.
Real stories.
Real stories. They lost everything.
Well, he wants to get home to his wife and baby.
I understand that, but we don't need his itinerary of possibilities. And why wouldn't you just take a flight anywhere north and then get your
then deal with it,
and then get your rent-a-car?
Right.
I'm guaranteed this flight's going somewhere north.
Somewhere that he could then get a car and drive it instead of driving the whole way.
Even if it's to northern Florida.
I wonder if he could have flown to Cleveland even. That's a 10-hour drive. Instead of driving 24 hours.
What was he doing?
What was that story, man?
He was giving options, right?
Yeah.
So I have I just phased right out.
Yeah, man.
Jesus, Rich.
We love you, Rich, but what the fuck?
Jeez, all right, we get it. You're driving.
Well, it's the trucker mentality. We've learned that over the years.
Oh, if you drive too long, you just need to talk to somebody.
You just need to talk.
Yeah.
We don't have time for a little chit-chat.
No, we don't.
Bobby Kelly's not in New York. He's stuck in Chicago. I think he was shooting something, and he fucking told me he was going to be stuck for a little while. And
what, in a door jam?
That's an easy drive, though.
You know what?
That's a 2-day drive.
Not even. You probably could drive that one long. What's that? Is that 10 or 12 hours?
Yeah. I was debating doing it when we did the live broadcast.
That's
It would have
drive.
It would have been about
It is a long
14 hours, I think. Yeah. So you cut that shit in half.
Yeah.
Do 7, stop, do another 7. That's easy.
But you keep thinking that you're going to, tomorrow the airports will be... Because JFK in Newark should be open today.
Yeah. I just didn't lose any power, nothing.
That's great.
Flick twice, 2 little big bumps.
I feel guilty because my brother has a huge tree in his house. My other brother haven't.
How many times you read that on Twitter? And
oh, God. This is the curse of Scott Shannon.
We really came up with that one in perfect timing.
I said yesterday, I want to know how many people that were laughing their asses off and then have a tree on their actual house.
Well, I didn't have a tree on my house, but as I'm driving, it was pretty fucked up. I'm looking at the damage, and I'm going, oh, shit. Oh, you're seeing how really serious this shit really is. But then every other block, I'm laughing to myself because I'm like, there's a tree on that house.
Every time I saw one, I'd be driving, I saw it, and I'd be like, I got a tree on my house. I got a tree on my house. What are the odds that we talk about that, we do the bit and play it ad nauseum, and then a shitload of people have trees on their house?
Yeah.
Gee.
How's Erock doing? He couldn't make it in today.
What happened with the E?
I talked to him yesterday. I don't know. He's in rescue mode.
Yeah.
Is he?
Hoboken is so bad. When I saw that he wasn't going to be
in Hoboken.
Oh, he's not?
He doesn't
I thought
live
he was.
anymore.
Yeah.
Oh.
I figured that his house
he's
framed.
out. He's out in a safe area.
Is he?
Yeah. I had a couple trees fall down around his house, and his brother and sister's houses are pretty much destroyed.
I'm getting a little inkling that you're not believing the Erock could not make it in.
We've been on it for 2 days.
Oh.
His family lives in Bell Harbor, where it was real ugly, obviously, where the 110 homes fucking burned down and floods.
Yeah, that's fucking bad.
His brother's family had to be rescued from the second floor. Oh, you weren't here for that. He wrote me and said that
I wasn't here yesterday,
he's taking the rest of the week off because he's basically in rescue mode
for the foreseeable future.
But then we call him back yesterday, and he's not even out there.
Yeah.
Oh, he sent a picture of his neighbor's house. All right.
Oh, there you go.
It's his neighbor's house.
I got that picture too.
If you're
my neighbor.
If you're sending pictures of your neighbor's house, that means your house is okay, and maybe. Yeah. Not going to question what anyone does, but I'm just saying.
Well,
so I thought he was going out to that area to see what he could do, but no, he's not.
So what's he doing?
I don't know. We could call him. I guess.
Oh boy,
let's give him a call.
The Erock call.
I'm sure Sam would have a lot to say.
Oh, he certainly will.
Sam's down the hall.
And how's Mars doing?
Is Mars here? Oh,
Yeah.
good. Okay.
Yeah, Mars is back.
I'm back.
Are there guests coming in today to the building? Like this place has been fucking creepy for 2 days.
I would bet it. Maybe though. I mean, like I said, Midtown is completely fine.
It's just getting
Sam,
here is a pain in the ass.
Are you surprised that Erock didn't make it in today?
Am I surprised?
Oh, yeah, surprise. Let's start there.
No, I'm not surprised.
I would imagine his roads are clear around him.
Yeah. I mean, he lives right here. Kenny got in.
Oh, boy.
Yesterday.
Kenny got in yesterday.
Oh, boy. They did clear the roads up pretty fucking quickly. I mean, Long Island was
they figure out that's
a mess.
That's the first thing they got to do. Because they know people got to, get food and just basic supplies.
Like yesterday, there was no fucking way to even get, out of the neighborhood. There were giant trees just, in the road. But then today, you look around, I was like, oh, fuck. Somebody got out with a chainsaw and fucking cleaned his shit up.
So Erock is not rescuing his siblings?
Oh, no.
No, we talked to him yesterday afternoon, too.
Oh, boy.
So what is...
He's hanging out at his house.
So what is his siblings...
He's keeping close to the situation. Look, man, we all have siblings are in a tough spot. I would love to go to Long Island and see if I could fucking chainsaw a tree or two for my brother. My brother's house has trees all over the fucking place. I don't even know the damage of Brett's house because he stopped communicating with us. So I don't know if it's bad cell service or what, but last we heard it was pretty ugly around.
It's probably bad, even in the city. Verizon.
They said a lot of their they lost what was it 30% of their fucking cell towers.
He's a survivor, so I'm assuming he's fine, but I haven't heard from him, so which only makes me think his situation's pretty ugly too.
But why didn't you just stay home in case you needed to spring into action at a moment's notice?
I should be in rescue mode, right?
Exactly.
Rescue mode. I learned a new thing. You tell these people around here you're in rescue mode, you can take a week.
Oh, it's amazing.
Well, why isn't Erik here?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
But I'm not questioning anyone.
Erock comment? Oh, that's right.
We should get to the bottom of it. I'm sure there's a good reason. I have faith in Erik. Let's give him a call.
No answer.
We already called.
No answer on the bagel phone?
Okay, so he's sleeping.
You think?
Of course. Why else would he not be answering?
Oh, sleep.
When you're in emergency mode.
Yeah.
Wait a second. What video games came out yesterday? Let's check.
Well.
When you're in emergency mode.
Does he have power? I forget.
He didn't yesterday.
Oh, he didn't have power.
But the only thing he should be doing is sitting by his phone in case it rings.
And why would you stay home when you know there's power here?
Because there's also work here.
Oh, see, that was... Oh, good point.
Oh,
yeah.
Assassin's Creed 3.
He's just sitting...
Oh, Assassin's Creed 3.
He's sitting with a controller in front of a blind TV in the dark, just going... pew, pew, making noises.
I don't know why he's not here. He sent me a picture of his neighbor's house. That looks pretty ugly. But like I said, if you're sending pictures of your neighbor's house, that means your house is okay.
Why would you care what his neighbor's house looks like?
I don't know. I don't care. He sent it to me, though.
Is Jess getting fed up?
Oh, man.
She's got
to fucking just hate this.
Why don't you guys go back and clean out the fridge? She made a point at the fridge. I was like, oh, yeah.
I think, we're going to go.
That's an easy cleanup.
We're going to go home today after the show.
It'll be all defrosted and just got thrown away. That's easy.
I can't wait till after the show today. You know what we got in store? 3 men taking showers. Yeah, motherfuckers.
Have you showered?
What? Jesus, we're fucking filth-ridden. We did the old, you take a little washcloth and stuff with the cold water and stuff. But we're going to my apartment, which I would assume has power.
Of course it does.
Yeah, it's midtime.
Yeah,
and
it's all good.
And we're all gonna shower.
You could use my place too if you want.
We're okay there. That's fine. And then we're all heading back to Casa Cumia, where the generator is cranking.
Yeah, well, then I'll go back to my house with power,
right?
And then enjoy my power, and then have to come back to the blackout house
to get a ride
to get to work.
And then I'm going to try to get to my apartment.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, we're going to try and go today.
Oh man,
I've heard that we have to park at a distance.
It's got to be crazy. It's all sand. That whole fucking place, that whole strip is just sand.
Amazing.
You can't drive there.
Without being retarded, you should really try to find somebody who has like an ATV or something that you can get around.
Yeah, well, I think we might know somebody who might be a fan of the show who might be getting us there.
Well, that's always risky. They're either really big fans or they're serial killers.
No, he's a good guy.
Good luck to you on that one. Hey, where's Kenny?
You want to use my house to shower?
I don't know. Like, we found out, I showered this morning.
Oh, you have a hotel.
Still in the hotel.
I was joking and being creepy, but I thought
end up with a Hulk video. Just fucking all naked showering.
Just wants Jess to take a shower at his house.
Yeah, Sam, you go back to Westchester. But no, I forgot they have a hotel.
We found out, like, our building has no power, and so but my parents had power, so we figured, we could at least do stuff over there when we're back. My parents lost power at 8 o'clock last night.
Who does that? I don't know. Oh, man. I guess they had to cut their power to fix other power. Sometimes they do that.
Or something just fucked up. Like, I think this was the bad one.
Yeah, that's...
and this I think we got to take this one away.
If we take that, like 80 people are going to lose their power, but I could get power for 200 people. So I'm going to take that.
They're bypassing your parents' house to probably plug it in.
Or they just thought it would fix everything, and now more people have no power. Right. This should fix it up. Oh, no.
Oh.
They probably have to turn it off just to fix, like you said, other people's stuff.
Get Kenny on mic. Kenny, so you have no electricity. You were telling me a pretty good story on the way in today, man.
Yeah, but there seems like a new problem in the city.
Oh? What's that?
It seems like everybody is driving in now, so there's a lot of traffic.
Dude, it's crazy.
Yeah. And I just went by 2 gas stations.
Out of gas.
No gas.
Already?
Yeah.
So we're going to have a bunch of out of gas motherfuckers.
Like me, maybe.
Oh.
How bad are you?
I'm half.
Oh, you're fine.
I topped off right before the storm.
I should have.
And I didn't even wait. You know what? Nowadays, you're pumping, it goes $75 and it stops. Yeah. I swiped that motherfucker again. Come on, bitch. Another $30 in there.
Can you do that when you...
Yeah, you just got to do it like you're buying gas all over again.
Wait a minute. When
you just re-swipe?
Yeah.
They don't fill it when they fill it?
No, they like when you do self-serve, it just goes to $75.
I didn't know that.
And then it stops. Yeah. And now,
maybe I haven't gone over 75 yet.
I think I think it's a fail-safe so that like it's not just pouring gas out of the pump.
Right.
I think it'll hit a certain point and just automatically cut it off.
I don't know. I kind of started noticing that at like real high gas prices. All of a sudden they started doing this. I think so you don't just because now you could absolutely pump $100 worth of fucking gas in any vehicle now, and I think a lot of people are like, oh, I just let it go. And
is that one by my place where is that one out?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I have another dilemma.
Yes, Kenny.
They didn't put knives in the bags with the food.
Well, you'll be out looking for work.
Oh,
And
wow.
I think, I know this will put me on the unemployment line. They made Jimmy's omelet incorrectly.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
What did they do, Kenny?
I think you got spinach.
Okay, I'll take a little spinach.
Spinach is nice.
Yeah.
Kenny, so no
Healthy.
no electricity. People, you said people fighting, but I didn't think fist fights. But what? There's a little impatience going on.
Yeah, there's a lot of heated verbal disputes.
About what?
Gas lines, restaurants waiting an hour for food and gas. And
Who are they yelling at each other? If there's a line, there's a line. Like what?
I know, but you know,
pushing and shoving, saying
some
that.
people are impatient.
Yeah, we find that out.
So what are they yelling at each other? Or are they yelling and then someone's going, "Hey, there's a line. What are you doing?"
Well, you know, like old people just think they can cut in.
Oh, fuck
You
them.
know,
Survival
and
of
this
the fittest.
one's got a handicap sticker, so they can
Goodbye.
cut in. And,
Goodbye, you limping gazelle at the fucking water hole.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, you don't cut
Eat
in.
that shit.
Everybody's got a story, you know. So
Of course.
Of why
Tell
they
your
should get
story
ahead?
walking.
Yeah.
Tell your story limping. That's
But
what I
you
say.
guys are in violation too.
Why?
Remember yesterday we were asked to turn these lights off to conserve power?
Are you shitting
Shut
me?
up. The lights are staying on today.
All right.
That don't mean nothing.
They could come down and shut them off themselves. I guess there's a generator for this floor.
Why?
All right.
I don't know if we're in generator mode today.
You should go green.
Just in case the lights went off to power up everything again. So they just say, well, fuck it. Why don't we stay one step ahead of everybody?
Gotcha.
I believe that's how it works. So,
And
But-
the phones, they said, like the switching station was underwater.
Yeah, we got phones today. We're going to talk to the people
Yeah.
next.
Thank goodness.
So you've been just sitting in the dark bored?
Yeah, my fucking credit card. I go to pay for shit yesterday. My credit card is declined because the fucking credit card company, like the computer is like.
Oh, they
fuck-
can't. They can't.
Oh, the
Yeah.
computer.
So like the time you need it most, because you can't get cash out of an ATM. You can't.
No.
Like, thank God I have more than one credit card.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we've set up our system 3 days.
Dude, we've set it
That's
up
it.
for disaster.
3 days.
For complete failure.
And all hell breaks loose.
Yeah.
We put ourselves in a position of convenience where if something goes wrong, we have nothing. We can't do anything.
You watch. These stories are all about showing the footage and the boats in the trees and the burnt down houses. Tomorrow they start talking about the ugliness of humanity
Nice.
You wanna hear
and what
another
they're capable
fucked
of
up thing?
doing.
Right.
Want to hear another fucked up
Yes.
thing?
Sure, Kenny.
You ever hear like the Jersey barrier and you can't like make left turns on highways and stuff?
The jug handles and stuff.
Yeah. Well, the thing is
Is?
You know, you go out on the highway because I'm looking for like food and gas and stuff like that, and all the traffic lights are out. So they block the fucking intersection, so you can't go around you can't make a left-hand turn to turn around.
So how are you supposed to fucking?
You got to drive a half a fucking hour out of your way till you find an overpass, and then you can turn around.
Why are they doing that? Why?
Wow.
Because
the lights
there's
are
too
all
much
out.
traffic
They don't want
on the
people
highway.
going through 2 separate lanes of traffic, like with a median strip and everything.
Yeah, the
like
lights
that.
are out. They don't trust people to figure it out on their own.
Yeah, and when it's dark out, you don't realize how fucking dark it is when there's no ambient light.
When it's dark, you don't realize how fucking dark it is. That's
As much as I want to beat him up for that, he is so right.
yeah.
It is when you like leave a city and go up in the mountains or whatever, and when the lights go out for the night, holy
It's
fuck,
fucking
it's
dark.
You can't see your hand in front of you.
Yeah.
We forget because there's always some kind of light
some
around.
kind of residual little light that lights things up a little bit. That's fucking pitch black.
When I went fly fishing with Bob Kelly, they decided to leave me down by the river when they were pulling the boat out.
Yeah.
As a little prank. I thought it was hilarious for maybe 5 seconds. and then
like,
I was like,
no.
holy fuck, I can't even see my hand.
It's fucking dark.
Dude, it is dark.
That's crazy
Dark.
Yeah.
And our eyes are such shit.
Yeah,
Like, you ever see what a predator's eyes look like? Everything's green. They see everything.
Yeah, and that's what you start thinking immediately. There's a predator seeing me as a green person, and I can't even see my hand.
Can't see shit.
We're bumbling around like big fat sandwiches.
I started whimpering. I'm not going to lie. I'm like, Bobby, and they just pulled all the way out. And then I'm trying to walk my way out. I'm banging into everything. Because why would they help me out at all?
Yeah.
I had to try to figure out where the path was that I just saw a mere couple seconds ago.
So they're saying I won't have power for maybe 2 weeks, up to 2 weeks.
Oh boy,
That's probably worst case. But still, you got a few days left.
I don't foresee.
You want to blow off your family and stay with me tonight?
No.
Warm shower, Wi-Fi,
I have to
electricity.
take care of my family.
Oh, that's a good. You're a good provider.
Plus I called like a half dozen hotels. I need a pet-friendly hotel because I got a little dog.
Oh, good luck
You know
with
what?
that.
Leave the dog home.
No,
Dog's
the
fine.
dog.
So there's no pet-friendly hotels?
Well, they're either have no power or no vacancy.
Yeah.
And, and I want to try to stay in the area so I don't have to drive an hour and a half to work.
Right. And you guys are traveling this weekend, aren't you?
Well, that's another thing. Yeah, we got to get to the airports are supposed to open today, except for LaGuardia's not open. It's underwater.
We have a flight. What time Friday?
I have no computer. I'm doing business off my phone.
Where are you guys flying to?
Minneapolis.
Yeah.
That's better because that
I'm just
destination
saying,
wouldn't be affected.
Just go to regular size Apple.
I would take a large Apple's. You're fucked up. But no, Minneapolis was probably not affected. But I'd rather be flying there than fucking Cleveland or somewhere that got hit.
Cleveland got hit.
Yeah, but like, you just, with no fucking, every time you walk in a room, you just instinctively hit the light switch like a jerk off.
You do feel silly doing that. Yeah.
Like
You
a
just
fucking
click,
jerk off.
click.
And then, like, you got to run out to your car to charge my flashlight and phone, like, every time you fucking drive around.
Here's why there won't be total anarchy, though.
Okay.
Because they saw it coming.
Yeah.
And even though it's fucking crazy, everybody was forewarned. No one is surprised. It's like they said, look, this is happening. We're working on it before it happened. So people are like, this sucks, but we knew it was happening.
I don't know about that.
It still feels like it's controlled because people
all these people that lost homes.
Dark.
I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying that people knew it was coming.
They need food, man.
Like, thank God it's not winter because it's not, like, freezing cold in the house.
Yeah, but
But there won't be anarchy.
People get very angry when they don't have
People are going to start
things.
getting a little ugly starting
crazy.
tomorrow, man.
Yes.
You'll see. We'll be on tomorrow morning talking about some ugliness.
Yeah, I'm just sitting in my house in silence.
You don't want to be alone with your thoughts, right?
No, it's like you're fucking waiting to get rescued somewhere.
Yeah.
Like
What
you're
happens?
trapped.
What do you think about when you're just sitting there in silence?
If I had a thought in my head, it would be lonely.
Aw.
You'd be great at meditating, man. You should really try it.
That takes effort.
No, it wouldn't.
Concentration.
That's my point. No, if you don't have any thoughts.
But I left my fucking house to get dinner last night at 5:30. I didn't get back home till 8:50.
Oh boy, that's a long time.
Yeah, driving around and then waiting over an hour for a fucking table at the Red Lobster.
Oh, boy.
You went to a Red Lobster?
Well, that was the only fucking thing that was open.
Highfalutin.
You get some shrimp.
Yeah.
There were some things open in our neighborhood. Like, I was surprised to see a few restaurants during the day. I was like, okay, there's a few. Because people can't get to work.
Everything will be open today.
Well, the ones
there's opportunists, man. Yesterday, people started opening up restaurants everywhere because they saw these people wandering around going, fuck, they need food.
Yeah.
So they got their employees in. Yeah. I walked from my place back to this joint.
It's very sad.
What's sad? The whole thing?
The situation.
Yeah.
This is a real life situation.
It is a situation. You're right.
I can't. I wonder how many homes were lost in this. They haven't even.
I don't know. Obama's coming to New Jersey today.
Yeah, you enjoy that.
Do you feel like when you look at those houses in Queens that burned for hours because they just couldn't get to them?
100 houses.
Holy fucking
10 now.
shit.
There's a great picture of from the air of that. It's the whole neighborhood. And then you just see it looks like a meteor hit this one area. It's just a circle of nothing, just burnt destruction.
We still, with all of our...
Okay.
I say with all of our fucking ability to have technology and all that stuff, we still can't... When the elements are fucking horrible, there's nothing you can do.
We'll never get up past that point.
Never.
Well, the fire department was in an incredible situation because they chose life over property because they needed all the fire guys there to help the people in the area too.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, "Fuck, let's try to at least save as many people as we can."
And by the way, we will be able to beat this stuff eventually because we will.
Future Jimmy, Future Jimmy.
I love
Future Jimmy.
Controlling the weather is something we're absolutely going to be able to do.
Well, if you don't think we're doing it already with the HARP system, you're a fool.
But anybody that
Thank
thinks
you for your service.
That's how you know, like, these conspiracy guys are just fucking assholes. If we could have, we would. We can't yet. We don't have the ability. Eventually,
maybe it's part of the
will.
master plan. They needed a huge storm to hit the Northeast.
And Pat Fuminaki is okay.
Yes. Oh, thank God. Everyone was worried about him on the Twitter.
Yeah, he's okay.
Saw that.
Yeah, this is, you know what? Let me take one call here before we go to break. No surprise here.
Is Erock?
Jeff, no, we're going to try to get Erock after the break. Jeff in Jersey, and we'll try to get another phone call into Rich Voss, who's very inconvenienced by driving home from Florida. Jeff, what do you got, buddy?
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hi, Jeff.
I just drove. I've been driving for about 40 minutes now. I've gone through 4 towns, nothing but just destruction everywhere, lights out. The only place that I've seen lit up so far is the toll booths in New Jersey. Every one of them is lit up and working.
Figures.
They're
fucking
figures. Fucking hateable.
They got their generators.
I remember when we were living up in Boston when the traffic got too bad on the Mass Pike. Do you remember the days when we would drive back to New York, they would wave people through?
Yeah.
Because they're like, we got to get rid of some of this traffic. Just go, just go.
Yeah.
New York would never even think of that. New York would never give you just a... or Jersey, excuse me, the New York area. They would never give you that little dumb fucking break where maybe you go, you know what? That was just a nice little gesture.
Yeah, drive
lights
through
are out
paying.
everywhere except for the toll booths.
Trying to fuck you at every turn.
Out, guys.
All right, buddy. But you're right. That's so typical.
Yeah. Of course it is.
Why wouldn't that generator work?
Yeah, of course.
We were evacuated on Sunday, and there's 2 bridges that connect the Rockaways to Queens and Brooklyn. And boy, let me tell you, if you didn't have an Easy Pass or if you didn't have 3 1/4, you weren't evacuating.
You weren't evacuating. Nope. That's great. Get back to your house.
Even when people were evacuating, they made sure they collected their toll money?
Last year...
That's
what
fucking
pieces of garbage.
disgusting.
Last year when we had to evacuate, the toll booths were open. But this year, oh boy, had to pay that $1.80.
That was a mandatory evacuation.
Yeah.
Scumbags. What fucking scumbags.
That's horrendous. And, the government can't control that. That's private shit, right?
But they could do something.
That's private shit.
Couldn't they make sure that they could do something to make sure that was open? Or people could just fucking barrel through. It takes one guy to barrel through those little arms, and then you're done.
Yeah, I think it's all controlled by the MTA because Bloomberg said yesterday, he's like, buses will be free today, but at some point they're going to have to start charging.
Yeah,
so
I understand that, but you do the right thing.
Oh, absolutely.
At first.
If you're telling people to evacuate, then I should be able to get out for free.
You have lit up toll booths today, even though everyone is fucking in the dark? That's disgusting. Ugh, they're so fucking hateable.
They really are.
Did you see obviously all the news coverage is going on all day, and with the election coming up, a lot of people had pulled all of their spots. except for Linda McMahon, and it was really awkward and uncomfortable.
Oh, Linda McMahon's been running her spot. Yeah, I saw a few of those.
Really? Was that a mistake?
I think so. I mean, considering the damage and destruction that's going on, like, it's just like the ad comes on where she's trying to, like, shit talk somebody else, and it's just like, really? Just give it a rest, lady.
My opponent knew the storm was coming and encouraged people to not leave.
Imagine you run that spot. How great.
I'd hate to be a candidate named Sandy right now.
Anyone with that name probably getting a lot of...
You think there'll be any babies named Sandy?
Oh, my God, because, everyone thinks they're original.
Halloween is canceled.
Your kid's going to go to school with 100 Sandys. Idiots. Halloween, it was canceled. I was supposed to go to Philly, man.
Yeah, this is definitely the plot of a Peanuts cartoon.
Halloween's canceled.
Hurricane came by, Halloween's canceled, now we got to fix it.
I got a trick-or-treat in my building, I guess, up and down the stairs.
It's illegal. You're going to be arrested. Like, I was driving in, I heard that, and I'm like, can the governor even do that? What is that? We're canceling Halloween. What?
You can't cancel Halloween.
You cancel it.
What a Grinch.
Yeah, You could give it another day, maybe, but... I'm sure people will be trick-or-treating. I guess not. Fucking Jersey's really dark.
Yeah, it's scary.
Doesn't that make Halloween a little more fun, though? You don't know what you're going to get when you knock on some of these doors.
Batteries. I'm going to make sure I have plenty of saltwater taffy to hand kids. Have some more ocean water, stupid.
There you go. People can just fucking steal the kids' candy.
I told you when I was a kid, I would go trick-or-treating. And it was awful because I thought I was really funny when I would just go, "We's just a tricksin' and treatsin'."
Why don't we take a break?
I don't know why I'd say that. But I would say that. Yeah. We's just a tricksin' and a treatsin'.
We're going to break. And
I thought I was amusing.
When we get back, we're going to talk to Erock. Hopefully Erock.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, Erock.
We'll see, Erock.
What are you doing? Think he's sloughing off today?
Sloughing.
He made it very clear he was in rescue mode and he needed the rest of the week off. So I want to see where he's at. How many people he's rescued by now?
Yeah.
Same him down the hall. And then we want to talk to Rich Voss because he's driving back from Florida.
Yeah, he's worried about Bonnie and the baby.
Well, I'm sure.
Poor Rich.
I'm sure. That's a fucking hassle. And I guess that's...
Yeah.
What do you got?
Break-a-rooney.
I saw you running down the hall.
I mean, I know, like, it's a storm day and everything, but part of rebuilding is getting back to our normal life.
Right. Yeah.
And let's not forget, today is Jocktober 31st.
I know, our October got all fucked up.
But it can be extended just like Halloween has been.
That's true. That's true.
Stop it.
What do you got on you?
Well, I have, we'll wait a little bit because there's a production piece that I want to match with this that we're working on right now.
Right.
But we have our traditional Jocktober closing show today.
Oh, okay.
Good. Curse Man?
That's Curse Man.
Curse Man.
Great.
Anything else?
Boy. Huh?
Yikes.
We don't need the Katrina clips because we're now living it. Remember we were going to do that?
Yeah.
It would be stupid.
Don't worry about it.
You didn't start that, did you?
No, well, somebody was supposed to be working on it, but somebody's in rescue mode.
Oh.
Erock.
What do you think Erock's doing right now?
Sleeping. He's snoozing.
Eating.
He's
Odds are.
snoring.
If I want to play the odds, I'll say eating.
Okay.
What is he doing?
Sleeping.
What is he doing?
There's no way. Like,
It's not a question to anyone. I get it. But what is he doing?
I don't understand why he's at home. We get out of here at 11 o'clock in the morning.
It's nothing.
11. He could even tell the bosses, I got to leave right
after the
10.
show.
Yeah, leave at 10.
I got to rescue my brother.
He's rescuing a hoagie from sure rotting, putting it into his stomach for safekeeping.
He's going door to door, eating all the food that's going
out of people's fridges. Yeah,
or any pets that are fucking wounded. They're chewing on a Doberman leg.
If you're sleeping while the show is on,
you're not rescuing.
Right, you could be out at the show.
Be on the show.
You could just as easily be here.
Yes.
What do you think his excuse would be? We probably shouldn't say it on the air because then he won't say what I'm thinking.
He's going to be very sort of resentful that you'll even call and ask him. How dare you ask him?
Call him?
Of course you should call him. He's not at work. That's his job.
We learned yesterday he had a tree split in his yard, I guess, and a tree fall in his neighbor's yard.
Yeah.
And that the roads had some trees.
That's everybody.
Right. It's the mundane hurricane story. Nothing happened.
But by the looks of all the cars coming into Manhattan, it looks like a lot of people are figuring out ways
to get in.
The fallen trees.
They're driving.
Yes.
They're driving.
They're driving. All right, we'll try to get Erock on the line next, and Rich Voss, and certainly some of your phone calls, because people all got stories today, that's for sure. We're going to go eat some fucking bacon.
In a world with unlimited food possibilities.
He's a giant cape napkin around his back.
One man refused to stop eating.
Pocket full of chips. A cruncher, 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 cruncher. A cruncher, 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 cruncher.
And eating. And eating.
Where's my hoagie slippers? He puts his feet in their actual hoagies that he's taped up.
Yes. He drives a hoagie mobile.
Car runs on vinegar and oil.
Coming this winter.
Hoagie Boy's enemy is it's not kryptonite, it's an expiration date.
And sometimes he eats it and gets all sick and he's shitting. Diarrhea from bad hoagies.
Erik Nagel is...
He's not allowed into the halls of justice because a lot of times he liquid shits down his legs.
Superman slips in it. It's all mad.
He gets paralyzed.
Hoagie Boy.
And he just walks into the room slowly with 2 hoagies in his hand. And he takes a bite out of each one while a crime's being committed.
Just watches the crows.
He helps no one.
Sirius XM. You're listening to Opie and Anthony.
All right, we're going to call Erock. We doing that?
Erock.
Seeing how Erock's doing. He's in rescue mode. He said it, not me.
He said he's in rescue mode, and that's why he's not here today.
His brother was in a situation in Bell Harbor. They stuck on the second floor of his house. And he said, I'm taking the rest of the week off because I got to see what I could do for him.
Ah. And
so
he's home. Sleeping, apparently. Well,
he's very on edge, so
yeah,
be careful what you say.
Is he?
Oh, yeah.
He's very on edge.
Oh,
you
yeah.
gotta look out.
Yeah, he's dealing with a lot.
Don't get the Erock angry.
No, Erock's dealing with a lot right now, so
is he?
Let's be very careful. Yes, he is.
Just hurricane related, or
I don't know.
Life in general.
I don't know. I mean, we're all kind of in a situation, or know someone that's in a situation. But
sure.
Certainly, Erock is really dealing with a lot right now.
All right. Well,
he's dealing with so much that he's not answering his phone.
Oh, man. How does he do that? How does that motherfucker not answer the phone?
And then he gets mad.
Yeah.
Eventually, we'll talk to him this morning, and then he'll be so mad.
He'll be all pissed.
But I would say he kind of does it to himself.
Oh, he does every time.
But he doesn't understand that point at all.
Jeez, man. Pick up the fucking phone.
Yeah, how does he not answer the phone?
Answer the phone.
Unless when we finally get him, he goes, yeah, I was, we got him. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Cool. I figured he'd be up.
Okay.
Erock.
Yo.
How you doing?
Hey.
What's your status today?
Still haven't moved the trees or the wires yet.
They still have what?
They still haven't moved the trees or wires yet.
In your area?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
So what do you have to wait for them to come in? And you obviously can't do it. So what they go house by house and just clear stuff out?
Well, they're blocking the streets here, so you can't really drive out with the trees and the wires laying right here. Some of the wires are probably still active.
No,
where are the wires laying? Like right on your particular road there?
They're laying at the. Because I'm on a corner, so right here on the end where the one tree is blocking it, it's laying there with the wires under the tree, and then down the other end of the road there's a portion of an oak tree laying there with wires from somebody's house that was ripped out, and that's laying on the other end.
Have you been able to drive out at all? Like, can you get out to Long Island or anywhere?
No, I haven't left the house yet.
Do you have gas? Because the gas stations are running out of gas.
Yeah, we filled up on Friday.
You got food?
Yeah.
No power.
Supplies? Well, I don't know. Of course you do. You don't have electricity, right?
No, I don't have any power, no.
So what do you mean, of course you do? People are running out of food, and if you can't, get in your car, how are you going to get food?
I stocked up ahead of time.
Stocked up ahead of time.
Are you going out to Long Island?
Long Island, no, but Queens later if we can, they can clear the road.
No way out. How'd you get in?
What do you mean, how did I get in?
When did you leave? Studio.
How did you even get your car home?
How did I, wait.
No, he went before the hurricane, though. I think he went back before it really hit.
Oh, okay.
So he's been in there. Like, you haven't driven since,
You've been stuck. It sucks.
No, after Monday, once we were finished, I just drove right home.
Then you've been stuck ever since.
Yeah.
That blows.
How far are you from the path?
There's no path anywhere near me.
Oh, okay. Because I think those are running. At least they were.
Nah, they're not running. No train.
Oh, is that done? Okay, that was the last one that was running. Then.
Yeah.
Okay.
The path train, I mean, as much as the subway is fucked, the path train is just as much, if not more fucked.
Yeah.
How's your brother and sister doing?
So far, the same. They haven't really, they haven't gotten a chance to go back in. They're going to try today.
Talk to your neighbors.
Yeah.
They're all stranded.
Yeah, but most of them have generators, and I don't.
Oh.
How come you just didn't have time? You guys just moved in. Can't they put one in when you're having the house built? Like, can that not be a part of a new house?
I didn't have, but I didn't have the house built.
Oh, you moved. Okay. Oh, that sucked.
What? We're just checking up on you.
Yeah. Making sure everything's cool.
Why are you always on edge?
I wonder why.
What?
Just checking on you.
Yeah.
Seeing how you're doing.
Everything's okay. Okie dokie.
Yep.
That's very nice of you.
Sorry we woke you.
You haven't heard any trucks or anything? Come on.
No, I'm waiting on the county and the power company.
What, do you live in a black neighborhood? What's going on over there? Why are you taking so long?
Chainsaws just to at least get the road open.
We understand that they blow off the black people for a few days, but not a white consumer like yourself.
No. The cops were very nice to put these big orange drums and yellow police tape just to surround where the trees are, but they never moved anything.
Yeah.
Is the road still blocked?
Yeah.
Did you go out and check today? I mean, or did you?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, you can see it from your house. All right.
Yeah.
Are you in a cul-de-sac?
No.
He says both.
Not the other way.
The other one's blocked,
really?
too.
Oh, Jesus.
Remember?
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah.
You should have got a hotel in the city. Would have been easier for you,
Yeah, I wasn't going to stay in the city during the hurricane.
Why not?
It was the safest place.
Yeah, it was safer.
Because I wasn't going to leave my wife home alone during the hurricane.
Well, of course not. You have her come with you. We'd never expect you to leave your wife alone.
Yeah.
No, I just got this house. I wasn't going to leave the house alone either.
What does the house do?
Yeah, how much you can do.
I also have pets.
Well, all right.
Oh, okay.
What do you have? I didn't know you had pets.
Yeah.
I have cats.
Oh, God, those things could take care of themselves for at least a week.
Exactly.
Yeah,
come back, they'll be fucking playing your Wii.
That psychopath. All right, well, we're just checking in, making sure you're okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Are you getting enough sleep?
I'm doing all right.
When did you get up?
I got up a half an hour ago.
Cool.
This is going great.
Well, we're just catching up, making sure you're okay.
Yeah. Everybody wants to make sure everyone we know is okay.
Yeah, I haven't heard from my brother yet. He's in a situation, I think.
How many houses affected by the downed trees on the street? How many people can't get out?
About 12 on the street.
12?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How many people live on the street?
About 18.
18?
So 6 are able to leave their houses in a car?
The other end of the street isn't affected by this.
Oh, so it's just your end.
And they have power.
Half the street has power and half doesn't?
Yep.
Wow, you're just unlucky on
That
this one.
stinks.
What do you got there, Sam?
Are the cats okay?
Yeah, we asked about the
Yeah,
cats.
cats are fine.
Yeah, the cats are good, man.
Those animals are okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's like literally wires on both sides of your driveway?
No, not my driveway.
But I'm saying on the street, like you can't back out and drive either way.
Yeah, we're just trying to figure out where the wires are, I guess.
I can back out. I just can't get off the street.
Why not?
Like I'm saying, that's what I mean. The street is.
Can't you build a ramp? Go up and over a tree?
A ramp to go over the tree.
Yeah, why not?
Both sides of the street are
We used to
blocked by
even
wires.
cable our
Like
shit when we
Dukes
were
of
kids.
Hazzard.
Yeah, why not?
Are there any neighborhood activities since everybody on the street is obviously trapped on the street? Like, have you guys done any, like, jamborees, picnics?
Block party? Like a hurricane block party? That would be kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, you couldn't get any outside entertainment, obviously, but maybe just neighborhood people?
It's a really good question, Sam.
No, not really.
Out of 12 houses
People
on the
are
block.
just painting their lawns.
18. But 12 houses that people can't move. They can't leave. No one grabbed a
You can
chainsaw?
walk, you just can't move your car out of the way right
But no one grabbed a chainsaw
and said, fuck this.
and just went to
we're
get their
not,
car out?
We're not waiting for the local authorities.
Yeah,
We'll just
people do that
chainsaw
all the
our
time
own
in the neighborhoods.
fucking trees.
Is anybody worried about getting to the grocery store?
Yeah, what about people, right, how people get into the store?
People stocked up.
Oh, people
Everyone
worry
just
that
stocked
They're not
emergency.
going to cut the tree with wires laying everywhere.
They worry that emergency
Nah, you cut the
vehicles
trees
can't
and
get
leave the
through.
wires alone. You leave the wires
Wow.
alone.
If you had been stuck in the city, do you think your cats would be dead?
Nah, but I think at this point they'd be running out of food.
They would have been all right. Cats are weird. They're weird animals.
My cat's still chilling in my apartment.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They're fine.
Do you even have a worry about your cat, Sam?
No, it's a cat.
Who's recording Futurama for you?
Funny.
Question.
What are you going to do after the phone call?
Yeah, what's your day look like today?
Gonna clean some of the yard, and I think that's about it for now.
Are you going back to sleep since we woke you?
They didn't wake me up.
Oh.
What's wrong with your yard specifically?
There's leaves and branches. That's about it.
Yeah.
I think you would have taken care of that like yesterday since you were stuck all day. You'd be so bored. That's not because it's not like just because you'd be so bored. Like you'd just be looking for stuff to do. It's like cabin fever.
That's a really good point, Sam.
Right?
Yeah.
So you're just going to clean up the yard all day? From like 8 o'clock?
Take me all day.
From leaves
All right.
and
Well,
branches.
what's your day look like?
Basically a normal fall day of work.
Clean up the yard, walk around.
Walk around where?
The mall. Around the town.
You're stuck in your street?
Yeah, he's stuck on the street. 12 out of the 18 houses are stuck. And no one feels like,
moving the tree?
Yeah, no, that's too dangerous. Way too dangerous. There's wires all over the place.
Erock.
Yeah.
Would you be opposed to maybe tweeting a couple of pictures?
Of the street? No.
Like two specifically, like maybe one photo of one end.
to the left of your driveway, and then another picture to the right of your driveway.
Yeah, I can do that.
Because people have their questions.
People just want to know how
are
how it
questioning.
looks.
Which is weird because a lot of people who, live in suburban areas are just, you know, they're blue collar, they're trying to get by, and they don't have jobs that would allow them to say, I'm going to be out for a week because there's trees. So, like, those people, I would think, would try to get the
Erock, you got
the tree.
The naysayers.
Erock,
Yeah.
you're in a great spot today, man. You fucking tweet 2 pictures,
Oh,
one
my
to the
God.
right and one to the left of trees blocking you in. You're going to look
Complete
like a
roadblock.
fucking hero.
Yeah.
And you're going to shut up a lot of people today. I'm excited for this.
Want your face in the pictures, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you want to make sure that they're not...
Well, I'm just saying what the listeners will think.
We've been to his house.
Okay.
I haven't.
Yeah, I mean...
I recognize it, though, with all the down trees.
Yeah, right. You could do a self-shot, I guess.
But, you know, keep the background clear as far as the
trees.
Trees and
Yeah, so we could see the damage.
I mean, your wife's at home, so you don't even have to do the self thing. You could just, like, have her take the photo.
Oh, right.
And you just kind of standing next to all the horrible damage that's trapping you.
So when are you going to tweet the pictures? You're going to get a lot of followers because people are going to want to check out the pictures. And
Yeah.
Wow, you're in a great spot.
Let's get 'em
You're-
up there.
You're going to be able to shut a lot of people up today.
Erock? Coming? Hello?
Erock?
Erock?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can.
You going outside right now?
Right this second.
Well, why don't you do it while we're on the phone with you? We're here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Still in his PJs.
Oh,
who cares?
Yeah.
What?
Do it while you're on the phone.
Why?
We call it a cell phone.
While you're on the phone.
All right, so
That's fair.
we'll let you go. You tweet the 2 pictures of the trees blocking you.
What's
in.
the ETA on these pics?
When we get changed, they'll go right out.
He's got to put his outdoor clothes on. His fatigues.
Shouldn't take more than 10 minutes.
Like 10 minutes?
Somewhere around 8 o'clock?
Well, before that, even.
All right.
Well, we'll give him a few minutes.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, he's in a stressful situation.
Cool.
Let's let him have a few minutes
right.
to breathe.
Lace up his combat boots.
And then, of course, these pictures will be
Time to
tweeted by
find a hatchet and cut a couple of
Erock
trees down.
Erock Radio.
Erock Radio.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to shut up a lot of people today, man.
Yep.
This is the day I've been waiting for.
You must feel like a prisoner.
This does it.
Okay.
Why? We just want pictures of the trees.
This wasn't the reason why I was taking off, right?
What?
No, this wasn't the reason why I was taking off.
What do you mean?
Oh.
Here's the left turn. That's why we took 20 minutes. Here's the left turn. Here it comes.
And this is a left.
There's no trees down.
This is a left turn that Anthony predicted would happen.
Right. Erock.
We broke him down. It took 20 minutes.
What do you mean, buddy? We're not
Wait,
sure.
what do you mean?
No, we know you're in rescue mode.
Yeah, I'm dealing with my family stuff. That's not why I was. This wasn't why I was taking off.
Wait, dealing with your family stuff, but you said you were just going to hang out and, like, clean your yard and walk around today.
Walk into
Until they
town.
move the trees, and then I got to help my family out.
Yeah, so then now you're just tweeting the pictures of the trees to shut everyone up.
What brought this up?
We're just chatting. We talked to Voss.
Storm talk.
has turned to the left.
Yeah, we're doing storm talk with everybody this morning. We're trying to figure everybody's situation.
Yeah.
We had Voss on the phone for a few minutes.
See, this people wonder why they had to sit through very slow radio.
Right.
That's the reason.
This is the reason. We're professionals. We know.
Irritability. See, there's no power for a few days, no food for a
Erock.
few days. Everybody gets irritable.
We could talk about why you're out of work, but are you still going to tweet the pictures of the trees down? Don't let me down, man. This is where you get to shut everyone up.
Yeah.
You said you're blocked in.
No escape.
Do we have an eye patch situation here?
I don't know.
Erock, please tell me we don't have an eye patch situation here.
You're trying to make an eye patch situation here. It's not happening.
No, we don't
All
think
right.
that.
Well,
I don't
that's
think
all
that.
we need are the pictures, and that's fine. Then it shuts everybody up.
Yeah.
And why are you out? Because you got to help your family eventually?
Yeah.
Yeah, my family's fucked too, but I don't know what I can
Mine
do
too.
yet.
But I figure from 6 to 10, there's not much I can do.
My brother has a mess. What do you call it? A tremendous. What did Jimmy say? What did Jimmy say?
No, I was just saying that my family's. I want to send my sister some money. I just figured from 6 to 10, there's not much I can do for them.
He's just assessing the timetable.
I think Jimmy's saying you probably could have came in, did the show, and then deal with family stuff at 10 because they're probably sleeping in too.
But he can't get out of the trees.
Well, I mean, he definitely can't help his family before 7:30 because
Erock, will you be tweeting pictures of trees?
He's in bed.
Down.
Erock.
Trees?
What?
The trees you asked for, yes.
All right, good.
All right. So end of the driveway, left, click, and then right, click, couple of pictures.
With you in them in the clear.
Right. Yeah. And we could see, like, very clear, nothing in the way.
And
no
today's paper with the date on it.
Today's newspaper. No, and, just because that'll, like Opie said, it's going to shut everyone the fuck up.
See, right now,
he's the first house, too.
They're doubting you.
Really?
What? People saying who's charging his
I don't care if you're doubting me.
I didn't say we are. I said people on Twitter.
Why are you yelling?
I'm sticking up for you.
Who's doubting me?
Nobody here is doubting
Yeah,
you.
why are you yelling?
Hold
My
on,
God.
I'm answering for you. I know.
Okay.
Don't be so cranky when you just wake up.
Go ahead.
No, post the photos because you could shut a lot of people up. I don't give a shit.
No, I know, but
you
are,
said you would post the
You
photos.
did say you would. People are saying.
You did get a really good Twitter plug today, so don't.
How is he
don't
charging
back
his
down
phone? Because he's probably doing it in the car. You can charge it in the car. Am I right or wrong?
You can what in the car?
People are saying, how is he charging his cell phone? And I'm saying you're charging it in the car.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a real explanation for that. People think you're lying, and I don't. I'm saying I'm giving you a legit reason.
So the pictures will be tweeted at 8 o'clock?
Or before 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the battery's still fresh in the phone. He hasn't used it this morning. He's been asleep.
I'm at 7% right now. So
7?
All right, well, charge it
get
for...
back out. Yeah, no, oh, come on now. Save enough battery power to take the pictures and tweet them.
You could charge that real quick. This is for the show. It's important.
7%.
yeah, I'm in the car right now.
Oh, his phone's at 7.
Oh, you're in the car. Okay.
I thought it was a normal.
Wait, are you in the driveway in your garage?
At 7%.
Are you in the car right now?
Yeah.
In the driveway? Can you pull into the garage, shut the door, and start the car?
We're going to talk to you about something.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. All right, so
I'm looking forward to this. I think
so am I.
I've been waiting for this day where Erock gets to shut up a lot of people.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good one.
All right. Hold on. Keith wants to tell his hurricane story while you're on the line.
Oh, okay.
Keith the cop is on the other
Yeah.
hotline. Keith, what's up,
Hey,
buddy?
Keith.
Morning.
What's up, man? How's things?
We're talking to Erock. He's stuck in his house waiting for a tree to be moved from the end of his road.
Oh. Well, I didn't mean to interrupt on Erock's story. I just kind of woke up and got in the car and figured I'd call in as well.
Oh, okay.
All right. What? Yeah. Well, you were in what, Massapequa?
Massapequa, yeah.
And it got pretty trashed.
I tell you what. I mean, I'm in the fire department here, and we were out, and we had about 17 houses on fire at the same time, and you just couldn't even get to them. It was, like the first house that went on fire, we got to the end of the block, and there was 5 feet of water. We sent a truck down. It got stuck. We ended up dragging hoses and boats down a block and standing in 4 feet of water trying to put the house out. And just got to the point where, you couldn't even do it anymore.
So you just had to pretty much watch houses burn?
We literally sat and watched houses burned, and people called the fire department, and they call us and tell us, hey, this house is burning, and this house is burning, and you had to tell people there's nothing you could do.
Holy shit.
That's awful.
Jeez.
Wow. What about your house?
Oh, yeah, my house is done. I mean, I had about 3 feet of water throughout the whole house. So I live with Danny Ross now, next door to...
All right.
Hey, had you guys, were you able to salvage any stuff, or did you just have no idea it was going to be that bad? Or were you able to get any stuff from the, downstairs, upstairs, photos or stuff that you can't replace?
Well, the whole first floor was, the kids lived upstairs, so all the kids stuff. But everything on the first floor, you lifted it up, but no one expected, 3 feet of water.
Right.
We expected maybe the crawl space to get filled with water, but, you see the watermark on the fence out in the yard. It's 4 feet high.
Damn.
Has the water left the house, or is it still in there?
The crawl space is filled up, but, I'm getting ready to head over there now and just take everything I own and dump it on the curb.
Oh, just fucking trashed.
Yeah, everything. All your furniture, all your electronic equipment, all your appliances, everything that you did.
But you can get in and out of your neighborhood and get to your house and leave by car, right?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, most of the trees and stuff are all.
What? That none fell down there or something?
Oh, plenty of them fell.
Oh.
If you're insinuating that certain people might be saying that they can't get to work,
Oh. No, I was just wondering if
Erock hung up
a day later. He hung up. I was wondering if a day later or 2 days later, someone might have had a chainsaw. And
to be fair,
yeah,
maybe his phone died.
I mean, the
He was in the
town
car.
here seems to be
Charging.
very
Oh,
good.
that's right.
He's in the car charging. What?
The town seems to be great. They've cleared all the streets, and the National Guard's here, and everybody. And
Oh yeah. They make sure really quickly.
Generally speaking, clearing trees out and allowing people to drive in and out of streets
Emergency
is probably
access,
the first
too.
thing.
There was a pretty large tree that fell right in front of my house, and it actually fell on top of a car. And it's an inconsequential street. You don't need it to get around, and they cleared that tree lickety split.
Maybe they're reacting better where you guys are than where Erock is. 'cause
Well,
he didn't get his hard.
maybe.
So Erock's neighborhood may be later on the list.
Yeah, maybe.
Because Keith's neighborhood got fucking really smashed.
Are you going to be able to move back into your house eventually, Keith?
I mean, that's one of those things we were kind of talked about it. The biggest thing is, all right, so the insurance company's going to come and they're going to give you money, but who's going to do the work? I mean, because everybody here is really, it's just like a long list. I spoke to my guys and the contractors that do my house, and one of them, he lives on that water in Bayville, and his house is gone, and the other guy's house is gone. I mean,
So it doesn't matter if you got the cash if no one's available to even do the fucking work.
that's what it comes down to. I mean, my family and his family's getting in the car and coming from Ohio, and we're going to start ripping out the walls and, and doing everything. I mean, you don't think you're like, oh yeah, all right, I can throw the furniture out, but then you got to rip all the walls out. You got to rip all the electrical out. You got to rip all the heating out. You got to rip everything out. You're really starting from a shell and hoping that you could, rebuild it.
So what are you doing? It's basic. You got to get like the rot from the water because the water gets in there and fucks everything up.
And you got to deal with mold now too, black mold.
Yep.
Yeah, salt water getting into everything is the worst thing.
Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, everything just fucking corrodes.
Yeah, the mold. Yeah, I mean, my neighbor's like, "Oh, I'll be in 2 weeks." I'm like, "You're not going to be in 2 weeks." I'm like, "You got to rip everything out." He's a Brooklyn guy, and he just moved out, so he doesn't understand it. It's like, the salt water. My parents have gone through this just a few times in a lesser degree because they're on the water, but
yeah,
there's nobody that's in any of these Long Island homes, South Shore, that can just, I mean, fortunately, where Danny lives in the house there, that my parents don't get, he didn't have to deal with it, and thankfully we're all going to live there. I mean,
is that pretty much what the plan is? I was wondering what you and the family are going to be doing.
Yeah, I mean, we're all there right now, and it's just, we're going to figure it out. So hopefully Danny can start cooking some meals for us. And
yeah, he's really agreeing right now.
yeah, we're going to break down that wall again, Danny. We're going to be one big happy family.
Oh boy, oh boy.
But it's just,
what happened?
I don't know.
It starts today, and we'll figure it out. I mean,
yeah.
Until the insurance company comes and tells us what we're doing.
Well, you sound like you're in a pretty good fucked situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
All right, man. Text me. Let me know what the fuck is going on.
Will do.
All right, man.
I'm going to go stand on this enormous line to get some bagels.
Oh, there you go.
How long are the food lines do you wait now? Are they 40 minutes, half hour, or more?
You might have to give Keith a wing of your house for a while there, Ed.
I'm already at capacity, but they're always welcome.
Yeah. You don't have power either, so, I mean, how long is it for you?
That's true. I got to scrounge gasoline up.
Yeah. And we're trying to do that here with some of the neighbors with the generators and everything, and there's no gas stations open.
Yeah, that's the bitch. If you have a generator, it's great, but without gas, it's just a big fucking doorstop.
You and Danny live in the same building or in the same neighborhood?
What's that?
You guys in the same building or in the same neighborhood?
What do you mean, Danny?
It's a house,
yeah.
It's a house, yeah. We're all in the same house. I mean, it's a big house.
That's not what you think, Jimmy. It's not the Brady Bunch.
No. But I'm saying, is it like an actual one house divided? Oh, it is. All right.
Yeah.
I thought it was I wasn't sure it was an apartment building.
Yeah.
No, it's all houses down there. Yeah, man.
Well, there's about 70 people online for bagels, so this is going to take me a while.
All right, buddy. This is really a fucking disaster.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Wait, you live next to him normally? I'm so confused.
No, we live in the same neighborhood. Keith's about like a mile and a half, or about a mile west of me.
Right.
But his family owns the property that I rent, so they have it's available for them to be staying there. So they are.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, Keith, you're in Queens, Long Island. I guess you guys are that close. I didn't realize that.
No, I lived out to Long Island. I moved out to Long Island a few years ago, so I'm out there now.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm over here now.
I'm over here now.
I was in Queens, now I'm over here now.
Okay.
All right, Keith. What?
And you know, like the other thing, like with the boats down here is amazing.
Oh, right. Yeah, they got thrown onto the streets.
I just drove. The bay is like a graveyard of boats. I mean, we watched with the fire department yesterday. You know, big 50-foot boats that just slammed into people's houses and ripped the back of their houses off.
Jeez, imagine a fucking boat coming through the back of your house.
Yep, and that was like plenty of it. So
wow.
it's wild.
Fucked up.
Since 9/11, this is the second worst day I've ever had.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
Yeah, text me and shit. Let me know what's going on, and if you need anything, you know where I am. I'm over at my house.
All right, sounds good.
All right, man.
Take care, brother.
Take it
All
easy,
right,
Keith.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a motherfucker.
Yeah, his fucking house got totally trashed. He was right there. You know,
He actually
when
sounds
you're there
better
on the
than I
water.
thought he would. He actually sounds
because he's like keeping busy.
Yeah,
shit like
Probably
that.
in shock too, man.
in fix mode. You know, where you just start to fucking put everything back together.
Well, that night too, he was with the fire department. The National Guard was there and everything, and they were just out all night trying to fucking help people, and people just getting fucked. They couldn't. He was like, you heard him, had to watch people's houses just burn while they're like, hey, could you do something? No, sorry. But thank God, both sides of his street are open. Able to. Is that tweet?
I just checked Erock's Twitter. It's not up yet.
No, it's 8:02, so we'll just go. It's obviously up.
Well, why don't we,
it's got to be up. Go ahead.
We should take a break, and we'll get Erock back on the phone and see these pictures.
And see these pictures.
Right. Why'd he hang up?
I don't know.
I would assume it was to take the photos, but it's
Right.
It's 2 after the hour.
How long does it take?
He's got to color correct it and adjust the levels.
No, he's photoshopping his face into pictures of trees right now.
He's cutting 2 trees down.
Yeah.
Well, how about we?
He's trying to eat through the roots.
How about we call him back?
We should call him back.
Let's call him back. Fuck the break. Now let's do
okay.
it right
Yeah,
now.
let's do it right now.
Because this is go time.
Yeah.
I have faith in Erock. I think that.
Yeah?
Yes, he
I
finally
think-
gets to shut people up.
This is going to be a huge day for
I
you.
love this. It's like a wrestler, turning into a good guy.
Because once we see these fucking 2 pictures, one of one side of the street, the other side, with giant trees blocking any exit.
Right.
From him.
And I think the listeners are doubting that he's telling the truth.
I can't
I
believe
know.
that.
I'm fucking pissed off at the listeners.
Well,
I'm giving Erock the benefit of the doubt.
Me too.
They're going to eat their fucking words right there. Yes.
Oh.
They're eating crow.
Yes.
You heard the left turn, though, right? You heard the left turn.
Dude,
You heard
the left turn was so fucking...
You do know why I'm out of work, right?
You do know it's not because of this.
Because here's what's going to happen.
Hey, what happened? He didn't answer?
I'm trying him again.
He's currently not answering.
Maybe he's busy with his phone taking the pictures.
Or maybe he's just
and
charging. He
uploading.
might be. Here's what he's doing. He's charging his phone and getting dressed in the house. And he's going to come out when he's got like 10%.
Oh, right,
He's probably
okay.
putting his clothes on,
Yeah, yeah.
having a hearty breakfast, and then.
Here's what's going to happen. The pictures, we're going to see them, and there'll be some branches, but we'll be like, Erock, you could just drive over them or move them. And he'll go, I told you that's not why I stayed home.
Oh.
But that was the whole conversation.
Right up until we wanted the pictures.
And then he went, you do know.
Hey, you do know this isn't why I stayed home.
And this is why he's the one who always gets called when he's not here. Because, like, if I'm not here and you call me, I'm like, I'm sick. And you're like, really? And I go, yeah. And then you're like, oh, he's sick.
All right.
I think I'm here. You think I want to deal with this shit? I got power at my house.
Of course. But
Holy mother
Are we
of
calling him
Christ.
back? Or should we wait for after the break?
I mean, we're calling him. Every time he doesn't answer, we just
Call back.
All right.
Oh,
All right. We might have him.
Oh, hang on. Yeah.
Erock.
Okay, that's him.
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay. Erock.
Hey.
Hey, we figured you were charging the phone.
Yeah, I left it in the car and I went to get changed.
Oh, okay.
That is exactly what I said happened.
That's what you mean.
Are we tweeting the pictures yet?
No, not yet. I just came out to get the phone. I saw you called.
Okay.
Oh, it's after. It's only because it's 5 after.
So,
That's the only thing.
which one you going with first? To the left of the driveway or to the right?
Probably to the right.
To the right?
To the right. Okay.
And
right
you're going to be able to get the whole road and the tree in frame?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Trees.
Are you taking the picture now?
The wires.
No, I'm sitting in the car here.
Oh,
we're stopping you from taking the pictures.
I was charging the phone while I went to go get changed.
No, I'm just saying, obviously you need the phone to take the pictures, so us talking to you can't take the pictures while you're on the phone, right? Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so what we'll do is we'll take a break, and then I'm sure we'll have the pictures, by the
Pictures
time
will
we
be
get
up
back.
by the time we come back.
what
I'm
a
sure,
great
yeah.
tease.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right.
I'm looking forward to this, for real. You get to shut people up today.
Finally.
All right, there he goes. Erock will break, and then we'll see the pictures
Oh,
next.
I cannot wait to see. Oh, is that his house?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think so.
No, it is. It's absolutely,
Okay.
All right, so there. Wait, what's that other street? Where's he?
He can't get to that street.
Okay.
It sucks at this.
All right. But
He's
they're
so
showing.
close to being free.
So
it would be one lousy tree in his way, because he would have two options after that.
Right.
And those are main roads.
So obviously it's got to be just right there is one tree, right.
And then count 12 houses down, and then there's a tree somewhere
to the right
in
of
the
his
middle
driveway.
of his block, I would guess.
Can you imagine being so close to freedom?
Oh, my God.
And having it
Right
taken away
there.
from you.
Torturous.
Oh.
It's just torture.
It's within his grips. He could be at work.
Could you zoom in on the Nagel estate right there?
It's the big one.
Okay, there. Now, so there's this driveway.
Yeah.
There's the driveway. There's not another exit onto that other street, is
What
there?
did you just do? You put a little man there and you can see. Come on,
Jimmy. You're kidding, right?
No.
Jimmy! You're kidding? Jimmy's freaking out over Streetview. You're kidding. You put a little man there?
You have to be kidding.
I love Jimmy.
No, I knew you could see that, but I was like, what the fuck?
You put a little man there.
Oh, you're the best. You're the best.
Oh, my God.
Awesome.
Now, he doesn't have another driveway that comes around the back of the house, right?
No. He would have to park his car on the other street. He could walk to the other street, but he cannot.
No,
there's
he would-
one way out.
Which
driveway.
tree you think it is? That one right there? That big one?
Oh, right. We can't even figure out which tree went down.
Because it's right there. It's got to be that tree or that tree. There's
That's
two
it.
trees.
And there's only
that
two
tree
trees.
Fucking amazing.
or keep going
to the right.
Keep going around.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta go back.
That tree, yeah.
You wait 20 years when you could do this all in real time.
All right.
We can't do it in
future
real time
Jimmy.
now,
No.
but eventually you'll be able to do this in real time. That should be amazing.
All right. Or that tree. He's
That
got
tree?
two trees that.
Well, it's got to
fucked
either
him.
be that one.
Well, there's some biggies here. Oh,
That one's pretty big.
But that means he could go the other way, though. We're talking about trees
Go
where
back.
he can't get out of his
Go back.
house.
Yeah. Go back to his house.
all right.
Go back.
Hang on. Wait, I'm gonna try to spin around.
Yeah. All right. Now,
There he is.
Now, there's his house. So it's got to be that tree right there.
Yeah, that's
Because
it.
he can't even get to that street.
That's it.
It's the only tree it could be, right?
That's it.
It's got to be. If that tree's still there.
Yep.
Now turn around. Go. Yeah, look
Right
that
there,
way.
that
All right, that
tree.
tree. And now keep going in that direction. Whip around. Or that tree.
tree.
No, that tree. He could still make the turn.
What a stroke of luck that his house wasn't damaged. The
Man.
trees are so close.
And they're really tall.
They're huge.
Holy shit.
Hold on, right there. Go back, Danny. There's a bunch of huge trees.
Yeah.
If it's any of them that have fallen, that's why that one side of the street is dead. There's a million options
But the
there.
other side,
The other side, there's only two
literally
trees that could
two
be
trees that could be it.
Fucking him over.
That
They're
one,
giant trees,
which
too.
would have fucking damaged the house.
He
too.
might be shutting up some people today.
Let's go to
boy.
the corner here. Now, if you look left or right, there maybe you can get off his street, but there may be trees blocking both sides.
No,
of
we
it.
said
he
out of
said
his street.
His street.
Yeah. We're not letting him
he
off
said
the hook.
his street.
Because
So,
then he
so
can
what
get
do you
out the
think?
other way.
Let's go around the room.
All right.
What do you think? This is Erock telling the truth.
I think that there is debris.
I'll start. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way.
Okay.
Who wants in next?
That fucking if a tree did fall, it has long been cleaned up. If it's one fucking tree,
Right.
like that.
And those trees are so big, if one of those trees fell, it would total whatever house was next to it.
Yes.
And that's the first story dramatic Erock would be telling. My neighbor's house was smashed into pieces.
Yeah, because it doesn't just block the road. It
No.
would have gone across the road and crushed that
They're
house.
enormous.
Here's what I think. I think that he is going to have the photos that prove that he can't drive off.
Yeah.
This is going to be a case of a fat kid that falls into a cake icing factory and can't get out. Like, it's bad, but I think that legitimately, even though he wants to sleep late, I think he's going to have the pictures.
No.
But I actually hope I'm wrong.
He's going to have some kind of picture.
Right.
But it's going to be very obvious that he could drive.
Do you think he's milking this?
It's going to be a vague picture where it's like Bigfoot. It's going to be like a Bigfoot blurry picture.
But I'll tell you right now, I really am hoping that it's legit.
I
really
have faith in Erock this
because I like when there's turns.
We should all keep in mind, too, that regardless of the picture.
But I think it's going to work out like every other situation.
The reason that he drove back to New Jersey on Monday was because he knew that at least Tuesday he'd be off work.
He'd be off.
He knew what he was doing when he drove back to Jersey.
Well, he's a homeowner. You do worry about
Yeah, and his wife and cats. I almost
you do worry
understand
about your
that.
house when you're a homeowner.
Just dropped a little man down there, and you were able to...
I believe he just did that.
Jimmy's great.
All right, we got a break.
Man, I can't wait.
Still hasn't tweeted any tree pictures.
No pictures yet?
So hopefully by the time we get back, we'll figure out this whole
I gotta pee. I'm so excited.
situation.
Sirius XM. Yeah, this is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Nice.
Yeah.
I used to think I was too cute. That's great.
I like Roland.
It's really simple.
Yeah.
And yet they fucking they sound different. All this stuff. When you first hear the Roland, they all sound the same. But then you're like, no, they're all different.
Yeah. I like them most.
Erock hasn't sent any pictures.
What? No pictures yet? I was sure there'd be pictures up by now.
So where are we at for the people that might be just tuning in?
Oh, my goodness.
We got everyone here except for Erock. Erock's home. And we talked to him for about 20 minutes, half hour.
He's trapped.
And he's trapped, basically. He said there's half his block can't get out.
Giant tree on one side, giant tree on the other side, down the block.
And he's the first house in.
First house in,
on
and
his
then
street.
And then down the other side of the block, there's a tree down there. So he's trapped between trees.
Right. And last we left you, he was going to take pictures and tweet them.
I got a tree on my block.
Because, I mean, we're giving him a great opportunity to shut up a lot of people today, a lot of haters.
Yeah, because the thing is that a lot of people, like the listeners, they actually don't believe him.
Right.
Which is, like, ridiculous.
We broke him down a little bit, and then he went with that left turn thing and said, you do know this isn't the reason why I'm not there. So I think that was a sign of him possibly panicking.
Yeah.
And now that he hasn't tweeted the pictures, I'm very suspicious.
Well, maybe he's trying to get going.
I'm so hoping he's not going to let us down today.
You think it doesn't really show how trapped he is?
He might be getting his
has
wife
to
to take him.
more?
Yeah, he might be trying to get. Like, he's like, no, that doesn't look right. But he's trying to get the right angle so we could see.
So let's call him back
the
up.
damage. Get him on the
horn.
Where are we at with this
Because
thing?
I've taken pictures and tweeted them in, like, no time. It's the easiest thing to do in this day and age.
Right.
But, yeah, he all of a sudden made that little left turn and said, well, this isn't why I didn't come in.
Right.
Like, the reason that I'm trapped here
I don't
in
really
my neighborhood. That isn't why I didn't come into work.
I don't know why he... What is his reason for not coming in?
Because he's got to help his family.
But he's stuck in his house.
Right. What are you going to do from 6 to 10? They're not morning radio people.
Not even 10, because I said he's trapped, and I said his plans were to clean up his yard and things like that. Like, what?
We can't have his family over and have a dirty yard.
But no one could come over because he's trapped.
Oh.
Do you think that...
Well, I don't know what's going on, man.
I don't either.
I don't know.
Is he answering his phone?
And it's not normal for Erock to be vague about these things.
Now he's not answering the phone? You think he's just hiding and hoping it all just goes away?
He just tweeted.
All right.
Oh.
Did an update for me.
Sal
is saying.
Hold on. He might be shutting up some people.
He will be. I told you, I have faith in Erock.
Let me see.
Yes, there is a new tweet.
All right, hold on.
Right, let's see.
Twitter doesn't refresh.
Oh.
He doesn't even, label. He just...
What, did he just fucking... Are they pictures?
Of course it's from... Oh, my God.
Oh, no.
Okay, wait a minute.
Oh, no.
Interesting.
All right, wait, let me see. What? Come on, he's not even...
It's not fair.
Hey, wait a minute. That's not the street.
Fair.
That's
that's definitely his house.
No, but you can make that right turn.
I don't know, because how he took this picture.
Holy
He
shit.
did exactly what we said he would do.
But that street is open.
There's definitely some trees down. But how do we know that that street's definitely open.
If you drive and you make a right,
you think that,
you can clearly see the asphalt because this is taped off here.
Yeah.
This is the fork that we looked at on
I know,
Google.
so why wouldn't he take a picture from the other angle to show that side of it is blocked too?
Maybe because it's not blocked.
So basically, the end of his street, where he's the first house in,
it's past the intersection.
He's on a T basically. Okay,
yeah.
The left part of the T is blocked off. But the right part of the T doesn't look blocked off, and how he took the picture way to the right side, you can't tell if the right part of the T is blocked off.
And what's that?
That's his neighbor's house. Oh. But that doesn't look like his neighbor's house.
He only took one picture?
All right.
What about the other side of the
Hold
street?
on.
He'll take more.
Oh, okay, here we go.
All right, Erock.
You called me as I'm trying to Twitter this thing. Give me a minute, I'll call you right back.
Okay, call us on Twitter and call us.
All right. He's in the middle of tweeting his pictures.
All right.
So far, I got questions.
Maybe he's going down to the
I got
block.
questions as far as the right T goes.
Right.
The right part of the T.
The right part of
the left part's clearly blocked off, and we don't know what's further down that road. Even if he can clear this right part of the T.
Can he drive over to his neighbor's fucking yard? Go back to that picture.
Oh, man.
This one?
No,
that's an old one. I don't recognize that as his neighbor's house, by the way. All right.
You can clearly make
I
this
think
right.
you can make it between the barrel and that tree on the left.
Oh, my God.
I really believe you could.
All right, let me say.
You don't know what's beyond that, though.
You see what the tape is? There's that yellow caution tape and that cone. Like, I know Erik has a pretty decent, a truck. He doesn't drive a car. He drives a truck.
Well, could you zoom in on that part of the picture?
Hang on. I need to do this.
Yes. You have to look at the latest picture that he's just tweeted.
All right, cool.
Oh, good.
With his big face.
His big face.
We'll get to that.
All right, hold on. Me and Danny are doing some investigating.
That
tree you can move yourself.
I could drive over
That's
that
a
in a Honda.
All right, now
my
it's
God.
It's the same.
But look at this tree.
Oh my
With
God.
the zoom in, you can literally
This is
move
the
that
same picture. This is
yourself.
not new yet.
Yeah. I don't.
Or like Danny's saying, you move that fucking barrel, any car would go over that.
I don't see wires.
Any car
either.
would go over
I don't
that.
see any wires.
But there may be something right beyond it that we can't see. So let's see what's right beyond it. Like literally.
All right, what's the next picture?
The next picture is the same intersection with his face in it now.
Okay.
All right.
But what about the right-hand turn?
But I have problems with the left. I have problems with the left-hand turn.
Look at his face.
See, that's his...
He didn't have to take a second picture. I knew that was his.
Yeah, that's his. He's got to get closer to the corner.
That is so photoshoppable.
But it really is. Yes. I noticed.
Do you think people will Photoshop that?
I certainly hope so.
In my humble opinion, he could fucking get out easily.
I see somebody just said at Erock Radio, that's a fucking branch. Move that shit and get to work.
It's a branch.
There's no way
that you probably can move by yourself.
Scott says, don't let them break your balls, man. Stay home.
All right.
Stay home and with your family.
That's the other
way, and there is wire. Where's the see? He knows how to take a picture of that motherfucker.
He's very vague.
Because how far do those wires go into the street?
Look, there's a tree right here, and those wires are all down.
No, but are the wires going parallel to the street or across the street? You can't tell. I think they're just running.
No, I think they actually run across the street.
Why would they? Yeah, those are wires over there, too, and it looks all attached. But I'm now questioning if you could get your car under the wires to the right side. Probably not.
I think no.
But notice how he takes the picture, so it's hard to tell.
Very vague. Of course they're vague.
But the other side, there's no way.
And that right turn totally negates everything.
Like, think about it this way.
And where's the right turn picture? The right side of the T.
If you were if you were stuck in your place,
right?
That first picture that he showed would not stop any of us from leaving.
No,
you would leave.
Oh boy,
in a car.
Jesus.
It's terrible.
Erock Radio on Twitter. Is there more pictures?
Yeah. At least his lips don't look chapped.
His white hoodie.
What have you been eating? Salt and vinegar potato chips?
Look, as he faces the street, it looks like he can't go left.
Yeah, I believe that one is blocked. There's wires.
As he faces the street,
by the way, you could drive on the sidewalk and come down that driveway. I mean, you can. Believe me, I could get out of there.
Which side?
Between that tree.
And what?
You could go like...
Where?
He could go this way. Like...
Where are you?
This is that picture where the wires are down.
Oh,
like if he goes here, to the left side of this tree.
Well, it's up on someone's sidewalk, but
you're right.
Erock.
Erock.
Yeah.
You're being a little sneaky. I got to be honest with you. Because what? All right, I explain it this way. It's pretty much a T. Okay, your road is a T. You're at the end of the block. You're showing us the left side where it's blocked with a cone, but that branch looks so movable.
You go down to the other end of the block.
And you're far enough away, so I think you're being a little sneaky. I got to be honest with you. And then as you look at this T, we don't know what's going on to the right side.
Yeah,
it looks like you could take a right at the end of your block.
If you came out of your driveway and made a right onto that street, and then you make that immediate right.
So we need you to take a picture closer to the end of the block to see what's going on near that cone that
Left
we could all
and right,
see.
yeah.
And the right side.
To the right side, okay.
And left. Even though I have faith in you, and we see the wires and the branches on the one side.
Yeah, we need
right, hold on.
Yeah,
to the right is where the lightning hit the tree, and it's laying there, plus the wiring.
No, the fork. Where the
wiring's
No, we're talking about the fork at the end of your block. I'm
That's
calling
what I'm
it.
talking about.
All right, but we don't see. We need a picture like facing that way.
We need a picture
You're
from...
on the right side.
So go to the corner, face right.
Go to the corner, take a picture of both of all three streets that join at that corner.
Right. Yeah.
Take a picture down all the streets from the exact middle of the intersection.
Bravo, or very close to the.
Yeah, because we're only seeing two at this point.
Yes.
You wouldn't even make the effort to walk to the end of your street.
Oh, it's early.
You said from the driveway.
Oh,
all right.
Sure. All right, get closer.
Goddamn monkey paw.
Because people thinking that there's a possibility you could have moved that branch, or possibly just drove right the fuck over it.
All
I'm not doubting I could have moved the branch. I just said I didn't.
Wait, so you
never
could
said that at all.
You could move the branch and didn't want to?
In a 40-minute conversation, you never said that.
You said you were trapped.
You basically said you were
Yeah,
trapped.
there's wires there. I'm not going to touch it.
Not on that.
No, there's not wires at the end.
Not the one with the
the
barrel and the yellow tape.
Right. On the left side of the photo that you just tweeted.
No, I'll go close. There's wires laying on the ground and under that branch. I'll show you.
All right. Okay. All right.
You could drive over it.
I drove over wires.
Yeah, you could drive over wires.
You might be in trouble today.
You got rubber tires.
I think he's telling. I think
not an excuse for anything.
You are the dumbest fucking person I've ever met in my life. I was just defending you, you idiot. I said we're in trouble.
Oh.
God, you're so stupid.
But then he said this is.
Talking.
He said this was not an excuse for anything.
No.
Stop.
Erock, middle of the intersection. Pictures from down all the roads.
Down all the roads. Okay.
All right. We're eagerly be awaiting those photographs.
I'm telling you, Erock is going to have the picture.
We might be in trouble. If
He's
there's
legit.
wires on that left side, then we're in trouble.
This is so funny.
He's legit.
It's so fucking funny.
But that branch, I would have moved.
You could drive over the branch. Never mind fucking move it.
Or it looks like there's space between the big barrel and the tree that is remaining.
There's such a way to get out of there. Just there's so many different ways.
He
to
went
get
down
out
with that barrel.
Yeah. And I want to see what's down that right-hand turn. Because that's a way out.
What do you think, Ant? Is he bullshitting?
I think he's so full of shit.
It's close, though. This is a close one, man. I got to be honest.
I don't blame him for not moving wires. I wouldn't do that either.
Of course. It's close, though. I think the other way is a tough call.
Yeah.
If he's facing the street going left down his entire block.
There's no way he's getting off that. Because you could see the wires coming down from the house.
Because how he shot that picture. I don't know if there's fucking headroom between the road and that wire.
The way he takes the pictures.
Because we've all kind of like, zigged and zagged around fucking power lines in our day, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's close.
It's close. The power lines are what could save him. That's it, though.
Right.
If there's fucking wires somewhere... but I want to see that right-hand turn. I got to see down that road. If it's clear, he's so full of fucking shit.
What if there's like two wires on the ground?
Doesn't matter. You could drive over that.
Yeah.
There's no way you don't drive over fucking wires that are on the ground. Everyone does.
Even if they're live?
Well, if they're sparking and fucking jumping on the ground, I wouldn't drive over them. But if they're just laying there, hell yeah, you drive over them. Shit, yeah.
Plus, if the power's out to the entire neighborhood.
Yeah. But even if they're live wires but not sparking or jumping, in a car, you're fine.
Right. But what if you don't know whether or not they're on the ground because you were asleep?
This is true also.
I don't see any fucking power lines.
No.
I don't
zooming
see
in
any wires.
as much as I can.
I don't see any wires in that picture with the barrel and the yellow tape.
I think the one to the left where there
I'll give
are
him that.
wires.
I'll give him
I
that.
think that's legit.
Even though I know I could get between that tree and the neighbor's front yard. Oh, I saw that one.
Somebody's just
big
put
titted
big fatty rock in the
his picture.
Let's see. Okay. All right, that's the way to the left as you're facing the road. He still has that one up.
I'll give him the left.
Yeah, there's nothing he's doing.
I'll
there.
give him the left. I could definitely get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, but right beyond that, there might even be more wires at the end of the block.
Maybe.
Like, poor
Yeah.
fat kid.
I don't know. I'm looking at this shit. Let me see.
But
you could easily go in your neighbor's yard.
Yeah.
That's a little crazy, I guess. The sidewalk looks open
The
over here.
Photoshops are coming in.
No.
Yeah,
Are they complimentary?
No, they're all the big-titted Erock in various places on his street.
And Padre is saying, I got a branch near my house.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man. People are loving this for some fucking dumb reason.
Well,
it's so close. This could go either way.
Close call.
It's not close if there's no wires down at the end of...
that right turn could blow it all out of the water, though.
Just keep calling it the T when you're looking that
T.
direction.
The T.
He's one house from the end of his street, and then he could go either left or right. And the left turn, questionable. And he didn't even show us the right side.
I know. That's what has me suspect.
Well, if you look, you can see the asphalt. He can clearly drive on the right side.
Of course.
Yeah, but we don't know what's right.
But
on the
what's
other
right
side
around
of
that little
because
grassy
he
knoll?
chose not to really show us.
Yes, he chose not to. Yes, he chose not to.
Listen, get to work lazy.
Still waiting for the pictures to come in.
Oh, yeah.
Coke Logic on Twitter brings up a great point.
Huh?
That why not just take a video and post the video? It's 2012. He's got an iPhone.
God, that's so true.
He could just walk around and go, okay,
make a
asshole,
circle,
C, and then
yes.
turn around, C.
All right. Well,
You're right.
when we call him next time.
Yeah, because
after his continuing vague pictures.
Officially, it's inconclusive.
Inconclusive. Yes.
Officially, that's what I'm saying. We need more.
So far.
We need more info.
I'm going to love seeing that right turn just wide open. Just asphalt and some leaves. This isn't why I didn't come in. He's trying to pound that point home, by the way.
Somebody points out, Sam is giving Eric shit, but remember he called 911 to fix his flat.
That's right.
Yeah, but I got to work. I didn't say I have a flat tire. I'd give up.
Well, I got to give him that. Good show.
Boy.
I showed up and I told you that I did something so humiliating.
Why is he putting this? People putting this big fat Erock picture everywhere.
I don't know. I never knew that Erock went to Tiananmen Square.
Let me say.
Is he in front of a tank?
Yeah, he took a picture of himself. See?
In front of a tank.
Wow.
Oh, my God. Oh, Erock. Where is the next picture? Come on. Is he pixelating the fucking street sign out?
Some Thick Dick Jones is not helping. If Erock can jump high enough to splash the people in the front row, he can jump over that branch.
Jesus.
Yeah.
No new pictures
It
yet.
sure takes a long time.
Well, he's a slow kid.
Yeah. Poor little
He's
bastard.
busy.
Come on,
Fat
Erock.
kid, not a very good mental capacity.
No.
Has he got any pictures up yet?
He's working
Come
on it.
on, Erock. He's probably stopped for breakfast or something.
Yeah.
I bet. Yeah.
Probably eating leaves.
Yeah.
yeah.
Something like that.
It's a character he does in the neighborhood called Lawnmower Boy. When they put their food on the lawn and he goes,
Look at that. I mean, there's no fucking way they left that shit there on the. I don't buy this.
No new pictures coming in.
Nothing yet. Look at that right turn,
He's
dude.
trying to figure out an angle. Clearly, you could go right. We just don't know what's on the other side of
right
where the photo ends.
Right.
Right there.
No, I think that tree is across the whole thing.
You think?
Yep. You see, like, right where the mouse is. When you make a right past that fire hydrant, it looks like there's some open gravel, but I think that tree is stretching all the way across.
All right, but that left side is very questionable.
And I'll bet you there's tape on the right side, too. We just can't see it from this photo.
Look at that.
That is so
A twig.
That is so close.
Are there even any? Are there wires there at all?
I was saying I don't see any. He says
no
yes.
telephone poles.
They're underneath the branch, he said. They're underneath the branch.
If you could move that, somebody in the neighborhood would have moved it.
Well, you're probably right.
Okay,
Probably
they're not
right.
all lazy
And maybe
lumps.
that's why the barrels,
You know
because
what?
because
You might
there
be
is
right.
There are wires.
Somebody would have done that.
You might be right.
Eric
Erock
wouldn't
is
have.
stuck.
Erock is stuck. It's like a La Brea tar pit 15 million years ago. It's just lumbering through.
Nothing? I'm looking.
Nope.
I'm looking. 2 pics? Nope, not yet.
We should send someone there. You know that, right?
Just drive down.
Oh, my God.
How easy would it be today? Not so easy, right? Traffic's a nightmare.
Well, it's probably...
Oh, yeah, traffic. Everyone's driving in.
Inconvenient. Can't believe the fucking Midtown Tunnel's closed. That's a grave inconvenience to me.
Stay in the city. You got a house.
I can't.
Why? Let someone else run the compound.
I got people there. I got...
why get a place in the city? This is when you use your place in the city.
I got valuables in there that are now
vulnerable.
Maybe not as they're vulnerable. Yes, they're vulnerable to looters. It's a very dark neighborhood at night, and I like being there, making sure I can protect mine.
You so want to shoot a looter.
Would be great, but
why no more pictures?
He's working on it.
Working on it. The last picture came in 12 minutes ago.
Well, he's not a fast kid.
Photoshopping.
No, I think we all know that, Ope. He's a slow kid.
He's really trying to fucking out trick us.
He really is.
He's like, all right, what angle would they go? Okay, they accept the angle of the shot and talk.
Yeah.
But it also shows that you can't. Obviously, I could have made the fucking right, but how do I take this picture? Where they're going to believe my angle?
They're going to believe this. Get out.
Because he was more than willing to give up the left side, but not the right. That is so suspicious.
So suspicious.
Well, we did say from the driveway, and in fairness, the lumbering fat kid did listen, so let's see.
I didn't know.
And, in his mind, he's like, fuck yeah.
Good. I'm doing it right from the driveway.
Yeah, they said to do it from the driveway.
They said.
What do you want me to do? There's branches. I love it. He gets exasperated.
Looked through his iPhone and went, all right, from the driveway, this looks
good.
Sweet.
This looks blocked pretty badly. I don't know what to do. Oh, new pic.
He just posted a new picture.
Good.
All right.
What?
Hold on. Let's all see it together.
Hold on.
Let's all see it together.
I have faith in
Don't
Erock.
say anything yet, please.
I have faith in this chubby kid, this sweet, chubby boy.
Is that it right there? 29 seconds ago. Okay.
Dude.
All right, which way is this?
What?
All right, wait.
What the? What?
That looks completely clear.
What?
Wait,
There's 2 new photos, so make sure you see both of them.
Which?
Wait, I know his house. I'm trying to figure out.
Where is that? Oh, that's from the.
Wait, I know. What is he doing?
I don't know.
Go back. What is he doing?
What the fuck is with the cop? What's the cop car sitting there?
He's trying to out-trick us. What's going on?
He is.
Wait a minute. Something's not right about this shot. Because I think that's where I parked my car for his party. I think that's on the side of his house, and that looks completely open.
Clear.
So what is he showing us?
The latest photo is just a picture of him.
Yeah. You can't see anything.
That could be any picture he takes of himself.
What is he doing?
What is he doing? There's the stop sign with... Is that a cop car?
Yes.
All right, a stop sign with a cop car there.
His head's in the way where the wires
way of everything we need to see. Erock.
There's no wires there.
There's no wires there.
I don't see any wires.
Unless he just posted another picture.
Another?
Look at this photo.
It's basically just a tree. Can't tell if you can go around.
Wait.
Looks passable from the photo that he just took.
Yeah, why can't he video it?
Wait, now, all right. 4 seconds ago. Let's see this one.
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
I could definitely drive past that.
All right, wait, I know his house, so let's go.
He is taking the worst pictures.
That's...
It's not in the road anymore.
No, that's on the side of the road.
They cleared it out of the road.
It's not even... He's showing us a tree on the side of the road.
He's showing us a clear path to the office.
Hey, you look at it.
Wait a minute.
Dude, what is he doing?
What is that?
He's hoping that that's where the road goes?
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, wait.
That's not a wire that's fallen. Are
you sure? That might be a wire.
I think that's keeping all the trees off the road.
If it's a wire, it's off the road.
But it's off the road.
Where's his street now? Where is his street?
His house, look, if you look at that photo, I'm positive, because I've been there, is over here.
Is that...
It's over here, okay? That's a clear road.
It's a clear road.
To the right.
So this is the right turn that we were talking about?
Yes, positive.
Yes.
So he can make the right turn.
And he's just showing like a tree kind of somewhere
off the road. The right turn. Is his house where Sam is sitting in front of the computer? And that's to make the right...
Here, his house is here.
Okay.
Show the map again.
Right, okay. That's the end of the block, that little bridge thing.
That's the right turn.
Show the map of his
That's already the right turn.
Where we got...
What's he doing?
Well, let's give him an opportunity here.
Oh, my. There's
see.
no block.
All right, let's go out. Okay. Now, there's the turn, the right turn, and then the stops. Show the
Right
next
there.
block.
No, but
Yeah.
right there is the picture was taken.
Right here. Right.
Yes.
Now
Yes,
go
exactly.
down that street and show me where the police car was.
I don't know where the police car was.
Wait. He's not even showing that road. Where was the police car by the stop
I bet
sign?
right here.
Oh, there.
Okay.
Okay, that's
So-
the other side, man.
Oh, God, why isn't he showing down that way?
To the right.
To the right. Why isn't he showing
It's a clear
that way?
path, obviously. The best he could show us is a tree off the road.
Dude, he's not showing us that street, which definitely
is a clear path.
Maybe he will. And that cop, it doesn't seem like he could get around that.
Go to
cop
the
or no?
go to the cop photo because I'm trying to figure out where that is.
I think if you go back right here, if you leave his block and make that left,
the cop's right there.
That's where the cop is. That's the only stop sign.
All right, so
yeah.
He showed the left view.
So where's right? Yeah, that's the end of his street.
And there's probably
okay,
but he's not showing.
New photo up.
Oh, good.
All right, new photo up.
It's just a picture of the woods.
Let me see.
What is he doing? It's a picture of treetops.
He's panicking.
He's so fucking panicking right now.
Do you think so?
That picture doesn't do anything.
What? Oh, he's
showing a wire.
A wire,
but
who cares? We know how wires work.
The wires.
Oh my!
It's intact.
Oh my God!
The wire's not down. That's got to be. That's got to be 17 feet in the air.
Oh, Erock, he's panicking. He's panicking.
What do you think, Jim?
Panicking.
I don't know. I'm trying.
What do you mean you don't know at this point?
Are we eye patching right now?
Yes.
He's not a bright kid, so these are just photos. Like
Get him back on the line.
He's not a sharp tack, as we say.
Why do you think it took him so long to post the photos?
He may be just trying to do the best he can.
He's panicking.
Oh, I see.
He's completely panicking.
He's a slower guy, you mean?
He's a slow boy.
Oh.
Slow boy.
Oh.
I'm curious if we could FaceTime with him.
Right. Or tell him to take fucking video.
Well, the video would take forever to upload.
Oh, I know. He's
Load and all that.
That wouldn't take long.
Can we do FaceTime?
I'm
There we go.
trying.
Okay.
I know he's on.
We're on two.
I don't know.
Probably doesn't have Wi-Fi, to tell you the truth. Stop it.
Or it's a 360-degree photo. Panorama.
Just take a pano, yeah.
Yeah, take a fucking pano from the middle of that intersection for fuck's sake.
Use your iPhone.
He doesn't have the iPhone 5, I don't think.
It's okay. You could just as long as you downloaded the fucking iOS, you could do it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Is iOS 6 good?
It's all right.
Man, it's all right.
It's just all right.
Yeah, it's all right.
I'm pop walking.
What?
You don't have an iPhone.
Yeah, Opie.
I got people that have iPhones, you weirdo. I don't have one personally. You're right.
Why
all right,
is
here
he
we go.
doing this?
Now, Anthony, what do you think?
Well,
all right, Erock.
Okay, good.
Erock.
Hey, yes.
All right, we got problems.
What now?
Well, you're showing the right. You're not really showing the right turn. You showed us a tree off the road.
Yeah, like the left side is where like if you go to that intersection.
And your head is in the way. You said there's wires, but I don't see any wires if you made the left turn at the end of your block.
Your head's blocking
The
everything.
wires are not at the left turn.
So why can't you?
Fell from the right is where the wires come down.
So why can't you drive over that branch to save your family?
To the left?
Yes. Or move it.
I could move it.
Wait, you could move that?
After all this, we got the
yeah.
answer.
So why didn't you?
Yeah, if your family needs help.
I don't know.
Wait, you could move that?
I knew we'd have a good conclusion.
Oh my God.
This ends with I could have moved it.
You could have moved it and didn't.
But you got a family stuck on the second story, and you don't even know the status of your sister's house, and you're waiting for the town to move a branch?
One, they're fine. They're okay. Two, yes, there's wires and shit.
Well, then why aren't you
no.
here?
There's no wires by that branch.
Yeah, you admitted that.
The one to the left? Yeah. I didn't see wires over there.
So why didn't you move the branch?
Right, there's wires.
So that was your way out, obviously, and that's the way out for the entire block.
Yeah, I guess.
So why didn't you move it?
So why
Someone else moved it. Why do I got to do it?
Because you took the week off from work.
Why aren't you here then?
I'm using days that I had.
Now it's just turned into he just wanted some time off.
These are not vacation days.
But Erock, you do understand when we first talked to you this morning.
Your family.
You won't even move the branch.
You don't want to move the branch. How are you going to help your family, but you can't get to New York? It doesn't make sense. I'm defending you. I'm trying to defend you.
Erock,
I guess I can move it. I mean,
Is this how some people's brains work for real?
So I didn't move it.
It's not even a thought in my head. I would just move the fucking branch.
Yeah, so but you have to be at work. You said you're
Some
taking the
people
week
really
off.
think this way?
Wait, too many people. What?
Opie said that people really think this way. If
I'm
you're gonna move
amazed
the
people
branch-
really just think this way. I mean, if this shit is going down and all it is a branch so I could get to the store, get gas, maybe help my family, maybe go to work, I would just move the fucking branch. Why wouldn't you move the branch?
Well, they taped it off, so I didn't bother with it.
But you said a minute ago, like when we said something about the street, you said, and this is not why I'm taking off. Implying that it was to help the family is why you're really taking off. So what is the real reason you're taking off?
I'm helping out my family.
How are you helping them out if you're on your block?
And waiting for the town to move a branch, pretty much anyone can move.
Yeah, how are you helping them?
I'm waiting for my brother to give me the okay when he's going over so we could try salvaging his stuff.
But how did that, how had the today, like this morning, say, where you could have come into work? What was happening this morning? That your family's got to come first, but what was happening with them that you couldn't get up and make it into work?
Happening with them? Nothing at this moment. We're waiting to find out what time we can go over there.
Okay, so then what is the real reason you're taking off? Because you said it wasn't because of the road closure.
I was taking off to help them out. I've been sitting here waiting for them. They got rescued. We're waiting to find out when we can go over there.
But you said you weren't able to leave.
But you said you weren't able to leave.
Yeah, I haven't left since Monday.
No. But how would you help them if you get the call?
If you can't leave because you're blocked in.
I'd figure something out.
God, he let me down.
But not for... So you would figure something out.
Didn't you say that you were blocked in?
Yes.
You said you were blocked in. And then you're not even showing us the other way. That looks like clear sailing.
I posted all the photos.
No, the other photo, you're showing us a tree off the road. And then you showed us a photo of a clear road with a cop at the end of the block.
Trees on the road.
Not the one we were looking at.
Suffice to say, your brother probably won't need help until sometime after 10 a.m.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So then you could have been here, but...
Somebody wanted to get a little sleep before he was a helper boy.
Yeah, you're not making it easy to defend you.
And then in the end, he's going to yell at us. I know how this ends.
Of course.
But you were the one who said that you were blocked in totally.
Yeah, you said you were blocked in.
And then it turns out it's a branch that anyone can move, so you could obviously get out to at least get food for you and your wife or gas or any type of supplies.
We haven't had the need to leave yet.
Okay, you haven't. But you said you couldn't.
Work? Yeah, how about for a job? An easy one at that.
Real easy.
What happens?
Situations came up. I had days to use, so I took them off.
But that's all fine if you said that from the
beginning.
From the beginning.
If you just said, "Yeah, guys, I got days," so I just took.
From the beginning, we didn't know what was happening.
But no, the beginning of our phone call,
Like today.
where you said you were completely blocked in.
You did say you were blocked in and unable to leave. Now you're saying you can leave if you need to.
And the other picture is absolutely a tree on the side of the road.
Side of the road.
I don't want to give away your location because for whatever. I know exactly where that photo was taken.
It's not on the side of the road. It's in the road.
No, it's not because
It's on the shoulder of the road.
There's a cement wall behind it.
No, hang on. I'll take another photo. Hold on.
But you could move. I want a close-up of that branch on the left side.
Well,
He specifically
made sure
said-
his head was in the way.
But he said he could move.
Totally.
Like he just said.
No. My head was there to show because the cops are doing something at the other end of the street.
Yeah, we saw the cop
waving
car.
traffic through.
Why can't you? Why can't you just drive down to where that cop is?
Well, one, that branch is still there, and two, they have the other end of the street tied off, which is what I took a photo of.
Now,
No,
what
I didn't see
about
any of
that right-hand turn?
Right turn.
You like come you make you're standing in your driveway, right? You're looking at your street. You make a right, but then there's that right-hand turn Right next to your house, right?
Yeah.
What's down there?
Well, there's a tree at my intersection. They have it roped up where the park is, and then down the hill there's another tree.
Wait. So you can't make that right turn either?
I could. I just have to go over my lawn.
So wait.
So you could get out of there. So why didn't you do that?
Because they got the shit blocked off at the other end.
So now we're learning.
God.
That not only could he have gone left, he could have gone right at that T stop.
Right. Erock.
What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
You could have gone left or right
at the end of the block.
At the end of your block,
and the other way, it looks like there's wires down. So
yeah, the other way is one thing.
The other way looks pretty fucked up.
Left or right?
Could have went left or right.
Could have made the right.
Looks like you could have.
And then you go past where the baseball diamond is, right? And then you
just keep moving forward.
Whatever that is.
Yeah.
And the other way leads right into town, so you know they're making sure that's all clear.
It almost looks like you could cut right through that park, too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which park?
It's amazing.
This is a very large park.
Oh,
And so because you're saying your brother and them are going to need help, so you know you can get out if they call you.
At some point I was going to have to, yes.
So why not
That's
this
not what you
morning?
told us.
You didn't tell us that.
You told us you were trapped.
Why would you say, look, it's a crazy natural disaster. I got to help my family, so I got days coming. I'm just sitting tight until they need me. End of the story.
But you said you were trapped. If we replay what you said this morning when we first called you, you would listen to it and go, that's a guy. Wait. You would listen to it and go, that is a guy who absolutely said he's trapped at his house.
Yeah, I'm sure I did say that. I'm not denying that.
An excellent
well, then
point.
you say, but then you say you're saying you were lying.
Justin Stengel makes a great point.
Oh, what does he say?
If he's helping his family by not leaving the house, he could have helped them by going into the by going into the office.
Are you admitting to lying, Erock?
No.
Well, you said you were
being lazy and not moving the stuff.
You said you were trapped,
but you know
you're not.
You know, people are lazy, but you can't be lazy during a natural disaster.
Wait, Sal, do we have the beginning of the call? I want to back Erock up.
That means Sal had to think about this.
No, he doesn't have it.
Sal, you don't have the beginning of the call. Why would you, right?
I just
Why would you search that out knowing that we would probably ask for it eventually?
Erock just said...
This fucking place stinks.
Erock said I was trapped. I didn't lie.
Sal, what are you doing in there?
Uh-oh.
I was doing the phones. Travis just jumped off the board.
We don't need the phones. We got the phone. It's Erock.
Exactly.
We got a situation here. So you got to think about shit and go, well, eventually they're talking about the beginning of the phone call. Maybe I should get the beginning of the phone call just in case they want to go there.
Because I'm backing Erock up still, even though I think that obviously the branches are very movable.
Why wouldn't you find the...
Very, very movable. And Erock has said that the branch is very light, and he probably, if he blew on it, it would move. It's a pile of leaves.
And it looks like you could go right, because we still haven't seen a picture.
I have not seen a
that
picture.
Says you can't.
Well, he just
down
said,
the right.
And he said he was willing to drive over his lawn, and then he would be able to just drive right past it.
Yeah.
I'm going to say he doesn't even have to do that.
So when he said he was...
I don't think he does either.
Because
I know
the picture he showed, it was
Yes.
a picture of someone panicking, going, I got to send him something.
He used the wrong word.
And then you showed us a picture. You showed us a picture of a tree on the side of the road with a brick wall behind it, so that's not the way. That's not the way you could go.
Somebody twittered, "There's a twig on my road."
I mean, considering whatever Eric rides around it, it's very difficult to get over. It's very difficult to get over large twigs.
That's a pretty good vehicle right there.
That's why you buy those vehicles.
Oh,
just in
fuck
case.
yeah. So you could just get over things. Yeah.
So, Erock, could you tweet the picture of going right at that T-stop?
Yeah.
All right.
Tweet a picture to the right. The opposite direction of where the cop is. Right.
We got to hang up, right? We'll be waiting your picture.
All right. Eagerly waiting.
And by the way, why not a panoramic shot?
Yeah, a little video.
Or you can't do FaceTime, I guess, huh?
Oh, why doesn't he do FaceTime?
He's gone.
Can't he do fat FaceTime?
Oh, boy.
Wow. Oh, boy. I stand corrected.
Dude,
the guys are right.
And I really was hoping this time would be the time.
How weaselly was that whole exchange? He's trying to squirm out of it. No, I said what I did. No.
Do you think he knows he's caught?
Oh, he knew he was caught the second we fucking called.
Why would he? But if he has the days, why wouldn't he just say, this is a perfect time to take the days? My family's in a rough spot.
Why is he
I don't
compelled
have
to
power.
lie?
I don't want to leave my house. But he said he was blocked in.
Because he's not thinking that these would be used as days because of the tragedy. So he's just trying to get some free days.
He's trying to be like, look, this is it's not me taking time off.
I can't
it's
come in.
a disaster. I can't make it in.
Did
so.
he indicate that he was taking some vacation days?
No, because you would need to hand that in.
Have it approved
thoroughly in advance.
Yes, yes.
Near the end, when he completely panicked, he admitted it.
All right, Sal's got the call. Sal?
Oh. I'm still looking for it.
Jimmy.
Holy fuck.
What is it about this show that you guys, nobody wants to come to work?
I don't know, right? It's the oddest thing.
That's really strange.
Holy fuck.
Oh, God.
It's hilarious.
Then you got Sal. I don't even know why he's in there.
Oh, boy.
Can't we just walk in there and push the button ourselves?
Sal's flustered right now trying to find this.
And you played the wrong Cisco song yesterday.
I hear Travis in the back. He's just like, I went to go get a snack.
Hey, everything fucking came apart.
Why would he go and get a snack?
Hope you had a nice fucking piss, Arnold. Oh, my
Hell of a pretzel, Travis.
Yeah. Good luck with the fucking snack.
Oh,
we got it, chick.
Oh, new photo. Right. New photo.
Oh, really?
What am I looking for?
They're saying.
For you.
The beginning
Hopefully
of the
new
phone
people.
call.
The beginning of Eric's phone call?
When he talked about being trapped.
When he said he was trapped, yeah. When he
the
actually,
beginning of his original phone call?
Yeah.
Or the one, okay, hang on.
Yeah, where he first says he was indeed trapped.
All right, give me a minute. I got to go all the way back to last.
Oh my God! Stop it.
You want the first phone call, right?
He's trying so hard to make this look impassable.
Yeah, he's
Look
taking it
to
from
the right.
left. He's taking it from the left side of the road.
Yes,
You
Dude,
could easily
you could
go right
get through there.
No, I'm just getting mad.
Why is he pixelating things? Like, there's no way that anyone would be able to read any identifiable markings in this pictures, but he still feels the need to pixelate out a big portion.
Can you open that
bigger,
bigger,
easily
Danny?
go to the right, and maybe the right tires would be.
Dude, there's a curb there, right?
They would be up on some grass, but I think that's what the county
Holy
is responsible for.
shit! That is look! Come on!
Told you.
You could fucking easily go over that.
You could rollerblade over that.
Wait,
there's tape at the end of the street.
Yeah, what's the tape at the end of the street?
Well,
I don't know, because it's pixelated out.
What did he pixelate?
Because I guess if you know where Eric's house is, there's going to be a fucking mob scene in front of it in 20 minutes.
Go zoom in. Let's see where the barrier is there. What is that?
I can't. It's too.
It's a little. Yeah. All right. It's
I
a
have
little.
his first phone call.
Okay.
You want it?
And I think he's on line 10.
All right.
Yes, he is. He's on. Right. You want to play this first?
Let's give Erock on first.
Hold on, yeah. All right, Erock. We're looking down.
I guess that's that right turn at the corner of your house.
Yeah. Once again, if you're at the T stop, now we're looking to the right because you can either go right or left.
All right.
You obviously can get past that first tree.
Yes.
With barely going on grass, barely. And then what's further down with the police tape?
That's where they blocked off from where the tree and the wires are.
And what's pixelated? What's there pixelated? Is that the way that you can get out?
No, I know that.
Okay.
No, I know that much. I'm sorry. I should have said it.
Erock, could you take
I've been to his house. I know why he's pixelating that.
Erock, could you take a picture past that police tape?
Or at the police tape?
Yeah, so we can see the police tape and past it. We want to see the police tape and then a little past it.
We'll just drive down there and take a shot.
Can you go past? Wait, what? To the right?
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going down, where you make a right by your house.
Yeah.
And then you squeeze past that tree that's barely in the road.
Like 5-10 feet in front of that police tape. Take that shot.
Yeah.
In the same direction.
Okay.
All right. And Travis,
call us back.
Yeah, call us back.
We love you
when you're ready.
I can't call in. It says circuits are busy. So
Yeah, we're having phone problems again.
Oh, so we should keep him
We'll call you.
Eric, we'll call you in 5 minutes, okay?
Okay.
5 minutes.
But are we in agreement that you could have taken that left turn by now?
The left
Or the right.
The branches, maybe. Yeah.
So you could have made it the right turn, or you could have moved the branch and took the left, or hit a little bit of the lawn and made the right.
Yeah, but we don't know what that yellow tape is, blocking. So, but it has now officially been established that he could easily have made the left turn at the T stop. Huh?
The yellow tape is blocking coming towards my house.
Right. But if you made the left, if you moved the branch and made the left, it's clear sailing from there.
If I move that stuff and move the things at the end, yeah.
Yeah, because then that's a main road right into town. Yeah. And they're going to make sure that's clear because people are going to try to get into town for whatever reason.
All right, we'll take the picture. I still have faith. We'll call you.
Yeah.
All
Take
right.
a picture.
Okay, let's.
I want to hear the beginning of this whole fucking saga.
See if he
Travis, you
said
got
something. Maybe we misinterpreted.
it? All right, so now we're going back about an hour ago when this all started. Erock.
Yo.
How you doing?
Hey.
What's your status today?
Still haven't moved the trees or the wires yet.
They still have what?
They still haven't moved the trees or wires yet.
He means in your area?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
So what do you have to wait for them to come in? And you obviously can't do it. So what they go house by house and just clear stuff out?
Well, they're blocking the streets here, so you can't really drive out with the trees and the wires laying right here. Some of the wires are probably still active.
Where are the wires laying? Like right on your particular road there?
They're laying at the. Because I'm on a corner, so right here on the end where the one tree is blocking it, it's laying there with the wires under the tree, and then down the other end of the road there's a portion of an oak tree laying there with wires from somebody's house that was ripped out, and that's laying on the other end.
Have you been able to drive out at all? Like, can you get out to Long Island or anywhere?
No, I haven't left the house yet.
Do you have gas? Because the gas stations are running out of gas.
Yeah, we filled up.
Pause for 1 second because I asked him.
Yeah.
Well,
did
you
they
see
come
how
and
he
move it?
hedged around everything? Answer?
But he did say there's wires and trees down, and we have established there's no wires down on the left side of the T-stop. He the only thing he said that was true was if he's facing the road and taking the left down the entire block, that there's wires in the road. We see that.
And he didn't
Clearly.
say I could move that branch.
No.
When I
No.
said, could they come and move it? He didn't go, no, but I could move it.
Right.
No.
He said basically he's waiting for people to move it.
And you said, so what? You can't leave. You can't leave. And he didn't say he can't leave. He said, no, I haven't left the house. He didn't say he can't. He answered your question with, I haven't left the house.
So he gave himself some wiggle room.
Oh, my God. It's a fucking politician.
And that's a big wiggle if you know Erock.
Yeah.
It's like watching Fight Club, and then immediately when it's over, you get to watch it again.
Yeah.
You know, so you could just get the whole story, and you're like, oh, man.
It's like, when he said that.
Oh,
that's what he meant.
You want more of his call?
Yes,
please,
I do.
Please,
All right,
We'll
a
go
little
back
bit
to the
more.
tape. This is about an hour ago.
Talk to your neighbors.
Yeah.
They're all stranded.
Yeah, but most of them have generators, and I don't.
Oh.
How come you just didn't have time? You guys just moved in. Can't they put one in when you're having the house built? Like, can that not be a part of a new house?
Hold on for a second, too.
I didn't have.
How would his neighbors gas the generators up if they can't leave?
Maybe they have natural gas.
Or they just drive to the gas station.
No, naturally, not for fucking portable generators.
No, you need to.
They
They just
all
hop in,
just
they
gasoline.
hop in the car and drive to the
And
gas
drive
station.
to the gas station.
Yeah, they go, either make a right or a left, whichever one they
course.
want.
Which
and
they did,
drive
and then
off.
they probably put the branch back in the road, knowing that dummy wouldn't be able to figure it out. The joke has probably been on him the entire time.
The whole time, everyone's coming and going, and they just put the branch back for dummy Erock.
He's not looking out his window, is he? No. Okay, move that branch. I gotta get some milk.
I don't mean to break up the fun and everything,
Yeah.
but it has been 5 minutes. Do we want to call Eric
Oh,
back, or do we
man.
want to keep listening to this?
Let's keep listening for a minute.
Let's listen a little more. Give him a little more time.
A little bit more on the... Because we get back to the whole branch or tree in the road thing. All right, back to the tape from an hour ago.
Oh, you moved. Okay. Oh, that sucked.
What? We're just checking up on you.
Yeah, making sure everything's cool.
Why are you always on edge?
Oh, I wonder why.
What?
Just checking on you.
Seeing how you doing.
Everything's okay. Okie dokie.
Yep.
That's very nice of you.
Sorry we woke you.
You haven't heard any trucks or anything?
No, I'm waiting on the county and the power company.
What, do you live in a black neighborhood? What's going on over there? Why are
When
you
they
taking
were
so long?
Chainsaws just to at least get the road open.
We understand that they blow off the black people for a few days, but not not a white consumer like yourself.
No. The cops were very nice to put these big orange drums and yellow police tape just to surround where the trees are, but they never moved anything.
Is the road still blocked?
Yeah.
Did you go out and check today? I mean, or did you?
That was telling.
I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, you can see it from your house. All right.
Yeah.
Are you in a cul-de-sac?
No.
He says both.
Well, the other way.
The other way's
yeah,
blocked
really?
too.
Oh, Jesus.
Remember?
No, that's terrible.
Yeah.
You should have got a hotel in the city. Would have been easier for you, you know?
Yeah, I wasn't going to stay in the city during the hurricane.
Why not?
All right, pause this again.
Oh, my God.
Pause, we're back live.
It's so funny.
So he's said in there he's waiting for the county to move this very movable branch.
But if it's for his family,
very movable.
So if his family said, "We need you right now,"
right.
Let's get him on the phone because I have a question. I have a question.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a valid question from my friend.
Somebody photoshopped a bunch of food wrappers in the background of his pictures.
Oh, that's just going to make him look like a big pig. I saw that one. They're just going to make him look like a slob.
He looks gluttonous.
That's crazy. Come on.
And that picture of the police car and the stop sign, there's nothing going on there. I don't really know why the cop car is there, but it's clear sailing if he gets around that branch to the left.
Did you see the picture of him at the Hellman's mayonnaise factory?
Mayonnaise.
his big head.
Erock.
Yeah.
All right, this will be your last phone call because Jimmy has a question.
Okay.
Yeah, because obviously, what would you do if your family called and said, "Hey, look, could you come out here right now?"
I'd have to get out.
But you said this morning that you were unable to.
Yeah, so how would you get out?
So how would you get out?
You were waiting on the county.
Yeah, how are you now able to get out where this morning it was totally impassable?
That you had to wait for the county.
I'd probably have to move stuff.
But this morning, you didn't say that. We were asking you, is it totally impassable?
How is he a homeowner?
Yeah, we asked if it was impassable, and you were saying yes, that there's wires on both sides, and you didn't indicate that one side was free and clear and that you could just pull a branch over and get to work. We're out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we established that you're not here because you're taking some days.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, and?
Well, when Opie asked you earlier if this was an eye patch situation, do you kind of see now that it's kind of an eye patch situation?
No, because this wasn't the reason why I wasn't coming into work.
But that's not what you told us.
No, when you first...
I never said this was an excuse that I wasn't coming to work.
Well, for vacation days, don't you have to have them prior approved, as was pointed out?
I was not planning on using vacation days. I was coming home to be with my wife in my house during the hurricane.
Right.
When stuff happened to my siblings, I was like, oh, shit, I have some time. I'm going to have to take it off.
So what days were those?
But you're now wasting days off, but that's your prerogative.
Sure.
Because you're not using these days off for any important reason.
Wouldn't it have made the process easier if he had just said in the very beginning of this phone call, "Oh yeah, and then some shit happened, so I'm deciding to use some vacation days."
Or,
Okay.
or guys, I'll come in, but at any moment I'm going to have to probably take a couple days when it's time to spring attack.
Yeah, why didn't you just come in and then leave from here to go to Long Island? It's closer.
Oh, there you go.
Because now
I've been waiting to find out what time we're going over there.
Because now it's pretty obvious the last
We were going yesterday, and I was told they're not letting anybody over, so we didn't go over.
But they couldn't have let you know while you were here? Are you worried about cell service, like they would let you know while you were here that you'd never get the message?
There's no cell service or power on that peninsula.
So the point is
That has nothing to do with any of this.
what is he? What
Well,
exactly?
we know that now.
Yeah, what exactly is the reason you're
we know that now.
you're not at work? Because everybody else made it in.
Because I'm going to help my brother and sister salvage their houses.
Oh, but
Can't get in.
See, this is...
But in one breath, you're saying that you cannot leave to get to work. And then while we're on the phone, you go, well, that's not why I'm not coming into work.
No. I never said that I couldn't leave because I couldn't get to work. I said I couldn't leave. It had nothing to do with not getting to work.
Okay, so if you can't leave, how can you leave when they call you?
I'm going to have to do something then.
But then why don't you have that same vigor with getting to your job?
Until you're needed. Because now you just wasted a couple days, which,
Yeah.
which, like I said, that's up to you. But it doesn't seem efficient.
Yeah.
I waste a couple days. You get an hour and 15. It works out.
I don't even know what he's
Yeah,
talking
but that's
about.
not the answer.
Yeah, that's not a good answer.
No. And you don't think it kind of sounded the way you were talking when we first called you, like you wanted us to believe that you absolutely couldn't make it off your block?
You made it sound like you were a shut-in.
That was the idea that everybody got from what you said this morning.
That's what I thought, and I'm pretty perceptive.
I was just wondering why you would say that.
Yeah,
if
that's wondering.
indeed you
I
can
wasn't.
leave.
All right, maybe I misworded it, but I wasn't panicking.
No, we just listened to it back to make sure it wasn't misworded. You absolutely represented it as if you were trapped on that block, that trees were blocking every exit.
And you were waiting for the county.
You and 12 other houses.
We just heard it.
Were completely shut off from civilization, and you couldn't drive there.
I never made it that dramatic.
That's why the beauty of the tape. The tape don't lie. You might want to listen to the whole break when you get back to work
I think
sometime in
making it
December.
into what you want to make it to.
What?
No. I was defending you.
He's convinced that, like, this is how Erock always handles it. He's convinced that this is everybody, like, scheming and
Ganging up on him?
Like,
and I really wanted him to fucking, shut down some people today.
Well, that wasn't going to happen.
I said it.
Erock?
When we took our bets, I said it. Erock, final thoughts?
Yes.
Final thoughts?
No.
So,
what's the rest of the day?
How about you just summarize? Just summarize the whole thing. Because then this will make this a terrific bit to replay.
Fucking Ross. Take us to the branches, fat boy.
No.
Oh,
jeez.
Summarize, Erock, please.
You called me asking how I was doing.
That's a real summary.
Did I leave my house? No, I haven't left my house. There's trees at the end of my street and in the middle of my street. You should take photos with your head in it. I took photos with my head in it, and you made fun of my head being big. And you're questioning why the cops put the tape over certain areas of the street. You couldn't see a wire, so I took photos of a wire, and you're saying, oh, that's not a good enough wire. Then you wanted to see the end of the street, so I did it next to the park. And then you're saying, well, how come you didn't come to work? And the trees on my street were not the reasons why I was coming to work.
Why didn't you...
in that whole summary,
yes,
he didn't once acknowledge that he said he was stuck.
Yeah.
Right.
Erock, you're not mentioning, like, you were saying, you were implying that you were unable to leave, and you're kind of...
Yes,
forgetting
you're
that
glossing
now.
over that. You said, and as a matter of fact,
You're not understanding the fact when I keep saying you saw where the wires are.
you said you were waiting for the county to move it.
And you even said later on the phone call that the left turn from the T-stop, I keep referencing it that way because you go the other way, there's no wires. You said that. Because it was obvious in the photo there were no wires.
One branch is on the corner there.
There's no...
Not where the wires are. The trees that are going along the back of it and everything there are where the wires are. That one on the left side, there's no wire there.
This means nothing anymore. You can absolutely get off your street. All right, Travis, do you have a bit of audio? Maybe Erock could hear. Travis?
But I'm saying on the street, like, you can't back out and drive either way.
Yeah, we're just trying to figure out where the wires are, I guess.
I can back out. I just can't get off the street.
There it is.
So you said you could back out, you just can't get off the street.
That's from you earlier, obviously.
That was you
Back
speaking to
live
Jim.
now.
And then later you said you could get off the street.
I can't right now, but if I move this stuff,
Oh, no. That's literally like saying, I can't get out of my house. Well, if I open the door, I can.
Erock.
Oh, Erock.
Oh, man.
Oh, what?
You're not quite...
You just contradicted yourself
You're
completely.
not quite as smooth as Ferris Bueller.
Yeah.
Erock, comment?
Yeah.
If
I didn't hear what you said.
If you had to, yes or no, could you drive to the city?
Probably.
Well, then why did you say earlier in that conversation
Why did
you
we just-
couldn't get off your block?
Why did we just waste an hour and a half? You said you're waiting for the county.
Yeah, why? You said you.
I am. They're coming. They're supposed to be here this morning to move this.
How do you know?
Because we put a work order in. They said they were going to be here anytime between 8 and 12.
But I'm saying, why is it that when I said this morning, you can back out? You said you can back out. I just can't leave my block, and now you're saying you can.
I'm not touching the shit.
Why?
Well, he also said that he could, if he drove over his lawn,
Because it's
he could
not
get out,
important
too.
enough.
Yeah, either side, you could get out. You could either move the branch lightly by hand or just drive like one tire on your lawn a little bit and get off that block. So what are you saying?
I didn't need to leave yet. I don't have to go anywhere until I told you we can go over there.
You have a job. You have a job.
And I have days off I'm using.
You're a liar!
Make this into whatever the hell you want.
Oh, my
goddamn
liar! But we're not, Erock.
Shenanigans! Shenanigans! Shenanigans!
We're not. We're just. I was batting for you, and then you made me look silly.
Yeah, remember the pictures? We're going to shut up everybody?
Yeah.
I gave you everything you wanted.
Except for the truth. Like,
And a work ethic.
I think the crux of everything is the bottom line, not forgetting all the specifics. He said, I cannot leave my street.
Right.
And just now, he said, I can leave my street.
Right. That's pretty much it.
There's no making anything into anything. Those are contradictory statements.
Everything else.
I probably could leave my street.
No, you can leave your street.
But the whole staff.
No, you could play it back.
The whole staff made it in.
Yeah.
But you're the only one that just chose to just not come to work.
Because he has days. Which is
We all
fine.
do.
But that's all you had to say in the beginning.
You didn't
I
indicate
can't leave
that.
my house.
I wasn't coming to work.
But you were saying, you're indicating that you couldn't make it in. There's a difference.
That was not a reason for me not coming to work either.
You didn't say that until we had already kind of caught you.
Why did you make such an issue to let us believe that you couldn't leave your street?
What?
I didn't make an issue. You called me.
What?
I don't know. I heard some info. I got some intel.
Okay.
I just don't know who. It's not my intel to tell.
Okay. Whose intel is it?
It's Kenny Intel.
Kenny Intel.
Kenny Intel is...
Technically, it's Facebook.
Yeah, technically it's everybody Intel.
All right.
Put it that way.
What did it say on Facebook?
Has anyone in your house gotten Dunkin' Donuts in the last 24 hours?
My wife did, yes. She walked down to Dunkin' Donuts.
Okay, that's what, we didn't know if it was a walking or a driving situation. That's why it was potentially
Okay.
damaging.
How far is Dunkin' Donuts?
How far is it?
5 blocks.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever walked 5 blocks?
All right. Okay, that's where it is.
All right.
All we had to say was...
Well, enjoy your day off.
Yeah.
I'm taking some days. And then it would have been, I understand you're taking some
Because
days.
he's always mysterious. We've talked about this forever on this show.
I'll tell you why. The difference is this. It's an implication.
Yes.
When you say, I can't get to work because a natural disaster is preventing me to, the company's not...
I never said that.
Hold on, I'm summarizing.
I never said that.
Yeah, you implied it.
You
Now-
implied it by saying you're waiting for the county to move the wires
you
in the
did.
trees.
You
Yes,
did.
you did.
No, I didn't. I told you specifically why I wasn't coming in.
You said that you were going to help your family. But when that fell apart, you said that you couldn't get...
It didn't fall apart.
It did.
Oh,
You said you couldn't get off your... It
Well,
did.
that'll be up to the listeners, but I really believe
You said you
the
couldn't...
whole story fell apart.
You said you couldn't get off your block, bro. You said you couldn't leave. You did say that. We just played it back.
The implication is that you couldn't leave, and the reason that you weren't here was because you couldn't leave your block. That's regardless of what your intent was.
I couldn't leave the block. That's what you guys are implying.
No, that's what your whole thing implied.
Could you replay that where I asked about back out of the driveway? Could you replay that? I'm probably...
some testimony.
No, I'm probably... You're right.
Kingston,
You're right, I'm wrong.
Kingston Pete, who's a regular on my Twitter, writes, ask Erock if he was at least cordial enough to wave goodbye to his neighbors as they left for work this morning.
Okay, Erock, you're probably correct.
Sipping his Dunkin' Donuts.
Can we play this? I'm sure I'm wrong. But I'm saying on the street, like, you can't back out and drive either way.
Yeah, we're just trying to figure out where the wires are.
But that has nothing to do
Hold
with
on.
back out. I just
Hey, we can't have two Erocks talking at the same time.
I'm not going to argue with me.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with me.
Erock, we're playing the tape, so
Yeah, it's like
just
Fat
hold
Matter
on.
and Hold on.
Until we say we're back.
You'll have your opportunity to
contradict yourself again. Yes.
Yes. All right. We're going back in time and playing the tape again.
But I'm saying on the street, like, you can't back out and drive either way.
Yeah, we're just trying to figure out where the wires are, I guess.
I can back out. I just can't get off the street.
Right there.
All right.
All right,
There it
now
is.
we're back live.
I just
Erock?
can't get off the street.
It's not even an implication. It's a direct statement.
Yeah, that was a statement.
Okay. That had nothing to do with me not coming to work.
Yeah, but you didn't say
What
that.
you said. You said that was the reason I couldn't come to work.
You didn't say that until we started to pin you down on the fact that you could get off the block.
Anyone listening to this morning's phone call would have reasonably thought, that you did not come in because you couldn't get off your block.
Yes.
No, I told you and told yesterday on the phone on the show why I wasn't coming in.
But you're not help. But you said I'm going to help my family, which of course any feeling person will buy that in a natural disaster. Nobody questioned it. The company wouldn't question. Sirius would not have charged you sick days for tending to your family or being unable to get off the block in a natural disaster. The company probably would have left that slide, and we all know that, being rational people. So when you say that, and then, well, you're not helping the family, and you go, yeah, but my block is blocked off. I'm waiting for them to move stuff. It's all through that's like putting your fist up to a woman's face and then saying, hey, I never said I was going to punch you, but we all know what the implication was.
No, that's a bit of a stretch.
It's not at all a stretch.
I told you I was helping my family. I have to wait till I can go over the bridge to get over there because they weren't letting people over there, and I'm waiting here at my house for my brother-in-law.
No,
why couldn't you wait?
So you're not saying you're saying
I haven't left my house yet because there's trees and wires at either end of the
But
street.
you can move the tree on one side or drive over your driveway on the other side.
I have not moved it.
You could.
But you can.
There.
So why are you
Oh,
saying
my
that?
God.
Why are you even mentioning the stuff on the end of the block?
For a guy that knows how to beat around a bush, he should have moved that fucking branch.
Sure can drive around one.
What the fuck? Holy shit! You're fully aware of shrubbery.
Jeez,
what are you doing?
Talking to you, sitting here.
Are you all right?
He's psychotic.
Yeah,
I think he
really
lost
is.
his mind. He's crazy.
He actually believes what
No, he
he's
doesn't.
saying here.
Yeah, he does. That's what's weird about Erock.
You're trying to talk circles around a room full of people who are all agreeing. We all know what we heard. Everyone knows what we heard. And we're playing it back for you. And you're contradicting, going, no, that's not what I meant. Like, we don't have the same English language comprehension skills that you do.
This is my biggest frustration.
There's
with it.
no
It's
ambiguity
very
in what you say.
vague and mysterious and not to the point.
He needs
ever.
analysis.
I'll tell you what that vague, mysterious stuff is. It's a way of not committing to things so you can kind of do what you want, and then when people call you out on it, you can go, well, no, I wasn't saying that.
Right. Yeah,
it's
fair
a way
enough.
of not getting called out on stuff.
Non-committal.
Non-committal.
All you had to say is trees, wires down in my neighborhood, but it looks like I could leave my house and go wherever I want, but I'm taking days because it seems like a perfect time to do so.
Right.
And then we would have not wasted an hour and a half.
Fair enough.
Although we wanted to waste an hour and a half.
Of course. Erock, you don't think, based on what you said earlier, that it absolutely sounded like you were trapped on your block? You don't think that it sounded like that?
I probably should have not said trapped.
But you did.
But you
Who accidentally says
It
trapped?
wasn't even just one word. It was the entire... It was everything you said earlier would lead anyone to believe you could not leave your block under any circumstances. That's how it sounded.
Okay.
So now you're saying you can. So isn't that lying?
No, because I wasn't planning on moving anything, and then you guys made such a big deal about it.
No,
I'm
not
looking at
planning
it.
on. If I'm saying you said you couldn't leave, and the truth is you can leave.
Right. That's
regardless if you moved something or didn't move it, you can leave. Isn't that being dishonest?
Not intentionally, no.
Oh, wow. All right. Oh, that's how he thinks.
Oh, Erock. Oh.
You're a weird paradox.
He's nuts. Sam just goes, he's nuts.
You never disappoint, and yet you always do.
It's weird.
I
The
think
whole
he's,
thing's just weird. Again.
I think he's legit crazy.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I think you're putting it. It's just basically, and I love Erock, and I say this with love, but he's just at times a lazy guy.
Oh.
And at times just wants to be lazy and is just bullshitting.
I don't think he's
He
doing
represents
it
a big
intentionally.
portion of America. That's why I love
he's
him.
bullshitting.
I don't think he's doing it
love him.
intentionally.
No? You
Nope.
think this is like psychotic behavior?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think it's
I
really
think he's
deep
nuts.
shit.
I don't think
pathological.
Yeah, it's pathological. I don't think that he's doing this to get out of anything. I think this is how his brain works. He's crazy.
It sounds to me, and I'm not saying this to shit on Eric, but it sounds to me the way that Bobo lies for no reason. Like, well, you just didn't have to say that. Like, why did you say that you were
why
taking,
would you even say
taking the
that?
dog for a walk when you weren't? It's inconsequential, and it doesn't matter.
So why
But
lie?
here it does.
And he lies in the same way.
There's some illusions going on here.
This is lying for motive. This is why I don't think
The
it's
grand
crazy.
but he
illusion is happening
didn't
in
need
front
to
of
in the
our
first
eyes.
place. He didn't need to. He could have just said, I'm taking days, and shit's not that bad. I can get out. It's bad, but I can get out. But I'm taking days.
But here's why you needed to, because the word "taken days." So all of a sudden, by bullshitting, he was thinking he wouldn't have to use his days because
No, I was planning full well to use those days.
But how come you didn't put it in advance?
Because I didn't know they were going to have a problem. Once I was told, that
But
they
you
were
haven't done anything as far as the problem goes.
I have days. I'm going to use them.
But you haven't even taken care of the problem yet. You're on standby. You're just on
I haven't
standby.
go out over the bridge yet.
You haven't even gone to the end of the block and moved the branch yet.
Yeah.
That would be my first move. All right, let me move the branch because I might get the call at any moment.
Do you think this is an excuse that he's using?
No, I mean, I'm telling you, I think he's crazy.
Oh.
Like, I don't think it's just an excuse. I
You're
think
not
his
crazy?
mind, I think this makes sense to him. I think that right now he's sitting on the other end of the phone and he thinks that everybody in this room is stretching the truth or filling time on a radio show, or that the things that we're doing are not legitimate questions and that we're making up something to make him look like an idiot, which is not what's going on.
Right. Erock, you don't. Again, you said you may have inadvertently been saying, something that wasn't true, honestly. You don't think that what you were doing earlier was a bit deceptive on purpose?
No.
What you were
seeing? No, I wasn't trying to use it as an excuse to justify why it wasn't coming in.
I would be willing to think you were a little bit. Yeah.
I think you're
just a little bit. I think you were being purposefully deceptive in that you absolutely made it seem like you couldn't leave the block.
Where's Kenny?
No.
But I believe Sam. I think he really believes this.
Yeah, I don't
telling
think.
us.
I told everyone why it wasn't coming in.
Hold on, let me
It had
ask.
nothing to do with it.
You might be right, Erock. Hold on. Kenny, who, as we all know, has very good interrogation skills. And Kenny, you might need your headphones. Kenny knows how to read people. He did it for a living for many years.
Yes.
Kenny?
Honestly.
I would let him off the hook.
For old time's sake.
Yeah.
But no, you're not. That's not what we would. That's not being compassionate. We're saying, but what do you think is going on?
Well, the bottom line is he's owed days by the company, so let him take his days off.
Yeah, but
that's not what we're asking.
Have you been listening?
Yes.
But what do you think the intent was there? Do you think his intent was to deceive?
We're not asking should we punish him or not.
Right.
Yeah, he has every right to take days off. That's not
Sure.
But
what do you think the
intent?
intent?
But from his story, do you think it was deceptive?
Eric means well.
Oh my God!
What's Kenny doing?
What's
What are
wrong
you
with
doing?
you?
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Kenny feels bad for Eric the same way Kenny felt bad for intern David. The same, like all these people who think like you know what I mean? Kenny feels bad for Eric. He doesn't like to see him get picked on.
No, but we're
boy.
asking a legit question now. You're an interrogator.
He always gets beat up, so sometimes
Because of things like this.
Yes, exactly. There's a reason for
There's
this.
a lot of times he probably didn't deserve it, but today, man, this is all encompassing.
Yeah.
This is a big one. Strange.
Yes. So, as an interrogator, what do you think?
he's looking for wiggle room.
You think?
Yeah.
Now, do you think that he was intentionally deceptive when he was in? If he had said, "Look, I'm taking some days," but you heard the call this morning. When we called, he didn't go, "Yeah, I'm just taking the day." He acted like he couldn't get off the block.
Right.
Did he not?
He's not mean-spirited.
I didn't say he was
No, we
mean-spirited.
know that. He's
That was
he's
what
got a heart of gold.
That's the thing. Jimmy brought up a good point there. He put more emphasis on the fact that he could not leave his block than he did on the fact that he took off to help his family out. So you would put more importance, someone listening to his story would put more credence in that he can't get off the block than he's helping his family as to why he isn't here.
The storm was an excuse of convenience.
There you go.
That's all
exactly.
we're looking for.
An excuse of convenience. Yes. It's an excuse of convenience store.
I just hope him and his wife are home, like making Nagel babies in front of that Yule log he posted on Facebook.
All right, Kenny.
Yeah, well, we all hope so. So, and by the way, who pointed out the Dunkin' Donuts thing?
Yeah, who did that?
Travis, who pointed out Dunkin' Donuts on Facebook?
I believe that was public information on Facebook.
No, but who pointed it out to
actually
you?
found it?
You know, we don't gotta.
Who found it? I want to see if it was the compassionate interrogator.
Which it was, by the way. He added a little fuel to the fire.
He can't fucking stay out of it.
He squirted a little
In
fuel.
my profession, all you say is, it's come to my attention, or you just say, like, what happened at Dunkin' Donuts yesterday?
Yeah.
You don't fucking, like, give up your sources.
So when were the Dunkin' Donuts gotten?
Yesterday, she got Dunkin' Donuts. It made her happy.
Oh, okay.
I don't blame her.
That's a hell of a walk in that wind.
Yeah. Hopefully Eric gave her the cream to go with the coffee.
Jesus.
So wait, she walked. Yeah, that's a good point about the wind yesterday.
Yeah,
she walked
yeah.
that far in the wind, Eric?
It's a half mile each way.
It wasn't windy yesterday.
That's a mile of walking for donuts.
What day
It was
was
a little
yesterday?
windy yesterday.
Not really.
Yeah.
Not
It was a
here.
little windy.
I walked around. There was no wind.
So she walked yesterday to the Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, she got coffee.
Did she bring you home a treat?
No.
No donuts?
No.
No.
Ah, what a bummer.
Well, normally they would.
What a bitch, right?
You need a hand truck. Hand truck the treats back, of course. There's a lot of
pallet. What happened?
I was distracted by some
Oh,
awful
it's
thing.
Halloween. Oh, God.
Nothing.
I forgot it's Halloween.
Nothing-
I totally forgot.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than these old bitches dressing up like Catwoman for
I know.
Halloween. Stop.
Eric's going for Halloween. He's dressing up as a storm victim.
I'm sorry, was there a memo that I didn't get?
She's dressed up. What's her name?
Carolyn Ray.
Yeah, she's failed at a lot of things.
Oh, boy.
One of them's that outfit.
Dieting.
She stinks. All right, Erock. Terrific, man. Gave you some great radio today.
Erock, final word? Final word to you, Erock? Comment?
Yeah.
Nope.
You going to move the log?
Don't call it a log, please.
The branch?
That's better.
You going to move the branch?
What have you learned?
Wants me to move the branch.
Nah, you just
No.
relax. Take a few days. Enjoy.
What have you learned
Sleep
today?
late.
What have you learned?
Sleep in.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
He hasn't. I told you, he hasn't learned anything.
No.
Well,
He thinks it's your problems.
I gotta
my
s-
problems.
He's just used to being slick. That's all it is.
But
He
I gotta
knows what he's
say, I'm amazed that there's people that really think that way. I understand there's people that are a little more lazy than others, but to get to a point where you're not going to move a branch that's pretty much right outside your house, you're a homeowner. Wouldn't you like survey the situation in your area and see what you could do? Like, you know what, we can move that branch at least.
Here's what he should have
But
done.
it's so strange to me that people don't think that way. He
Right.
really is sitting there waiting for the county to do something that would probably take a minute.
It was an excuse. Here's what he should have done. He should have gotten up. He should have come to work, moved the friggin' twig, whatever the fuck, come to work, and then if in the middle of the show he would have gotten some information that he needed to go and help his family out, he could have just left,
of course,
from here. But why be home and wait for the call or whatever, then be here? And the only reason he was waiting at home was because he couldn't leave his street. That's what he said.
But he's not even going there. Ever.
Exactly.
He's not going there ever.
I'm
He's
telling you,
not.
we need.
He's not.
We need to get. We need to get him analyzed.
You think? Yeah.
Like if you had a professional analyze him for, I don't know if it's for
What's the
chemical
sickness,
imbalance.
though? No, I disagree totally. I do not think it's a
all
sickness.
Asperger's, everything. And just analyze it.
There's something with this kid.
I'll tell you what it is. It's being lazy and again, and I love Erock, but it's being lazy and it's bullshitting and just talking your way out of things. Because if he was crazy, he wouldn't languish in vagary. But he does that because he's not a dumb guy. He knows that if you don't pin me down, I'm not lying. He's not stupid. He's not crazy. He's just, look, he does a lot for this show and we love him and he should be here forever. But he's calculating in that way. He knows
something else going on.
When I was a kid,
there's a little something else going on.
I disagree.
Man.
He's
I'm telling you, it's weird at times.
Yeah, I don't think he's vague so that we can't pin him down with lying, because this isn't the first time he's being vague, and he's vague for no reason.
But that's
why it's weird. Like
it's crazy behavior.
Like the famous text messages where he'll start out with "Hey."
Yeah, I hate those.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Can you talk? Just weird. It's always like just vague and mysterious and just.
Yep.
He doesn't get to the point.
That's the type of thing.
He never just gets to the point on anything.
When you want someone to help you move, you don't go, "Hey, will you help me move?" You go, "Hey, what are you doing tomorrow?" Nothing. You're vague with a purpose.
I understand all that, but I think it goes. I think it goes past that.
Yeah, it is vague because,
I
even
really
when he's sitting on that board and he's talking to me in my headphones, it's never like when you're talking to somebody in their headphones when the radio show's on. It's direct, kind of like,
right.
"Hey, we need to get this done." Blah blah blah. Every single time I hear, "Hey."
Oh.
And then he starts.
No.
And after all these years, you would think you would learn from that that's not the way to get things done
properly. You don't need a
properly.
formal greeting. Just tell me what you need done.
I don't know. I understand what Jimmy's saying, but it just seems like there's a little something else going on.
There's too much motive behind it for it to be crazy.
No twig removal had been sent.
Yeah. No consistent story had been sent. I think it's way... He's just not used to being pinned down because it's a slight manipulation. He's not a dummy. It's things that, like when I was a kid, I would be called sick from school, telling my mother I was sick. I would know that I had to bullshit in order to get what I wanted.
Right, so you set your bullshit up.
You set your bullshit up.
I think there's something off about the way he processes stuff.
Yeah. No, he's just not good. He's just not good under interrogation any more than a lot of other people are.
But you'd stop, you'd think after 8 years of being here, he would knock it off or get better at it.
Most people are better. Most people don't get called out like that. Most people don't have to, when they get they're like, all right, whatever.
I think it's very calculated. I don't think he's crazy in that. I just think he was setting stuff up with every word. You could hear, his delay, his saying things like, oh, yeah, well, I could back out. I just can't. Everything's very vague and weird.
You don't think he's as good-hearted as he lets on?
No, this was pure deception. Wow. I saw pure deception in what he was talking about.
He's just lazy. And again, he wants a few days, and I understand that as a person. But that's what it is. He only lets a little bit of slack out when you push into a certain area. Then he gives you a little slack. Oh, yeah. When he's called out on it. That's not the action of somebody who's mentally ill or crazy or unknowing. That's the act of somebody who is just trying to get away with something, and they will give where you push.
Right. Yeah.
Where they feel the pressure, they give a little, so the whole thing doesn't come apart.
How he's able to say that, yes, he was saying that he couldn't get off the block, and then we realize, yes, he indeed could, and were you lying? No. but you absolutely were lying.
Yes.
But he quickly made sure that he was taking the whole week off because of his brother's situation.
Yeah.
He never said I have days coming.
Right. Exactly.
He couldn't wait for a reason to take a few days.
Yeah.
No, he used the inclement weather and the aftermath to take days off.
I think the truth is somewhere in the middle, man.
You think?
I really do.
Yeah.
I understand everything you guys are saying, but then you throw in a mix of a little crazy.
A little crazy.
Yeah,
and then you get Erock.
I think he's not balanced.
I think there's just another little, you got to throw that other ingredient in there as well. It's probably more what you guys are saying, but then there's a little dash of poof.
He's balanced on a seesaw with an elephant.
No, he's just, and again, and I say
this
with
dash.
Yeah.
I say this with love. He's selfish. And in the way that I am, too, where I want my little things, and I want my treats, and I want my pictures, and for him, it's wrestling things and video games.
Sleep and food.
But that's what his comfort.
Yeah.
Erock wants his comfort, and will bullshit to get it. I am the same way with other things, not necessarily time off.
This has been a 3-day story with him. Let's not forget the text he gave me.
Oh.
I'm not coming in the rest of the week. My brother's family is trapped on the second floor of their house. As soon as I can, I'm heading out there to help.
And that was when?
That was Monday.
Do you see
Monday for Friday.
Monday when this thing hit.
Yeah.
And now we're up to like
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yeah. And he's not going out there. He has no intention of going out.
But do you see right in that middle of that in that text, the manipulative part?
Jimmy,
is
I completely understand what you're saying, but there's a dash of something else as well, of imbalance.
I actually think it's less deception than these guys.
Oh, no
That's pretty
way.
fucking funny. Tom the mechanic is calling Erock a last responder.
Yeah, he's going to go to the housewarming once it's repainted.
Yes, a last responder.
But he says
he's going to cut the ribbon for the new neighborhood.
Yes. That's his job. Oh, shit.
Wow.
He sets it up with as soon as I can, and in those 5 or 6 words, you cannot call me a liar.
Now you can't call me a liar.
Because I said as soon as I can.
As soon as I can.
The lie is in the implication.
Right.
I'm doing this to be helpful. The fucking air release button is as soon as I can.
As soon as I can, which leaves it open to any time, if ever.
But he's also very dramatic.
Oh, yeah. Very dramatic.
I mean, his brother and sister are obviously in a real situation.
Sure.
We've known over the years he gets very dramatic very quickly.
Yeah. Yes. He's a drama queen size.
He really is. He really queen size. Boy, that Erock, just a fucking load of laughs. I gotta tell you,
I absolutely love Erock.
I don't know what it is, and if the listeners don't like it, I'm sorry. I didn't get an indication of that. Maybe a couple of people, but shit like that,
an idiot,
I fucking love.
Oh, yeah.
I love when somebody says something. And it might take a long-ass time, but I love when we chisel away and relentlessly pound on their fucking story until it completely comes apart.
Me and Anthony looked at each other and went, "There's
Here
the
it
left turn,"
is.
and that's
There it
why
is.
we did this.
Yes.
Slowly broke him down. And
Right.
I wanted to believe.
It's
I
the
swear
whole
to you,
fucking thing.
In the end, I want Erock to come back strong, but he never does.
Never, ever does.
Like,
His
if he
entire
showed-
life is the virus.
If he showed pictures of huge trees blocking him in, man, that would have been a great moment for him.
Right.
But we knew it wasn't going to happen.
Very concise pictures, giant tree, bam,
Right.
here's one street,
Right.
here's another,
Right.
here's another.
Right.
There's no way to pass. We've been like, all right. But he shows these fucking angular pictures like Facebook chick photos.
Right.
They're from the top, down, sideways.
From bad angles.
With fucking leaves and shadowing and his face and his head.
You know, he even took his phone and like went down to the ground a little
Right,
bit.
yes.
Just a little bit.
And then he goes,
it wasn't eye level. He took it from his tummy.
And then he goes,
because he knew that would be a more questionable angle.
He goes, you can't see the wires under the tree. Let me go. And go take another photo of it. Okay, I will. He takes another photo. We still can't see the wires. Well, there are no wires under that tree.
Yes.
So,
But you
you're
said there
proving
were
my point, though.
wires.
That's
Yeah.
all intentional. Cover my ass stuff.
This is a photo I took of a blocked tree, a tree that was down blocked. That's how you take a picture. That's how if you want to show somebody that the street is completely closed off.
Right.
That's the kind of picture you take.
And you'd be like, that
you don't
tree is...
You don't take manipulating angles to
No.
try to make it look like you can't get off the street.
It's on top of Scotty's car too. That's really sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a photo of a fucking down tree.
Yeah.
Anything else is conscious.
That's clearly something that you can't just pick up and move.
Absolutely.
Yep. He was trying.
Yep.
Yeah. But if he had that thing that you guys are thinking he might have, he would have just taken the picture from Danny's angle and showed nothing. He would have said, "What are you, dumb?"
Yeah,
But he did. He's not dumb.
It was calculated. I will give it that.
All right. Why don't we finally take a break?
Yeah, I got to tinkle over the tree.
All right.
The chipster has to tinkle.
All right. Why don't we do that then?
Yeah. All right.
Sirius XM. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Why are you doing this to me? Think you owe me a great big apology.
All right, we're coming back. What? Just to say goodbye?
That's pretty much.
Fair enough. All right.
Did Jimmy have anything to talk about? Plug skis or anything?
I'm plugging trick or treating. If you'll have me today anywhere on the Upper West Side, so my kid can experience Halloween, that would be very nice.
Yeah,
I was going to do this whole traditional Halloween, going down to the in-laws neighborhood,
That ain't gonna
walk
happen.
around some cul-de-sacs. Everyone's out on the fucking stoops with beer and candy, and it's just very festive. Everyone just hanging out in beach chairs.
Now
that ain't happening because they don't have their power on yet. So I think I got to either like go up and down the stairs in my building. being like from Long Island and the suburbs, can you imagine being a kid and having to trick or treat in a building?
In a building.
Up and down stairs.
That's craziness.
And then I can't leave the building whatsoever because they take up all the elevators, all the kids.
Right.
And then I think they block off one lousy street in the entire neighborhood for trick or treating. That's what it has come down to.
Halloween's, it's very weird these days. I know in my neighborhood, they bus in some of the kids.
So
I get like the Fresh Air Fund kids.
Wait, so are we all in agreement that we're just going to do Halloween another day? Governor Christie said he canceled it. So did they cancel it on Long Island?
But what if you go out in a costume in Jersey? What, are you going to get arrested? Like what? I don't...
Yeah, but if everyone's dark, what the hell are you going to do?
I know the annual parade in the village was postponed.
Postponed?
Not
nice.
canceled.
Oh.
You know, I've never done that thing. Everyone says how cool it is.
Ooh.
I hear it's cool to check out, though.
It's pretty gay.
But I don't think you have to be gay to go down there.
No, I went down there one year. It was fantastic.
I hear it's a blast to check out.
Quite the shindig, I got to say.
As long as you wipe off the cum
please.
before you get back home.
You could skate down the streets with cum, a layer of cum.
All right, what does Jimmy got to plug? I got to figure out trick-or-treating.
Well, if you're in the Buffalo, New York area, spend your New Year's Eve with Jim Norton at the brand new building right now, Helium Comedy Club. He'll be there the entire New Year's weekend. Buffalo, New York.
Buffalo.
Very good. Yeah.
Good old Buffalo.
He's got a sold-out show this Saturday, Antisocial Comedy, Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Next week, there's a few tickets available in Toronto, the Canadians.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the Dark Comedy Festival at the Randolph Academy for Performing Arts.
All right. Fancy.
The comedy of Jim Norton.
All right.
Addison, Texas, Thursday to Saturday, November 15th to 17th. That's like by Dallas.
Oh, okay.
All right, you lucky people, get your tickets.
Lucky. Very lucky indeed. Okay, is that it?
No, we have 30 seconds.
No,
Screw that 30 seconds.
Yeah, really.
I'm out.
We're going to fucking go.
All right, happy Halloween, everyone. Happy Halloween.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Sirius XM. And now, the Opie and Anthony Show continues. This is After O&A Live. Here's your host, Sam Roberts.
Ooh, it's getting very spooky in here. It's the Halloween special of After Opie and Anthony Live. I guess nobody really remembers it's Halloween. I used to love Halloween. But then people come up to me now, and they're like, hey, Sam, what are you going to be for Halloween? And I'm like, where the fuck would I go in a costume on Halloween? I'm not going to go trick-or-treating. I got no place to go. I'm not going to get invited to Halloween parties. I'm not, like, cool. I'm not in with the in crowd. Although, I think I would be. One of the things people do now is, like, it's cool if you're, in your 20s, you dress up as, like, a wrestler from the 80s. That I could hang with. But I would probably pick something obscure, and nobody would get what I was doing. Like, my fandom would take over. And it would be like, Sam, nobody remembers who Barry Hardy is. You can't be Barry Horowitz for Halloween, Sam. Nobody knows who that is. It's Hogan or Warrior, maybe Sergeant Slaughter. But beyond that, it's ridiculous. Great show today. Are the phones working?
Yeah.
The incoming phones are? Because I know, like, Erock was saying... At one point, they weren't today.
They're kind of like, I think they work off of like the internet or something like that, and the bandwidth's a little shaky still, but we can get calls.
All right. 866-WOW1-WOW, 866-969-1969. Call in. We'll take your calls on the after show. We didn't get to quite as many calls as we thought we were going to on the show today because Erock monopolized a little bit of time. But, Paul, you're still on hold.
Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, just... quick thing, I have a private practice here in Indiana. I was going to offer just a couple of tidbits on Erock's behavior.
Well, Erock, I mean, I would hope that you heard it today. It was most of the show. It was, to me, I mean, I think that this is the most, and you guys know this by now, that I think this is the most entertaining shit that happens on the show. All the inner workings. I was jizzing all over the place with Erock on the phone today. I was jizzing all over the place when we had Sal on the phone on Monday busting his balls and Troy on the phone busting his balls. I think, if this show can't be calling people up and trying to bust our own guys on their bullshit. What can we do? So
exactly, it's sort of like a sub show to the real show. It's like a reality TV.
Yeah.
But guys like Erock, it's really, there's about three things that guys like him seem to show quite a bit, and that's there's a lot of passive aggressive behavior with Erock. There's a lot of misdirection. But if you notice today, he used the photographs in the same way he uses information when he's actually with you, live on the show, which is he sort of positions information like you and I see information as more factual or opinions or feelings. He uses information in a positional way to prop his own behavior. So when he's running around the studio and you say, what were you doing? He knows exactly what to say to not make it seem like he was doing whatever he wanted to.
I mean, that is true about Erik, that, like, he will hold information as if it's his. Like, and even if it's not, like, it's one thing if he knows something that can, influence people or whatever and use it as power, but it's not even that. Like, if he knows what Opie had for lunch, and you're like, oh, what kind of sandwich was Opie? Because he will always know what Opie had for lunch. And you go to Erock and you'll be like, what kind of sandwich was Opie eating? Immediately he'll say something like, oh, I bet you'd like to know, wouldn't you? And you're like, not really. I was trying to make conversation, you know?
He has spent his whole life collecting data and using that in ways that
Did you say fata or data?
That no one else can do.
Is fata or data?
I would say data.
Okay, data.
I think data is for the computer geeks. I say data, but information to him. And I think moving forward, if you watch, even moving forward when you interact with him, watch what he does with any piece of information. He knows what to say when to make everything okay, and that's why the photographs were humorous. But when you have trees laying down and it's not all that big of a deal, he knows what angles to take. Yeah. And he does that with information the same way.
So, Paul, you're a psychologist. And Erock, if you're listening, you can feel free to call in. I don't want to call you and bust your balls more. I want to give you, like, you definitely did your part for the show today. But if you're listening and want to call in, feel free. You're at some point you got to give the kid a rest. You're a psychologist, though, Paul. Do you think that what you're describing, because it does sound like Erock, is it more of a deception that is a knowing deception, or is it like a chemical imbalance, or is it, what is it?
To me, without knowing, I haven't spent time with him, and it would take at least a few times to sort of really dig into this, because a lot of this really, to me, is more surface and more, it's like the ripple in a pond. There's things below the ripple that are creating it, and I think for Erock, I wouldn't say that he views himself as a liar. I would say he views information in a way that he can colorize, like you would colorize a photo, where it's, the sky's not really blue, but you can make it a little bit more blue, and it's still a sky, and he hasn't really changed it as much as what he would think. Even though for you,
so he's taken information, and then he's just going to town with his Instagram filters on it.
Correct. Contrast, brightness, anything that makes it work for him, and I think that's why, and I'm always yelling at the radio when I hear you guys interact. It's fun. It's great radio. And I know you guys enjoy that type of thing, but to me, if that was a workplace setting or any other setting, you would find yourself just wanting to choke this guy or throw him in a dumpster somewhere,
Well, it's funny that you mention that, because, like, people go in phases with Erik. Like, Sal, you were telling me the other day, like, and this is the same thing that happened with Troy. Like, people listening to the show are like, why wouldn't you leave Erik alone? Stop busting his balls. Like, even Kenny, who is only here in the morning when the show's on, because he's here to secure the talent. He's here to make sure they're safe. But, like, Kenny will say, Kenny feels, I think, I don't want to speak for Kenny, but I think Kenny feels that Erik gets his balls busted too much. And you heard that from Kenny today when he was in here not wanting to throw Erik under the bus. But Paul, you know what you're talking about. Yeah, I think you must be very successful at what you do, because the same thing happened to Troy. What is happening to Sal now is that, you get in and you're like, man, why does everybody bust Erik's balls so much? And then for whatever reason, just being around him all the time and working with him, the new guys get frustrated beyond belief with him. And that's why Troy went through, and then eventually you get over that and just be like, it is what it is.
You sort of accept it because he's not necessarily going anywhere, and you know that you can't really affect change in a way that's going to be significant.
Well, like I don't have any, like, Erik's frustrating, but I like Erik as a person. I don't have any, I think he's a good guy, and I that's why I don't think he's being intentionally deceptive. I think he's a good-hearted, possibly. I think he's a nice guy.
He'd make a good neighbor more than he would a good coworker. And I think even if you look at a person like Kenny,
very informational, very factual. Like, you know, I've heard him read things on the air and say things. I think for people like him, there's less friction with people like Erik because he doesn't really see interpersonal relationships in the way that you would.
Right, like Troy.
Yeah.
You were a friend of Eric's way back, so you knew him.
Right.
But you never worked with him.
Right.
So when you first you'd known him for years.
Right.
And you get here, and what were you thinking about the way Erik was treated by us?
Well, I mean, he would just get demolished regularly, and you feel bad for him because he just kind of sits there and he just has his head down. He just looks defeated.
And it's interesting that you hear Troy saying that you Troy felt bad for Erik because he was getting demolished all the time.
I felt horrible for him.
But literally,
I really, honestly, I'm not kidding you. I wanted to, when I first started working for the show, I wanted to hug him because I felt so bad about what he would go through. And then I started working with him closely.
And that's what people picked up on. You haven't been doing it as much lately because you've been making a concerted effort, I think.
Right.
But you went through a phase where it was like literally multiple times a week, every week, you were trashing Erik worse than anyone.
Yeah, because it gets so frustrating beyond belief because, you know, like what happened today where he will do things, but then it just never, he doesn't comprehend what he's really doing. And it's almost like you're saying this to him and it's completely gone. It doesn't even exist what the words are coming out of your mouth. And I've talked to and I've known people with certain, and I'm not saying I'm not a doctor in any way, but that's certain characteristics of people with like disabilities. And I'm not saying that's Erik. I'm not.
Troy, let me ask you a question. Like, I think when you came in with compassion for him, you hadn't gone through the repetitive cycles that you have gone through now that you've worked with him. So, but what first seems like the woe is me, the man, I'm the beaten down guy, I'm the sort of the rug of the show. When you go through a couple of cycles of seeing this behavior play out, you start to realize it's really a bunch of bullshit. I mean, really, he just keeps cycling back through that information path. And again, like I said earlier, he's using information for his own gain, and generally you sense that.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, it's the same way, like, Opie talks about his mom. Like, you know, your mom is somebody who you want to put all this trust and love and emotion into. But you hear Opie, who has to deal with his mom on a regular basis and growing up and everything. And now it's, you know, all these issues are ingrained in him. Whereas if we were just interacting with her, I'm sure we'd be like, oh, she seems fine.
Yeah, she seems perfectly good.
You know, I don't know why Opie talks about her like that.
Right.
But Opie's the one who
these people have learned the kind of behaviors that allows them to function in most situations where there is compassion, or you do say, "Man, why are you busting his balls?" But below that surface is a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah. Now, Sal, you're in here. You've been eating shit sandwiches on the regular as of late. How do those taste?
Awful.
Yeah. But more importantly to this conversation, you're the new guy.
Yep.
You've been here for a few months, and as an intern, you worked under Erik, and I got the sense that you didn't like the Erik bashing, particularly.
No, I was kind of in the same boat with Troy. It's like you feel like, holy shit, like
these guys are dicks.
Like, yeah, Eric's been here forever, and you're, in your mind you're thinking, well, if I'm going to try to work here for a prolonged amount of time, am I going to get this? You know, like, am I going to deal with the same shit? Am I, you know, of course you are. But in Eric's sense, he doesn't.
It depends on skill level and such. But go on.
But yeah, like you feel really bad for Erik, and then it just gets to a point where
you get enough.
Yeah, it's just like fucking. I start having like dementia, like you start losing your fucking mind.
When I started working for the show, you know, my job was to load all the programming for the show and whatnot, and Erik would build the worst of the week countdown every week, and I would say, you know, I would go in to see like, hey, when is it going to be done? When can I load it? I'm trying to get out of here. It's Friday. And he would be photoshopping pictures. And you're just like, he's putting like Bobo's head on different people. And you're like, dude, like, what are you doing? Like, I have to sit around till you're finished. Like, I'm waiting for you.
And that's where you are right now. So.
Oh my God.
And he wouldn't think that there was anything wrong with photoshopping Bobo's head on. I literally, like, I'm not kidding. I'm like, I would get in at 5 a.m. It would be 4 o'clock, 4:30, 5 o'clock in the evening.
And when you say
what he's doing,
when you say photoshopping Bobo's head on people, is that an example for humor, or that's what he was doing?
That's just what he was doing. Or he's watching, you know, like YouTube clips of certain things and laughing. And I see him tweeting that prize giveaway, you know, like, and he's giving shit away. And you're like, what the fuck are you doing?
What do you mean, on his Twitter?
Yeah. So then
if you were his boss, you would ask him, "What are you doing?" He would say, "Oh, I'm doing show prep."
Right. Exactly.
That's peer. He doesn't have to do some of the behavior he does when he's being hammered by Opie or whoever. You know, he doesn't see you as being a threat, so he doesn't have to sort of cloud it over with some story about I'm doing work or I had to do this earlier. Opie asked me to do this. He doesn't care.
So yeah, exactly. So it would come up to about 6 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. I've been here since 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm waiting for him. I would get up and go to the bathroom or go get a coffee. He would wait till I was left my desk. He would look out. He would see that I was gone. He would put the work on my desk and he would walk out.
And that would frustrate you.
And then I can see it playing out where he would say, "Well, I had it on your desk and you weren't there. I mean, I was done." So in a way, again, that's the passive-aggressive nature of him, where he knows the button to push so that when you're gone, he can say, "Hey, you weren't even there. I put it on your desk, and I left, and you weren't even around."
Yeah, I came out to see you, and you weren't there. I was going to see if you wanted help with it, but you weren't there.
Yep, exactly.
And instead of being like, you know what, I know this took me a long time. I loaded half of the show. Just if you could load the other half, that would be good. He wouldn't do that. It would just be sitting on my desk, and he would be gone. And that, and that's just one example of some of the things that he's done.
To frustrate you.
Over time, these things happen. But you're like, ah.
I don't think that as much as he does stuff like that frustrates you, I don't think as much as Jim and Ant do that he's aware. Like, I don't think he's cognizant and consciously fucking you over.
I don't think he is either. I think there's something a little off that just he can't comprehend certain things that make sense to. And I'm not saying I don't know what it is. I'm not a doctor.
I think he's nuts. And I think his mind works differently.
If you went deep enough, you might find out that when he was an adolescent or some years before, there was behaviors in his home or something that created this need for him to create situational gray. And whether it's a parent doing things that he didn't like or whether it's a sibling or whatever, he starts to learn the behavior of, oh, wait, if I'm getting yelled at, all I have to do is say, well, I didn't hear you. Or if I'm getting yelled at, I can say, well, these days my cell phone wasn't on or anything.
Right. What do you think, Sal? Do you think he's consciously, because Ant and Jim think that, like, he's not a mean guy.
No, Erik is one of the nicest people I know.
But Ant and Jim think that he is being intentionally deceptive and he's bullshitting intentionally because he, as nice of a guy as he is, he's also a bit of a selfish guy, and he's a guy who wants to have the creature comforts around him.
I think it's a little bit of it's situational based. Like, I think if it's to protect him, he can.
But like today, for example,
like if it's to protect him,
like
he
when
will make it more vague.
Called in today, and he goes, first he says, "I'm stuck in my house," and then he says, "I'm going to help my brother," and then he says, "Yes, I will take pictures." Then he says, "Just so you know, the reason that I'm at home is not because I'm stuck in my house." Right. Then he takes the pictures. We find out he's not stuck in his house whatsoever, that all he has to do is either move a branch or drive over his lawn a little bit. And then he says, "Why have vacation days?" And he's acting as if, why are you fucking with me?
What he wanted in the first place.
Right. But he's acting like, why are you busting my balls? I have days. I can use them.
Yeah.
Which isn't the issue.
Yeah, and if you would have said that from the first place, it wouldn't have been the issue.
Right. Like, I mean, I don't...
Like, Sal, you'd rather have him say, I'm going to do this work for myself, and I'm not going to... I mean, you'd rather have the truth versus the deception, because the truth is at least something you can talk about.
It's direct.
I don't like you. I don't want to do this. I'm too busy with my own things versus everything else.
Right.
Like Sal, you'd rather him say, "Look, Sal, I just need you to do my shit for me." If
that was the case,
it would be easier for you.
It'd be fucking easy.
And you wouldn't mind doing it.
Because it would be direct. It would be A to B, this is what's going on.
But he doesn't want you, and I don't even think he consciously, he doesn't want you to think that he's pawning stuff off on you.
No one does.
But I don't think in his right mind he's thinking to himself, aha, if I change my wording, Sal won't think. You know what I mean? I think his mind is just conditioned in this weird, crazy way to only approach you in these vagaries.
I think I know why.
If you were his wife, Sal, he'd be at the table and he'd say, "Do we have any salt?" But he knows you have salt. He just knows that you will get it for him. Or if it was trash night, he would say to you, "Is tomorrow trash day?" And then he would leave, and knowing that by him saying that, you will take the trash out for him.
Right. I mean, it's the same thing as when Jess is in the kitchen. And she'll go, "Hey Sam, can you come help me?"
and I'll say, "Do you need me to?" Yeah, she'll go, "Do you want to come help me?" And I'll go, "Do you need me to?" Like, that's me indirectly saying, I really don't want to come help you right now.
Right.
But I know that I'm doing that. I'm aware of it.
Right. And you admit that you're doing it. Where there are a lot of times he won't admit. Right. He will never admit that there was something wrong or did something wrong.
And that's why I don't know if he's conscious of the fact that he's doing. I don't know that he's doing it on purpose. That's the imbalance.
That is where a person like him does not see the amazing clarity of if you start living transparently, how much freedom that comes. Like he would just be amazed at what would change. There have
been so many times
he would start to be honest with himself and others.
And that's for me. That's what's frustrating because I don't share work responsibilities as much with him anymore. So I don't on the level that Sal and Troy get frustrated. I don't get frustrated, but when I get frustrated is on a personal level. When like off the air, like I've sat down multiple times and tried to break down to him why people are criticizing him and what he can do to make it better. Because like I try to be a self-aware human being, and I think that just makes it. You're not going to avoid criticism that way, but you'll at least know what the criticism is and whether or not it's legitimate.
And where they're coming from.
Right. And sometimes you can change behavior.
What's going on here? After the 10% of why'd you do it, there's not 90% of wait, this makes no sense.
Right. And there's been multiple times that I've sat down with him for like long periods of time, and we've gone out to lunch, and I'm like, Erik, listen. Trust me on this. This is what you need to do. This is why people are upset. I understand you don't have any bad intentions here. And I've told him that to his face. I know you don't have bad intentions. I know you're a good guy. I have faith in you as a decent human being. But listen, I know you, even if you're not lazy, whatever, this is what needs to be done.
Right.
And he'll go, okay. And he'll look at me and he'll go, you're right. And then within days,
he knows you're saying something that makes sense. Somehow it's not clicked yet with him. It's not gotten into his inner behavior. It's like saying stop smoking, and he knows it's wrong, but he can't. He has to decide that behavior change.
And that's what frustrates me because I feel like then I just spent all this time talking to a wall, and that's what makes me think that this is not just a dude who's trying to get away with some bullshit. This is somebody who doesn't process, who isn't processing
the process. It's like, so I've known people with Asperger's, and where you say something to them, and they're visible on their face that they are understanding what you're saying to them, and that you literally turn, and it's completely gone out of their memory.
It's weird.
I think, because Paul is a great guy to have on the phone because at least he has the.
That's why a great host picks him up.
Yeah. No, I just want to pose a scenario. And
scenario is what we say on the after show.
Sorry, scenario.
Thank you.
And things like this happen extremely often. I know Troy can vouch for this too. This happened the other day. We were in the producer studio.
By the way, Roland whispered this in Sal's ear.
No, Roland reminded me of this story.
Oh, okay.
And Roland came to me later on in the day. He's like, "Did you hear that?" I was like, "Yes." I was fucking screaming. So we're there. Erik, of course, he loves his freebies. He loves his free shit, books, DVDs.
We all do to some extent, though.
No, everybody does, but we all know Erik really loves them. So we're sitting there. Roland has the Peter Criss book in his hand, right? And we're sitting there, and Erik goes, "Hey, can I see the book?" So Roland goes, here you go. So Erik takes out his phone, starts like taking photos of the back of it and stuff like that. He's like, "Oh, I was just trying to see how much the book costs." Right? There you go. Immediately, that's a sign. So then he goes a couple minutes later, there's like silence and everything. He goes, "Oh, I didn't even know my dad's such a huge Kiss fan." Right? So then, okay, another hint. And then later on, of course, he asks, "Hey, Roland, can you get me the book and can you get it for me signed?" Erik has a very organized process of delivering a minimal amount of information to be like a catalyst to you to put the ball in your court. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Of course, yeah, and that's back to the chess analogy where he's not playing chess the way you would. He is positioning pieces to allow for a move that you have yet to see.
But listen, but before we go and give this, beautiful mind genius credit for playing a chess game, I don't think Erik is sitting here lining up chess pieces in his head.
No, he is though.
No, he's not, because that's the difference.
Look at the steps. He could have gone to Amazon to check the price. He could have done a dozen things.
But that's the difference between working intentionally.
My dad has cancer. Can you give me this book before he dies?
That's the difference between working at something intentionally and just not knowing how to behave socially. That's the difference.
And he does it all the time. Like if he hears there's a DVD coming in or something like that, he always goes, I like that movie. You know, he'll drop.
That's his. I think that's his way of being slick.
How many are you getting in, Roland?
Do you think that he knows that people see through it?
I don't think he actually can comprehend certain things that really happen. So even if you're like, dude, I'm calling you out on bullshit.
Hang on. I think we have. Is this Erik?
Yeah. I just heard what fucking Sal said. Sal, you asshole, you were in that studio when we were talking about the Kiss book, and you saw when my phone texted, and I showed it to you when my mom goes, hey, your father would like a copy of the book. And that's when I said, wow, I had no idea my dad was a Kiss fan.
You didn't show me any text. I was just interpreting this. I didn't see it. You never showed me any text from your mom.
Sitting at the board, and you were right next to me.
Eric's trying to just deviate the situation here.
I don't know, because I also... Eric.
No, I get in the car, and that's what I fucking hear.
Yeah, because
he's just going for me right now.
No, because I don't want to.
For you, I'm correcting the situation. I'm not able to hear Eric, just so you know, but that's.
Oh, okay. Just hang out then, Paul, because I don't want to. Because Eric could be trying to deviate the situation, but at the same time, people could be trying to pile on Erock for stuff right now, and if we're, I don't need people piling on Erock. I don't know if you were listening from the beginning of the show, Eric, but
no, I didn't hear it.
Okay, but I said that. You had taken enough shit, so that's why we didn't have to call you. But we were just talking. We were basically analyzing, what happened on the show today and figuring out. Because to me, and I've told you this before to your face, I think that there's something going on in your brain where you process things differently than us. Because I don't think that you're like Ant and Jim were saying that you specifically are like bullshitting on purpose, like you're trying to get away with stuff. And I think most of the time that that's not the case. That you're not processing things the way
you've told me that to my face, and I've told you to your face. It's like, no, Sam, that's not what it is.
Well, what is it? Like, do you with the conversation that went down today? We'll just talk about today because I don't want to get into a whole bunch of bullshit. But what happened today? Do you think that we on the show had a point?
Do I think the show had a point?
Yeah. And I'm not. And again, I'm not going to sit here and try to tell you should have better work. Blah blah blah. I want to more talk about the way, the argument kind of happened.
It led into the tree stuff when it didn't even start with the tree stuff. And that wasn't the reason I wasn't there to begin with.
But do you recognize that you put emphasis on being stuck in your house? Like, that wasn't something that the show created to make this...
That was never anything I told any of you guys, that, I'm trapped in my house.
You said you were stuck on your street.
What I said earlier. I'm just using the word that I said earlier.
Okay.
That I never once told you or anybody that this is a problem, this is why I'm not coming to work, or made mention of the fact that this was a hardship or anything.
But you did say that you were stuck on your street, right? That's fair.
I did when after you guys called today, yes.
You said today. I'm only talking about this morning. You said you were stuck on your street, and and that was you also. Of course, you said you were there to help your family and everything, but that was the focal point because they started asking, well, why wouldn't you just hang out at work while you're waiting for the call and blah blah blah, and one of your focal points was that there were trees and wires down on your street, and you were stuck in your house. You took all the pictures, and then you admitted that you weren't actually stuck.
Honestly, I didn't think of this as a focal point until they wanted to do photos. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to go along with this and take photos because it's like what they do to me all the time.
Well, I think you should listen back and actually like think about how much of it was just like, jumping on the shitting on Erock bandwagon, and how much of it was you not realizing that you were putting a focus on being stuck in your house. I think you should listen back because to me, listening, I felt that they were right that you were at first putting the emphasis on the fact that you were stuck in your house. And when you don't actually have to say this is a big deal, but when you make that the focal point of your story, it implies, okay, yeah, I'm stuck in my house. I can't go anywhere. And they're like,
until this kept going on and on, I never thought that this was a focal point of anything. Because when you called me, I had only been up maybe half an hour, right? So when they're like, hello, how are you? And I didn't think anything of it when they're like, oh, let's take a photo of the tree. And I thought they were just killing time and shitting on me. So I'm like, all right. I went out and took photos of the trees.
Well,
Does that make any sense?
No, I get what you're saying, but just the way, that conversation before you took photos of the trees, it sounded to all of us like you were. I mean, you said you were stuck at your place, and the way in which you told us made it seem like, you know, I couldn't not. You didn't say I can't go to work. I'm stuck in my house, but the implication.
No, I never said
no,
that.
you did not say that. But the implication of what you were saying was, listen, I'm staying at home because, you know, I'm helping out my family, but I couldn't go to work if I wanted to, was the implication. Not what you said, but that was the implication. My question to you is, why didn't you, and why don't you in general start the conversation by just putting out the facts? Like, why wouldn't you have started the phone call today by saying, yeah, you know, my family's situation is fucked up, so I'm taking vacation days, and I'm not going to be in the rest of the week. Like, how come it...
I had all right, no, let me answer that.
For sure.
Because Monday night when all this was happening, right, I
Yeah.
told some people who needed to know what my situation was, okay? And then yesterday, and even in, I think even in the afternoon show...
Who are the people that needed to know? Because that's... you told Opie.
I told Opie, I told Travis, and I told Rob Cross.
Okay.
All right. For those who don't know, Rob's one of the managers.
Sure.
And then yesterday and during the morning show and the afternoon show, it seemed abundantly clear that why I wasn't there, because I explained the situations going on with my brother and my sister's families. So when you call me today, it didn't. Like, at that point, maybe I wasn't fully awake, I don't know, but it didn't seem that I had to reiterate that fact when we had a whole long discussion on this yesterday on 2 shows, and Monday this was known to people.
So you were working under the assumption that everybody still realized you were there taking care of your family and what's said is said.
When I picked up the phone, everyone was low-key. Hey, Eric. Hey, Erock, how are you? Hey, what's going on? There was, like, I thought, like, all right, they're just calling the shit on me or something.
Mm-hmm. And they were.
And when the tree thing came up, I was like, all right, yeah, I'll go take pictures of the trees. I wasn't trying to hide anything. I thought they were just fucking with me, and I was going to, you know, all right, I'll play along and take the photos and do whatever. None of this ever seemed like it was an excuse for me not to do anything.
Do you think that in general you are a direct person? Like, your first response is to just give all of the information and explain what's going on? Or do you think you're a guy who kind of holds information to yourself?
No, I don't think I hold everything, because there's times I've told you stuff and other people stuff, and then you go, why are you telling me this? Who cares?
No, that's true, but I think the part of the whole criticism of you and the vagaries and all this stuff, I absolutely think that you hold information, and I don't even, that's what I don't think you realize you're doing it. And what happens is you hold off information that way you're not telling the whole story. Other details end up getting focused on, and you don't just pick up the phone and they're like, oh, what are you doing? So you're stuck in your house. You don't just say, well, my family's in trouble, so I'm taking vacation days. Like, it took you, like, we were on the phone with you for an hour and a half before you said,
okay,
I'm taking vacation days.
Let me answer that. Again, from what I said, was based on the fact that since yesterday on 2 different shows, that it was clear what I was doing. Because I've talked about this before, so it didn't dawn on me to reiterate that fact. Because I assumed everyone knew why I wasn't there.
Well, I guess, I don't know if you actually said that you were taking vacation days to anybody. And when,
I don't know.
And it was like, once you said, I have days, I'm taking them.
Real quick, everything you're saying is echoing, so when I hear you and me, it just keeps repeating.
Okay, all right. Well, then we won't keep you on the phone too long. But
no, finish what you were saying.
Okay. When you said, I have days, I'm taking them, to me, that's a fine excuse. Like, that is the excuse. Like, Troy is off every Thursday now. He's doing the Steve C. Foreseeable Future with Thursdays. But he says, I have days, I'm taking them, they've been approved by management. And you go, okay, that sounds like a flawless excuse to me. But you didn't say, I have days I'm taking them to help my family until we were so deep into the conversation that nobody knew what was happening anymore.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. No, the thing was, I was taking the time off, all right, to help my family, which you know. The vacation stuff, this was not planned. I wasn't planning on taking these days.
I know, but you knew
So
today. You knew today when we called you that you were taking the days. So that's where the whole thing got messed up, because in the beginning of the conversation, you didn't just say, what are you guys talking about the trees for? I have days, I'm taking them, I'm taking vacation days.
All right, because I wasn't taking them as formal vacation days. I have a big situation going on here that it takes time between when I can get to certain places and how we're handling things. So I told them I'm not going to be here the rest of the week. If there was a problem, I have these days. Since it was brought up on the air, I told them I have these days, I'm using them.
Were you trying to avoid actually taking vacation days by blaming it on the natural disaster?
No, I was never trying to take free days.
You were not hoping that by mentioning the trees, they'd be like, okay, Erik is stuck out there. I know he's helping his family out. He's not going to come in. He's going to take the days, but they're not going to count as vacation days.
No, because I have a combination of sick days and personal days and vacation days those were going to have to be used for this situation.
Unless it was a natural disaster. Like, I generally can't just be like, well, I got to get into work on time, so I'm going to expense a hotel for the next 3 nights in the middle of Times Square. But extenuating circumstances.
Hold on. What you're saying? The only time that crossed my mind was for yesterday, while the storm was still happening. Because we got letters from HR and everything saying, look, this is, we are a broadcast facility, we're open, blah, 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 but if you can't make it in, we don't want you coming in, that kind of thing. For Tuesday, Monday into Tuesday, where the storm was happening, that's the only time I thought. So when the situation came up with my family, I'm like, all right, I have days. I'm going to take the week off to go and help everyone out.
It's just, it's fishy only because the way you phrased it was you didn't mention actually officially taking days until late in the conversation. And as we established, Sal said that you love free stuff. And it's like, okay, I get vacation days, but if I can get extra days for free and just kind of maybe dance around a couple things in the details of where I am.
No. No, because there's no justifiable excuse for taking those days. If I couldn't leave, like if I was saying I could not leave my house because I cannot get to work, where because due to the natural disaster, trying to get free days is one thing. That is not what this was at all.
Okay, well, I think
and the free stuff has nothing to do with this.
You love the perks, though, don't you?
Who doesn't love the perks of this?
Well, not everybody as much as you.
Okay.
All right. Well, listen, I think that you should listen to the replay today.
Okay.
And I think you should figure out if maybe your perception of what you said is different from the rest of us. Because it seemed like everybody in this room was thinking one thing and you were on a completely different wavelength.
Okay. I wasn't faking or trying to lie or anything. I told you all flat out.
Well, I mean, you told us you were stuck, and then you said you weren't stuck. And that's where it got like, what's going on? What's going on? Like, that's where it got eye patch kitty.
No, I was stuck. I wasn't moving anything. And when they said you can't just move that, I said, you're right, I'm not moving that.
Yeah, but it became like, I'm stuck here to, well, yeah, I can't go anywhere because I don't want to move that branch. There's a whole big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to let you go, Erik.
Okay.
Good. Thank you for giving us good radio today.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And what, we're going to see you on Monday?
Maybe sooner. No, actually, I'm off Monday, but you may see me sooner.
I hope I see you tomorrow.
Monday is a scheduled vacation day.
So you are putting that on the record now. You are scheduled to take a vacation day on Monday.
On Monday.
Okay. Hang on, wait.
Wait a minute. There's no conspiracy. Had nothing to do with, he wants to get a full week going into the Monday.
Okay.
Had nothing to do with that.
So this isn't a long weekend stretch?
Not at all.
Okay. You're saying that on the record. Thank you very much, Erock.
Bye.
Exhausting.
You understand that he's not. He's just, you know.
He'll never give you a definitive. Yeah, no, I know. I was just trying to be a fucking goofball.
He's still not quite there with my line of questioning.
No, he just tries to spin it in circles. I honestly
But
think,
I don't think he's trying to spin it in circles. I think it's spinning in circles in his head.
Right.
And then these weird answers spit out.
because the answer of, you know what, you're right. You're right. That can't
I'll tell you
actually
this.
come out of his mouth.
When Troy got his balls busted for not being here on Monday, it wasn't that bad on the phone, but you got your balls busted.
I did.
And they called you and you were whatever. Troy came in here off the air on Monday.
On Tuesday,
and said, you know, oh, listen, I'm sorry that I wasn't here yesterday. That was stupid.
I said I should probably made a better attempt to get in here.
Right. And Opie was like, no, it's cool. You know, we busted your balls. And then Troy said, no, you were right to bust my balls. You probably should have done it worse and blah, blah, blah. Look, that's just not something
No.
that you hear coming out of Erik.
No, he will never admit, no, you know what? You're right. He never says that. That never comes out of it. Like, you know what, dude? And when you and I have gotten into discussions about stuff, and I've said, and you have the ability to go, you know what you're saying is a valid point. Like, I understand.
Right.
Most people do. It just, he can't say, you're right.
And it's a weird thing. Like, I hope on a real level that Erik doesn't think that we're against him. Like, we shit on him on the air because it's fun. But, like, it's not, if somebody's not your enemy, you have to be able to have a conversation with them and be like, okay, maybe you're right. Maybe that's a valid criticism.
Right.
Somebody, like, we spend 9-10 hours a day with each other. We're going to have criticisms against each other. Sure. And you have to be able to process those.
And you're on the radio, so it makes great radio.
Yeah.
But I just don't think he has the ability to say that, you know what, you're right, I fucked up, or you know what, you're saying, I know. You caught me in a load of bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
He can't say that. It just won't come out.
And Jess is right. She wrote me a little note that says, like, people are drawn to this job and survive at this job. I think it's less drawn. People who survive at this job are really here for two reasons. And it's either celebrity or for the perks, like for the free shit. And I think, like, me and you have something in us where we would like to be a notable person. The celebrity is more appealing to us. And, like, Erik and somewhat Roland, and I don't know it sounds like I'm going to survive here, so I guess it doesn't really apply to him. But, you know, they're more, well, let's be honest, it's going to be that long before you quit. They're more here for the perks, for the free shit, and for the sort of, like, schmoozing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think Eric's here for the celebrity part of it, too.
He likes both.
Yeah. And I think in his mind, he really thinks he's one of the top tier of the show.
Yeah.
I think honestly,
Opie, Anthony, Jim, Erik.
I really believe, because there's a lot of times he feels very entitled to the same perks that those guys have. And when he doesn't get them, it's like, whoa, like, I'm Erock.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, I want the all-you-can-eat buffet, too. It's not just for 3, it's for 4.
Yeah.
I'd like to have dinner. And then say, Erock, last time we had no food left. And Erock will be like, you said all you can eat.
Exactly.
All.
So I was storing up.
Chris in Boston.
This has been a very compelling day of radio, gentlemen, but I have a comment and a question for Sam. My comment is this is turning into a cautionary tale. I think you can only push someone so far. He will snap, and it's just a matter of when he kills all of you and in what form that takes. But my question, Sam, when you called 911 to change your tire,
right?
You drive a Jeep?
Jeep Wrangler.
Is it a manual transmission or an automatic transmission?
You can take a wild guess. I'm the type of guy who calls 911 to change a tire. You think I'm driving manual?
You are a faggot. And really in no position to be downing on anyone. That's more than anything that Erock's just worthless. I think you're a little worthless too, Sam, project a little bit.
I don't project at all. It's a whole different issue. Because you know what the difference is?
The first one that Erock kills, I think.
You know what first of all.
Justifiably so.
You know what the difference is? I'll get a flat tire. This was years ago, but I had no idea how to change a flat tire. So I'm like, fuck, I'm stuck.
Can you change it now?
No, because nobody in New York knows how to change a tire.
That's not true.
Sal, do you know how to change a tire?
Absolutely.
Of the millions of people that live in New
Sal,
York,
there's-
no one
I
knows
swear
how
to God.
You don't know how to fucking change a
I've
tire,
changed
Sal.
tires
You don't even know how to lift a hood. You don't even know how to open a gas cap.
Yes, I do. I would never call
You
911 in
you
that scenario.
full service son of a
Fucking
bitch.
motherfucker.
Why wouldn't you just call AAA?
I called everyone, dude, because here's what happened. Listen, Chris, I don't even remember your name. That's how little you mean to me. I called 911 because I called various numbers. First, it was 4 o'clock in the morning, and I was in the Major Deegan, and it was in the Bronx. There's one little gas station that I pulled off because my tire completely blew out, and I was on my way to work. And I called my dad and said, this just happened. Because it was also, it was years ago. I was probably like 23, 24. And I called him. And then I called AAA right away. I called USAA. That's what I have. And they said that the Major Deegan is a privately owned expressway. So this person on the phone with me at 4 o'clock in the morning is telling me, I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
And I'm like, well, why the fuck do I have your number on a card in my wallet then?
Right.
This is why, I pay for your service. They're like, well, it's a privately owned. So I called 311. And they're like, yeah, no, I don't know what to tell you. All I can tell you is what the weather is or whatever. So I go to the gas station, and the guy won't open the door because he's afraid he's going to get robbed. And it's not like a gas station with a garage. It's just off a highway.
Right.
So who else am I going to call?
Yeah, I understand.
Then, eventually I got a tow truck out. And 911 informed me that, no, this was a service for actual emergencies, not for flat tires on a highway. But eventually, I got a tow truck out there. And then I drove in. I was late, obviously. But I got my tire fixed. And I went into the show. And I had this story that I knew was horrible and embarrassing. And the first thing I did was tell everybody.
Right.
That's the difference.
I think if they said to you, you're not really the most masculine dude to, get out there. I think you would probably, you can admit that,
I've
right?
never claimed to be, have I?
Okay, exactly. That's where you differ from other people.
Where?
Just in,
because
you're able to actually admit what the real
because I can sit there and be like, no, I'm not a jock.
Right.
I use my brain to entertain you, Chris, whatever your name is. Listen, we got to make room for Ron and Fez. They're back live as they were yesterday. Stay tuned. Ron and Fez are coming up next. Goodbye, everybody.
The Opie and Anthony Show is now over. For real this time. Check out the O&A Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Opie and Anthony. And catch Opie and Anthony live Monday through Friday from 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern. Ron and Fez are next.
Hey!